In the world of Radio Shock Jocks, the biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio Bad Boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
I want to be called the A-Man. Like you're the I-Man? I'll be the A-Man. How about I call you the A-H-Man? Don't get started again now.
Opie and Anthony.
In the middle of the night, I get an email from Eric that I read this morning when I got up that he's very, very depressed because his refrigerator door fell off. It made a break for it.
Opie and Anthony.
Stupid Australians whose national hero got killed by a docile flying fish.
This is the worst show This is the worst show I've ever been on.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
What the hell is going on?
Hey,
Good morning.
good morning to ya.
It's the Opie and Anthony show.
Monday edition, and
And we got lots to do. We got Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
He's in the elevator as we speak. He's going to do the whole show with us. From time to time, he comes in and just hangs. He loves the radio show that much.
I was supposed to hang out with them last night. Got a big poker game going on, and I was like, there's no way I can drive into Jersey for like an hour and a half and then play poker and do it like an all-nighter, because that was their plan. I believe he's been up all night playing poker. And I was going to do the same thing, but I didn't sleep late enough yesterday. If I would have slept till like 5 in the afternoon, then I could have done it. I would have stayed up the whole night.
Wait. You're showing responsibility?
I had to. I know. I got everyone.
Oh, my God. Mark the day.
Dude, everyone I told this to said the same thing. It's like, what? Are you crazy? And I couldn't. I would have been a wreck. If I would have slept late, it would have been fine, but I woke up too early and I was out late, like Saturday night, Friday night. So, I didn't go.
So you didn't play all-night poker with Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
You did drive 120 miles an hour on the way into work today.
Yeah, that was fun.
And you might have shot off some firearms over the weekend.
Yeah.
All right, so you're almost showing responsibility.
I had a good fun Anthony weekend.
Yeah.
Driving fast, exotic cars and shooting.
When's your girl coming home, man?
She will be home tonight.
All right, good. That's good for the radio show.
She's been out in Colorado with her sister since Thursday. And, yes, people have noticed that I've mysteriously just been, like, out, hanging out, drinking, driving.
I talked to you for about a half hour. I talked to you for about a half hour before the show today. I learned that you were out all night Friday and Saturday. Mm-hmm. Did a little F.H. Riley's, right?
Yeah,
on Friday.
Riley's.
And then you got an exotic car all weekend, so you're driving 100 to 125 miles an hour.
Yeah. I was being good, like, you know, on the highways and stuff. It was just occasionally, if I felt like getting somewhere really quickly, or if I got lost or made a mistake, wrong turn. Oh, was I just making up for that lost time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I had the Ford GT out this weekend.
Oh, nice.
And, yeah, because the weather was perfect for it. And that thing is just a beast. It's a nice monster car. And it's very fast, very fun to drive. Hugs the road. It's just beautiful. And then I was out, yeah. I'm out at parties, hanging out, having a good time. And then last night I was going to go to Kevin Smith's and play a little poker. And then I was just like, you know, it's Sunday. For the love of God. I got the show to do, and then I got the gym afterwards. I'll be a wreck. So, I was being a little responsible.
But I'm looking at Pal Talk. You made some kind of video because they're all talking about it.
Well, I was very angry.
Even though you haven't released your latest video yet.
No, I'm editing it on my Mac. My wonderful. I love Mac, and this isn't even for the sponsor or anything. I love Mac. I am loathing Windows. Loathing it. And not even Vista. I tried Vista once. You remember how that ended?
Sure.
It ended up on YouTube. You could find it. It's me running a Vista DVD through a shredder because it wouldn't load in my computer. And people are goofing on me. Your computer must suck. No, it was Vista ready when I bought it.
Fake. So fake.
Yeah. Fake. So I shredded that, and it's not only Vista, it's just Windows itself. I've used it for so many years, and so has everybody else, and they're just used to the pain in the ass that it is, and the hours that it takes to do anything when there is some kind of problem. You get a problem on Windows, you have to dedicate the entire, like 10 hours. You're sitting there going, why? No, the USB device is plugged in. No, I downloaded the latest drivers. Now my friends are telling me don't, because the drivers screw it up. Oh, no, I'm having a conflict. All right, let me go to system devices. There's an exclamation point next to that one. I don't even know what it means. There's problems with Windows that with Mac, I just don't get. I plug stuff in, and it identifies it, it shows it, and it works. It's great. I had an external hard drive. I just plug it right in. Jimmy was having problems too with was it with Windows?
With my Windows and with my Mac, but it wasn't a Mac problem. It was a problem of something I bought.
A device problem. Mine wasn't. I had my webcam. Now I go on Pal Talk a lot. I have fun. It's a blast. I was listening to the fan room last night, and it was just an hour and a half to 2 hours of drama going on. People yelling at each other.
Why?
Oh, about message board stuff, and this one's talking about that one. And that. It was so damn entertaining. I didn't want to turn my camera on. I didn't have it on. I was just lurking in the background with the volume up, just listening to HTG going bullcrap on people.
About what?
And, just angry at this one, and this one's spouting off lies and rumors about that one, and they're telling stuff about this person and that. It was more drama than a soap opera, but I was compelled. I could not stop listening.
It's gotten to that point because what you just described was me, you, and Jimmy bitching and complaining about the message boards and what they do to us.
Yeah.
But now they're doing it to each other.
I actually heard HTG, Happy Typing Girl, at one point she goes, "It's called eating your own."
And I'm
like, there.
Thank you.
She's using Opie's jargon.
Thank you.
So that was going on.
It's very simple.
And of course I have my...
Wait, can I just jump
my
in?
Mac.
It is so simple. Just eat your own.
Well, apparently they are.
It's the easiest thing to do.
Oh, they are.
Good.
So I was listening to that for a while because I have the Windows computer, because Pal Talk, for some reason, isn't on Mac yet. Right. I got to talk to Pal Talk people because I got a couple issues with a couple of things, but they say it's coming soon for Mac. It's just for Windows now. So I got my Windows computer with that going, and then I got my Mac thing, and I'm doing a little, animation stuff, just having a little fun with the Mac. And then I wanted to get my cam going. So I go to turn on my camera. I check my camera first, and it's one of these Logitech Orbit things that we have all over the place here. And it works fine. I go to use it in Pal Talk, and my whole computer just crashes now. It just crashes. So I get my computer running again, and without the camera, I hit the speaker down, the microphone, and just go, "I hate Windows. My camera doesn't work," and people just laughing at me. And giving me advice, is it plugged in? They're being all smartasses. Did you plug it in and unplug it, plug it back in? They're being all like smartasses and stuff. So I ran through all that. I eliminated the program, reloaded the programs, did everything. And again, you're spending hours doing this. So I got so pissed. I was so angry at this point. It's about 10:45 at night. Now I'm up past my Betty Bye time. And I'm trying to be responsible. Yeah. But now I get obsessed with the computer. I gotta fix something before I go to bed, or it just bugs me. Unfixable. So I was so angry. I took the computer. I went downstairs. I took a couple of my video cameras downstairs, and I made like almost a sequel to my Vista video, which entailed my version of customer service. Which, if you ask them what was wrong, first of all, you wouldn't get a live person. Then you'd get somebody. "Hello, my name is Steve. Can I help you? You're not Steve. Your name isn't Steve. Hello, my name is Bobby. You're not Bobby, and I'm calling you from like 10,000 miles away. You don't know how to fix this. So I took the computer downstairs and my AR-15. And I backed the computer up with some boxes from the basement of junk I don't use. And I did a little video on how you should deal with a Windows-based computer. And I locked, I loaded, and let it rip. And it was so loud. Oh, was it loud. First of all,
You shot your computer?
I shot my computer.
But you don't live like in the woods.
Exactly. I live in suburbia, and it was loud, and I fully expected the police to show up.
This is showing responsibility.
There it is. I fire off the round. There's the smell and smoke of just cordite. It smells wonderful, but I'm thinking, this could be trouble. So I put my rifle away, and but I finished the video first. And then I put everything away. I go upstairs with the video stuff, and I just start putting it on my computer and editing. It looks great. It looks great. The whole computer shook. Made a little hole going in, nice big hole coming out. Went right through the box that I had backing it up with all kinds of stuff. Went through the bottom part of my green screen, hit the floor, hit the wall, and I found the actual slug. There wasn't much left of it, of the
You're going insane.
No, it was great. What a feeling of accomplishment.
At this point, I wish you stayed up all night playing poker with Kevin Smith, you idiot.
The police are going to show up.
Yeah, you can't shoot guns in suburbia.
He's going to answer the door like with a shirt on, and when they walk in, he's going to have nothing on underneath. He's just going to be nude, and the whole house is going to smell like gun smoke. And he's just going to say, the drivers wouldn't load, officer.
Exactly. The stupid drivers wouldn't load. And they didn't work. It needed to be taught a lesson. I corrected that computer.
My computer wouldn't reboot, sir.
Wouldn't.
With black socks and
wouldn't.
Underpants on.
No underpants. Everything.
Where's your girl?
Just completely naked.
Where's your girlfriend? She's not here, officer.
That's what I thought. I'm going, all right, that was really loud. The cops have got to show up. And then I got to explain what it was and why there's no sign of my girlfriend and no one's seen her in days because she's out in Colorado visiting family.
Monday is my favorite day to do the radio show because we never know what we're going to get from Anthony's weekend.
There's usually something going on. My week is very mundane. It's my weekends I really put a lot of effort into.
I know that you borrowed a car from the car club, so you were going 125 miles an hour.
That's my baby.
And you're shooting guns. That's good. That's good. So when is this video going to debut online?
Oh, I'm finishing it today. I actually went back upstairs to my Mac. Mm-hmm. And see, that right there tells you a little something about Windows and Mac. I was able to start editing my video on Mac of me shooting my PC. No problems there. I plugged my camera in, my Final Cut Pro loaded up, and there it was. Me shooting my computer. Right there. And then I'm editing.
You know the neighbors are scared because they already think you're in the mafia. And now they're hearing like guns going off in your house.
I don't know if they heard it. It was I got a pretty. My basement, by the way, is huge, and it's very long. So I could set up a range down there if I wanted to. It's very long. I was really far away, and but it being down in there, the echo, the cement walls. It's not a finished basement. Was very loud. I don't know how much of that got outside, but. No one showed up. I mean, it was.
They already see you leaving at like 4:30 in the morning.
I know it's illegal, and if anybody even questions it, I will swear it was a bit that I did with some kind of CGI special effects and sound effects and a muzzle flash that I downloaded off the web and used After Effects to put on there, and it wasn't really a gunshot. If any law enforcement people listening and think this is an admission of guilt, I will say that we do an entertainment program here, and I was using CGI to do it.
You know who
I've become very proficient at CGI.
There's a weird reference, but anyone who remembers Tom Cruise from Taps, that's who you are.
It's beautiful, man. I remember that one. I'm not a psychopath. My camera wouldn't work.
Wow, I was going to talk about my weekend, which was me riding my bicycle last night.
Oh, you did?
For 40 minutes along the water.
Oh.
And I went and saw Into the Wild. And that was a terrific movie. And then I caught up on Kid Nation and watched a bunch of kids cry for an hour and a half.
That I want to see. I've heard that show is very funny.
F my stupid weekend stories.
If I hadn't used the 12 gauge on my TV, I'd watch it. But I was very angry at my television. And I'm kidding, of course, Jimmy. I wouldn't shoot my television.
We should talk these things over before the show because, like, we should go in order of weekends. Like, there's no way Bicycle Story or me trying to load Logitech remote control thing follows I shot my computer.
I had to.
It doesn't work that way.
You blew up our spot.
It tasks me, and I will have it.
This just in. The neighbors were hoping for a suicide. Yeah, you really live in the wrong neighborhood. You know that.
And then
they know that.
Then I'm thinking, because all this stuff goes through your head, because it was very loud.
Yeah.
I had to go upstairs to my bedroom and first of all, I had to put the rifle away. Now, if well, I'm sorry you haven't, but seen my house.
Why would I?
When I walk up the stairs.
Why would I? I've only known you for 14 years. I guess when we hit the 20-year mark, I'll be invited to your house.
Once the pool's in, everyone's invited over. When you walk up the stairs, there's kind of a big window.
Right, yeah.
Now, from the street, if you look, you could probably see what's going on. I had to carry my rifle now back upstairs. So I'm carrying it upstairs. I'm trying to kind of keep it next to me in case anyone's peeking in the window. So I get it upstairs, and then I need my FireWire cable to plug my camera in. So now I'm coming back downstairs with what looks like rope. Because I have this spool of FireWire cable. And I'm just thinking, if someone's looking in, they really must be wondering what's going on. They hear a shot. I'm coming down with some kind of stuff to bind with.
Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. I felt great. It was wonderful.
You want Kenny to take your temperature?
No, it's fine. I feel
like
cool.
A lunatic.
I feel cool today.
You sound like a lunatic.
It was fun. You don't enjoy shooting rifles?
You're not allowed to be alone on weekends.
No?
No.
Yeah. I was lonely. My girlfriend's been away. I was lonely. She'll be back tonight, though. Yeah.
Not soon enough.
Why is she in Colorado? Did she want to go to Columbine to find someplace peaceful and relaxing?
Wow, man. That's a hell of a weekend.
It was a fun weekend.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Got a little song for you.
Oh.
For Ant's weekend. There you go.
This was me.
In your underpants, sliding across the floor. Except it's a little different, I'm sure.
It was exactly
a little different, you know,
like Risky Business.
Yeah, Tom Cruise having a little fun, little house party. Yeah.
I was home alone having fun. Uh-oh, Europeans. Get rid of them.
Great, that's a wonderful weekend right there.
It was fun.
Some dope. Enough about computer talk. How about them Pats? That's Jay from Boston.
That was computer talk?
Exactly.
Tech talk with Anthony. Murder it.
You know what's funny about the Pats' victory over the weekend?
Yeah.
New York papers are now calling them the cheaters.
The cheaters.
They don't even say the Pats anymore in the New York papers. It's cheaters are 3-0. Cheaters 3-0.
Cheaters. What's I don't remember that city. What city just had? Is that an expansion team? The Cheaters.
The Cheaters.
They gotta have that. Not the Cheetahs. The Cheaters.
All right, why don't we take a break? Kevin Smith, he came early and he's just been sitting in the green room.
Yeah, we'll get him in here.
We got off on a tangent here, so we're going to take our first break. It's a very, very busy Monday. Who else is coming in today?
It was supposed to be Nikki Sixx, but he's in Wednesday instead.
Oh, Wednesday? Okay. Oh. Wednesday. Our phone number, 877-212-O and Day. It's Opie and Anthony. Off to a good start here. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's my deal, Wade.
Really fast, instant feedback coming in like crazy here. Coke Logic from Whackbag. He writes, it's a little late, but Ant is great at troubleshooting computer problems. Lead Belly writes, me and Jimmy are happy. Dallas is 3-0. Happy with the Cowboys win there, Jimmy?
It's funny, but it was 3-3 the last time I looked, and then they wound up winning.
And
I'm not a good fan.
Lead Belly from FBA also writes, no girlfriend and no computer makes Anthony go crazy. Did you hear any of that in the green room, Kevin Smith?
Oh, sir. I was listening to it all, going like, I can't believe I arrived here early and on time to sit here and listen to rantings of a man who only recently got hip to like how bad PC is. Were you never a Mac guy before?
No, I had been a Mac guy, like on and off a little bit.
Superior machine,
but
sir.
yeah. For what I'm doing, you know something? I didn't realize that because all I did was gaming for the most part, and for that I needed my Windows computer because that's all the games that were available.
Right.
Pong for Mac, I wasn't really into. You know, I want to play good games, and then it just got to the point where I try to do anything on a Windows computer, and it's asking me for things. Nothing works. You could buy a Windows-based computer, and it'll work for like, I don't know, 6-8 months probably, pretty good. And then things just start falling apart on it. This doesn't work. This doesn't identify this anymore. And troubleshooting it yourself, like I said, you're spending 8 to 10 hours. I've been there 10 hours just trying to fix something and then gone, oh, okay, it's fixed, and I completely forgot what I did. So if it happens again, it's another 10 hours.
I'm not in any machine where the mouse has a left click and a right click.
You don't like that left and right click?
Once is enough.
See, some of the programs I use, though, you need that. So I do use a Microsoft mouse on my Mac.
Do you really?
So I could left click and right click. I need both clicks.
It's like having a hooker who'll do it all, and then still you insist on handling yourself. I
don't know.
You got the best thing.
I've been frustrated. I don't like put the control key. I'm like,
wait, can I jump in here a second? Yeah, he shot a computer last night.
I heard that.
It was
screw the Windows versus Mac. The guy,
he can understand.
The guy is shooting.
He can understand.
They're going like he's out of his mind.
He's shooting guns in his basement. He's not. This isn't Montana. It's Long Island in a Jewish neighborhood.
It's like a police shooting range. My basement.
On MySpace, holding a very lethal automatic weapon and thinking to myself, I don't know that guy at all.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to try to instill fear into anybody that might try to.
I want to be his friend. Maybe
carjack
I don't
me.
Want to be his
yeah, maybe not.
I don't want to be in that dude's top 8. Get a lot of NRA literature.
I do enjoy my weaponry, but I rarely use it.
I fired a gun like once in my life. That's it.
Really? Scary, or you like it?
There's too much kick to it.
Yeah.
It hurt my shoulder a little bit. I wasn't prepared. And they told me, too, it was going to have some kick to it. I'm like, what does that mean? I fired a BB gun. How bad can it be?
Yeah.
And it
must have been an old one.
It was pretty bad.
A lot of the newer guns, they don't do that anymore.
No
yeah,
kick.
Not much.
You've convinced me. I'm into guns again.
All right. Go pick one up.
Let's go shoot something.
Yeah, so
I was going to use the shotgun, but then I looked around the basement and went, you do a little collateral damage.
You know what?
If I use a shotgun.
Once again, showing a little responsibility.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because I looked around, I'm like,
See, when Anthony shows responsibility, it's a little different than our responsibility that we show.
It's a little rough.
Thank God your girlfriend's coming home today.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, Ant's left alone. It's never good.
I've been alone since Thursday, and I'm not an alone kind of guy. I'm one of those guys, like, I like having a girlfriend. I like having, friends and stuff. If I'm alone around the house, I'm just kind of like, I'm on the computer a little, and then I'll go, all right, let me cruise around. I'll drive around a little bit.
No, not drive around a little bit. Tell Kevin. I mean,
I drive around. I like driving fast, exotic cars, and just
he joined a car
drive around like that.
And what does that entail? Joining a car club? You just get to work on use a bunch of different cars.
You get whatever
like a menu.
car you want.
Access to weird cars.
Yeah,
How much
all
does that kind of
kinds.
thing cost?
It's a lot of money.
Is it annual or monthly?
It's annual, and it's a lot of money.
That sounds like rich man shenanigans.
It is. It's ridiculous.
Too much disposable disposable income.
It was
You're shooting
probably.
computers, You're driving expensive cars.
probably,
You don't
yes.
own.
So he was telling me in the office, it's the end of his weekend alone, and he decided to drive to work about 125 miles an hour.
Well, I had to get the GT and the Ford GT.
He had to get the car back to the car club.
So I drove it in, and there's not much traffic. It's 4:30 in the morning, so you could really the expressway. Woof, you could move. So I wanted to, get in fast.
To drive a Taurus.
Drive a Taurus.
Perhaps a Topaz.
Do they have a Dodge Neon in that car club?
I haven't seen one.
Like a 94, 95?
It might be parked behind the Lotus. I
really
didn't
exotic.
see it.
A Dodge Aspen wagon. I'll join the bit.
How about a Saab?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Some Saabs are very nice.
All right. So
It was a fun weekend. I had a
anything else you want to share?
a fun week. I'm trying to think. The rest of the
guns.
weekend I don't really remember much of.
Oh, good. Shooting guns going 125
I'm
miles an
teasing,
hour.
of course. That was fun. It was a fun weekend.
You sound like the kind of guy that needs somebody there as your Jiminy Cricket. Who's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
like, maybe you don't want to do that.
Kind of don't do that.
Maybe there's a better use for your time.
Yeah.
And if nobody's putting you in check, you're like, I'm going to shoot things.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot a computer that...
Well, it
If I could
annoyed
put a
me.
little
I never
more
would have
patience
just
and
shot a guy.
diligence into it.
I wouldn't have just looked around the house and gone, I need something to shoot. The computer looks good. I was so angered
Right.
by this computer. Not to say if I was angered by, people, I would start shooting people. I've been angered by people, and I don't even get a thought of shooting them.
Oh, that's good.
Most of the time.
I think you're like one bad day from being Tom Berenger and Betrayed.
You think that's how
Where you're like, we're going on a human hunt. Give him a gun with 6 bullets in it.
You're not too far
We're
from the
just
truth.
defending ourselves.
You're not too far from the truth, Kevin. Ant launches into some of these stories, and Jimmy and I start looking at each other like, I think today's the day. We got to get the straitjacket.
No, it's...
And Norton's in on that too?
A little
if
bit.
Norton's looking at
Believe
you
it or not,
going
a little bit.
He's weird, then that's weird.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
We just notice episodes from Anthony every once
We
in a
all
while.
have our weirdness and our fun.
I couldn't wait to come in here and talk about Into the Wild. I'm like, he trumped every story we could tell about the weekend, so
You're
gives
like,
a crap.
sat in
I
the
saw
theater
some.
and had somebody entertain me, and this
Yeah.
guy's like, I entertained myself.
And
cares?
I
Go
made
see it
sure
yourself.
I videotaped
Good
the whole
movie.
thing so I could edit it down
Put it
and
up
put it
there.
on YouTube as a sequel to my shredding my Vista disc in my paper shredder.
Which got 1.3 million views.
1.8, my friend.
You're up to 1.8.
It's 1.8, somewhere around there. 1.75.
So we can't wait to see the latest video. When will it be done? Today?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
It'll be up
after-
on
after work.
all the
Was
video
were
sites.
your 1.8 hits on YouTube or
Yeah, YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Have you guys been to RedTube yet?
What's RedTube?
RedTube is a pornographic version. PornoTube is
Yeah,
another one.
PornoTube's another one.
Xtube is one.
PornoTube was kind of disappointing, though. Like, I go there, and a lot of them don't
PornoTube
work.
doesn't load very fast.
Yeah.
I've discovered that.
Depends on the video you're watching.
And they...
Wait, I'm looking at RedTube. So this is
RedTube, I
you don't have to pay for this?
No, it's all free. I mean, a lot of it, of course,
my.
are just clips of draws from porn
movies.
but The homemade stuff is kind of
You
fun.
find a diamond in the rough there every
There was
so
a
often.
masturbating dog video, which I'd never seen before. And it was literally, it scared me because I was like, this is it, the next step in evolution. Dogs are going to, they've watched us too close.
And they figured it out.
Because he's mounted on this other dog. I don't even know if it was a male or female dog that he was mounted. But the other dog pulled away, as they sometimes do, even in the human world.
Yes.
And this dog, rather than just kind of try to remount, takes his 2 front paws, balances on his hind paws, and they have no, opposable digits like the
Yeah.
He puts clasps his 2 paws around the red thing. Can you say red thing on this hour?
I don't
Probably
think
not,
you
but
can say any of this.
who knows?
But I'm interested.
And starts
This is probably a story for
making
later.
Go
a
into
motion
it.
that we all know so well.
Wow.
I was flabbergasted.
That is some
I mean,
trick.
I've never seen it. It kind of scared me because I'm like, they know that, that's once you learn to do that, then you develop language skills.
Yeah, that's like the first step.
And then you take over.
To taking over.
It's coming from within. It's not from without.
You'll see that dog act on Ed Sullivan. The little jumping poodle.
But it was astounding. I'd never seen it before. And he was going to town, man. Like, he was going to get there.
Yeah.
Nobody else was going to help him. He was going to get there.
Wow.
And they always tell you, like, they just do it to mate. It's instinct. And I looked at that dude, and I was just like, that's me. That is totally me when my wife's like, no, not right now. And I'm just like, just watch me do it then.
You can be involved somehow.
Just look at it while I do it. And then afterwards, I'll feel bad.
You ever have a girl watch you, and then like as soon as things are done, you're like, God, am I not a sexy person?
Totally.
What did I do?
Filled with, like, utter self-loathing, too, where you're like, why did I ask you to watch? Me at my worst, so shameful, and you're watching my gut jiggle because my fist is slamming. Like,
thought it was going to get her all hot.
Totally. Like, maybe I'll trick her into it. Like, she'll just be like, well, I got it. Maybe it's a pity thing where she's like, I got to get in there because he's doing a horrible job by his own.
There is the mental state that just changes like that.
Oh, my God.
The second business is done, and you think, like, this is great, and then you're done, and then you go, wow, that was kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, it goes from sexy to awkward.
If you're ever into, like, the idea of, like, let's do a three-way kind of thing, you should take care of yourself first and then rethink it.
Rethink.
And then if you still want to go through with it, pursue it. Because the moment it ends, no matter where especially if you're involved in that kind of thing, you have to face the reality of, like, I invited this into my life.
And now you're going, uh-oh.
Yeah, this was such a mistake.
Boy.
This was bad.
Now you're just thinking that half your stuff is going to be gone.
God, RedTube. All right, E-Rock, we get it.
RedTube,
this is going to shut down the show. I can't.
E-Rock won't even stop.
Before I went to play poker last night, I had like an hour in the hotel room, so I was trying to send a file to somebody. I was waiting for him to jump online, so I was like, I'm going to check out RedTube. And I saw a video that made me feel a little gay for wanting to watch it, but it said world's smallest penis.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, well, I got to know if he's smaller than me. And I looked at it, and it was all...
hung like an acorn?
Beyond that. It was convex. It was
wow.
a lot of prepuce. Can you say prepuce?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
Term. Prepuce is the skin that, if you're not cut, hangs over it.
Oh, okay.
Probably not.
Prepuce,
what a word.
All prepuce, nothing peeking out, and it was literally a thumb and a pinky that was taking care of business. You can find it. I think it's on front page right now. Look at it.
It's got to
blow
be.
your mind, man. You just sit there going like, I feel huge next to this person. Who's the person that wants to sleep with this
Poor
person?
bastard.
Hey, how many dumps we have so far there, E-Rock? Yeah, we have a lot.
Really?
Oops.
Yeah, we got to be careful.
It's amazing.
Tom's losing his mind somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, Tom's freaking out.
Hey, let's talk about your book.
Of course, he just described his video.
Oh, they're on to me. They're on to me. Kevin Smith is in. He's going to be doing the whole show today, but let's make sure everyone knows you got a book out there, Kevin.
I got a book out.
My Boring Ass Life, The Uncomfortably Candid Diary of Kevin Smith.
Collects all the blogs that I wrote online.
And I was telling him off mic as he walked in that I the first page I opened to, it's an Opie and Anthony story.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second page, later on in the book, I open it up. I swear to God, it was another Opie and Anthony story.
That's the rigged copy
So,
that we put in.
Yeah, it's just every single one.
Just make sure it's as open hand on every page.
There's just radio people's names on different books that they give to.
Totally.
Hey, wow, that's great.
That would
Later on, I'm going to call in a man cow, do the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That is small writing and a thick book.
Isn't it?
There's a lot.
Wow, dude. You wrote a lot.
I did. Well, that's the thing. It was like I didn't intend to write a book. They just somebody, the Titan, the company that published the book, were like, "Hey, we want to publish your blog." And I was like, right on. I'm so down with that because it didn't require me to do any work. It was
It's already
done, right?
Totally.
Pre-did.
It's out. You can get it. Let's not talk about it too much, though.
All right.
It's a good book if you like reading about somebody else's life.
Are you doing any signings this week?
Yeah, I'm going to do a signing. We can talk about that, sir. Thank you for the opening. We're doing a signing on Saturday down at Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash in Red Bank. You guys don't go up to Canada, do you? Doing a Canada signing?
Yeah, we're in Canada.
We were supposed to go up to Canada and say hi to everybody, but we haven't done it yet.
But the signal goes.
And now it's winter, so we got to wait till next year.
The
again.
signal is up there.
Yeah.
Signing up there?
Signing on Wednesday at Indigo and on Bay in Toronto. They're one of their big bookstores or something like that. But it's a good book. Reaper comes on Tuesday, which is a show I directed the pilot for, and the pilots are good. But tune in, check out the pilot.
Yeah.
I'm done whoring.
I also want to.
Now let's just chat.
I want to talk about the that nice college boy that confronted you on the microphone.
No, the clip.
We tried to play the clip, but we had a bad copy of it.
Yeah, it's hysterical.
You know what's really weird about it is the guy who put the clip up was best friends with the guy in the clip.
With the guy.
What kind of friend does that? Where it's just like, you look like a real...
yeah, you're a complete tool.
Well,
so just...
And explain for everybody that hasn't... that don't know what we're talking about.
A guy gets up on mic.
I was at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
6,000 people in this room. Hall H, biggest room there.
Yep.
I've been holding court for like an hour and a half, 2 hours doing Q&A, and then a dude gets up and says something to the effect of, "Are you ever going to make a movie that doesn't suck?" or something like that.
Yeah, it was just a blatant insult. He stood up there to just insult you so he could be the guy that insulted you.
Yeah, I'm the guy that stepped up to the mic.
Yeah,
and
remember me?
Put you in your place.
Yeah, he's going to get all the chicks from it, and it's just going to be great.
Like that.
He thought out, like he thought, how is this going to be? Like a week down the road, how is this going to affect me? I'm going to be big man on campus.
Dude, you see what he said to Kevin Smith? That's the guy.
Totally.
That's the guy.
He was a legend.
Jackass.
For about 10 seconds.
Yep. 10
but
seconds.
I answered him as honestly as I could. I kind of took a different approach where I was just like, I gave him an answer like, we're doing these 2 movies next, and they're going to take a detour from what we've done previously. So I gave him a very earnest answer, and then I said, but then quickly kind of added in like, and I'm going to get to it as soon as and I can't even say the rest on.
Yeah.
It's you watch.
I didn't hear the clip.
Just watch the clip. You lambast.
I just did. It was, you know, when you're on a stage, somebody heckles, it's like you're loaded for bear anyway, just in case the moment like that ever happens.
Yeah.
So you always have the back pocket thing going on. And that dude just tripped the back pocket switch.
I like when he tried to come back to the mic, and you just like, and he's coming back.
He just kept coming back.
Sit down.
Man.
You just kept burying him?
Just went and went and went.
You know how humiliating that is for that dope?
Oh.
It's exactly what
he looked like an idiot.
6,000 people, dude, laughing at you, not with you.
Yeah.
And I was just like, just never attack. It's never a good idea to attack the guy with the microphone.
And the guy that, like, the people that are there are your fans. They're there to see you. So it's not even like you had to convince 6,000 people to like you or like your work. These people are there for that.
I hadn't spent the previous 2 hours going like, look, the Semitic community has to be put down. I'm tired of these Jews taking our job. You know, where the audience is like, we really don't like this guy.
Wow.
And somebody jumps up and they're like, we're with this guy. They were with me from the jump, and that dude just such a poorly chosen moment to take a shot.
He should have been tased by security.
Did you see that?
Of course.
Oh God, this is insane to me because I watched on YouTube. If you enter that into the Florida tasing, there are at least 50 different links,
different angles, different sound.
Like you see in the background of some of the shots the auditorium, which is at half capacity. Mm-hmm. So, giving him the benefit of the doubt, apparently he'd been speaking for an hour or 2 hours, and then they moved into the Q&A portion. Maybe some people were like, "I don't need to hear the Q&A part. I heard him speak. I'm gonna leave," and that's why I kind of half left, half there.
Yeah,
But there's at 50% capacity, you're happy for anybody to come up to the mic and ask a question, regardless of how long or stupid or inane it may be. So, like, the fact that dude was being rushed off mic was just like, who else is going to ask a question? Let him stay, man. Don't rush him off. But then, 6 security guards and threatening to tase him, and you hear the dude going, "Bro, don't tase me, bro."
When you say "bro, don't tase me," you're getting tased.
I'm sure the security guy is just like,
here's the owl.
But it wasn't insane where you're just sitting there watching different angles.
Yeah.
Like everybody, there were more cameras in the audience than people watching Carrie speak.
Different, and depending on where the camera was, you picked up better sound, so you heard like the security, and then you heard the audience, you heard the guy, depending on which view you got. One of my favorite views, because there are probably 2 or 3, is a couple of dudes in the background laughing. Right. You see that one? They're literally like, they just don't care. And then there's another one where there's some chick just screaming, and she's all distressed about it. Help me! Help me! Help! The guy's screaming, help me! And then... Right. And then the ow, the private pile getting hit with the soap and the friggin' pillowcase, ow.
We kind of liked the fact that he got tased.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't.
There was the question that dude was asking was not that bad.
He seemed like it wasn't a bad question, but the way he was asking it, he was being like a douche, but... He didn't deserve a tasing for that. He deserved a tasing for just, regardless of I can stand up here and talk. He asked like 3 questions already. Right. They were kind of rhetorical questions. They were questions to show that, look, I think you're an ass, so I'm going to bring this stuff up. Weren't you in the Skull and Bones that President Bush is in and stuff?
I was intrigued at that point.
You know,
I was like,
yeah.
Is he?
Skull and Bones.
Conceded the election? Is this guy on to
Skull
something?
and Bones.
It's that Skull and Bones thing
the
again.
brother brotherhood that no one knows about.
Oh, wow.
So they shut his mic off, and it was time for him to leave, regardless of if he should have been asked to leave or whatever.
Right.
The second they ask you to leave,
Right.
leave. If they start grabbing you and you resist, now they got you on resisting. So it's not.
They would have you on resisting if you were a police officer. They were security guards, man.
Yeah.
Those aren't.
Yeah, they
those
weren't
aren't cops. They can't pull you over.
I'm amazed they give
for doing
security guards
120 and
tasers.
shooting a computer with a rifle. Those guys.
Yes.
Can't arrest you.
I expected to get tased less.
Exactly. I thought to me it's like you're a student at presumably he's a student at that college, right? Maybe he's not, but presumably he is. Part of your tuition is a student activities fee for things like this. They pay to bring in speakers and stuff. So that dude kind of paid to have that guy there. Even if his question is totally terrible, which it was just so long-winded, he wouldn't get the
he wouldn't
mark
stop.
part of it. It was a lot of setup to like what ultimately the final question would have been like, aren't you a douche? You know, or something like that.
Yeah.
But he took a long time getting there, but he paid for the right to kind of ask that question.
Yeah.
He wasn't making, like, if he was just making a political statement or asking a genuine question,
Right.
that's one thing. But what he's doing is just standing there kind of yelling at a guy without, everyone kind of saw what he was doing, which was just kind of being like a little, just like a baby. He was being like a little baby, and they were just moving him off mic. And
I think
the rest of the people paid tuition too, but they didn't pay to hear this jackass just yelling without a real. They might have wanted to hear a real question and answer, and this idiot's just screaming and monopolizing his time.
I think his whole goal was to make a scene that day.
I agree. You're right.
Well,
Like,
he
didn't
mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Because he
YouTube
made
video,
quite the
yeah.
scene, man.
And we talk about this on the show, and I think he was thinking YouTube video. Here's my YouTube video.
Everyone's thinking.
Everyone's
that now.
thinking, you know,
It's
what can I
just,
do to be the star of YouTube for a day? I just felt like he didn't really
Does
have
he
a
have a
real
lawsuit
question.
on his hands? Does anybody think?
I don't know.
No, because when they're trying to walk him away, he's like yanking his arm away. And it's like
he.
That's it.
to me, yeah, he's like
He said something like the cops weren't.
That just means like if you're in the mall and like somebody's like, "Well, sir, we don't want you shopping in the store," and you're like, "I have a right to shop in the store." If security shows up, they could tase you for that.
It's not. We don't live in an age where you can say, "I'm a taxpayer. I have a right to." If someone asks you to do something,
at the drop of a hat, man. Even to their children,
I'm
like,
a
what are taxes?
taxpayer.
Totally.
We're at a point now where if someone asks you to leave or you don't, just leave. Just leave. If the cops ask you to do anything, put your hands behind your back, and you're innocent, put your hands behind your back. You're going to go down to the station and then plead your case, because if you resist at all, you're screwed.
Right.
You're getting tased, you're getting maced, you're getting whatever.
If the cops do it to you.
Yeah.
Do we all agree these weren't police officers, though?
No, they were security guys.
Right.
I wonder if they were licensed though, because he was a presidential candidate at one point. They might have to have a certain level of security.
They have to have.
It wasn't like
something.
it had to be a little better than a rent-a-cop.
You can't just.
It had to be better than mall security.
Well,
I don't think
Secret
security-
Service, man. They certainly weren't dressed
No,
in
they
like black
weren't.
suits with earpieces or
But
anything
you gotta
like
think
that.
they're a little better than.
You can't just buy a taser if you're a security guard and go, I'm going to carry this just in case. I think
They had a tasing incident. This is going back a few months. I think it was May in UCLA. There was a kid in the library who looked a little bit not white, as they say, a little Middle Eastern or something. like that. And they asked for his library card or whatever badge gets you into the library, and he's like, I don't have it on me. And it was almost the same situation. They're like, you're gonna have to leave, and he's just like, I go to school here. I paid for the right to be here, and he got tased, man.
Just
and
leave.
of course, every cell phone camera in the joint.
Oh,
came
yeah,
out and
yeah.
captured it.
I can't get enough of those videos. The last thing I'm
Tased
thinking
like
is,
crazy.
why are they getting tased? I don't care. I don't care.
I don't want the lead up. I just want that.
You just want to hear the sick electronic click.
Yeah, that clicking
leads to the
and the
shriek of
screaming.
agony.
And the attitude adjustment. F you. I'm sorry.
Oh, they instantly
They turn on
compliant.
it. Yeah. We got to take a quick break. We got Kevin Smith doing the whole show with us today. It's Opie and
I'm here
Anthony.
all day.
Phone number 877-212-O&A. Hey, good morning. Opie and Anthony, Kevin Smith in studio all morning long, just kind of shooting the S.
Totally.
We got it.
What is the S thing?
Yeah, what's the S word? I'm tired of the initials. Yeah.
Shoot the scene, man. Just shoot.
Yeah.
Shooting this system, if you're Anthony.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Couldn't think of a better computer word with S.
Were you a little little worried about the story that Anthony told this morning there, Jimmy?
Well, I was more annoyed that I had a computer story, and then that he shot his, and I was like, all right, well, I just couldn't figure it out.
Well, up until the shooting point, our stories were very similar.
Yeah.
We had some equipment, some hardware that the computer wasn't recognizing.
You kind of wrecked the whole show today, by the way. See, you know better. You got to start off slow, and then that's the big story for this show.
I was very aggravated.
I had a nice riff on Kid Nation I wanted to do.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, it made me laugh hard. It's Survivor for little kids.
It seems just like televised child abuse is what it is.
Remember when we were kids and the cartoons and stuff was cool, but then they decided to make the cartoon characters into kids?
Right.
And that was kind of cool. That's how Kid Nation is Survivor for little kids.
Oh, like the Archies?
Yeah,
where they made the Archie kids and then
Muppets to Muppet Babies.
Muppet Babies. Yeah.
It's the whole feel of Survivor, but it's done with the kids are between 8 and 15.
So all you get are kids crying. Like in Survivor, it's like,
right?
oh, God, they get mad and they're disappointed that they didn't win the challenge or this. With this, you just get kids crying.
CBS knows they have a hit on their hands because they replayed the first episode over the weekend, and I finally got to see it, and it's 2 hours of kids crying for mommy.
That's fantastic.
That's what you want to do. You want to gather a bunch of individuals who have low self-esteem and no identity yet.
Yeah.
And berate them until they cry.
And throw them together
and
in a Lord of the Flies atmosphere.
They leave them raw materials and like a little cookbook, so they're trying to figure out how to cook pasta, and like, no, you just throw the pasta in before the water boils. So they're eating pasta the first night. It's just
crunchy.
It's just a brick of pasta.
Somebody I know knows somebody that works on the show, and they said that the kids, when they talk to the kids, they're like, I really hope I win this because my brother needs an operation.
Oh, no.
Dad's out of work. Like heartbreaking stories.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking stories.
That's probably why the parents shipped them off to this thing.
Yes.
So they could get a little cash.
This kid.
You win. You have to win for the family. Not too much pressure.
And don't they give him like a gold, like a real gold star?
Yeah.
Like that?
The girl Sophia, she won the first gold star. It's worth like $20,000. I have a connection to Sophia, who's the star of Kid Nation.
What?
It's one of my niece's best friends from Florida.
Thought it was your fiance.
Oh, no.
Now that she won the gold star.
But my niece was up recently from Florida and said, my best friend, all of a sudden out of nowhere, Sophia is going to be gone for 4 months, and she wasn't allowed to talk about where she was going, but she went to film Kid Nation. So I have a little connection to this show. But man, we're trying to get the clips because the kid's crying. It's hilarious.
Yeah, we got to pull some clips off of that.
It's so funny. This one 8-year-old's just like, I'm too young for this. I just need to go home.
I want my mommy.
You want to talk about a bunch of kids who are going to get self-aware real quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too young for this.
I'm too young.
Like, yes, you are.
Yeah,
your parents are cruel and hateful. Get out of Kid Nation.
Hey, we got a Taze clip where the guy changed his tune. You guys were mentioning that before the break.
Yeah.
I think we got one. Is this the library guy or another one?
350 pounds.
Yeah. You got the headphones.
Wow. Okay, so...
because who brought it up? They said, you got the attitude, and then you get hit with that thing, and within not even a second.
Oh, yeah, you're done.
I mentioned that.
Jimmy mentioned that, and all of a sudden you just behave instantly. Here it is.
Relax. Mike? Stop it. Probe in here in a second. You are under arrest. Do you understand?
For what?
For failing to stop when signaled by the police. Stop. You understand you're under arrest? Index, do it. Go. Okay. Get on your stomach. Give it to him again. No. Okay. Put your arms out. Oh my! Put your arms out. Okay. You gotta get it again, Mike. I'm sorry, man. Don't fight, Mike.
Sorry.
Relax your hand. Hold on.
He's apologizing for being tased. All right, look, I'm sorry. Anything, please.
That was such an about face.
Oh, yeah.
I can't help but think a lot of these cops really get off on hitting them the second time.
Okay.
Hit him again.
Who's the guy saying hit him again? Another cop, you think?
Yeah. Like, why would you need to hit him again at that point?
Okay.
We have a couple of tasers here. Which one?
That's the same one.
Yeah. Oh, it is? Yeah. All right, what about this guy?
That's it.
Okay. No. Okay.
No, because you're just anticipating it. How did we invent this? This is like modern day torture equipment. It's like the rack. Like that's probably the same sound people made when they were being put in the rack. And you start cranking it. No.
Law enforcement's always thinking, man.
Yeah.
They took a few of their other weapons away, so they come up with some new ones.
We need some non-lethal.
Non-lethal,
Yeah, right.
but also...
But effective.
Yeah, humiliating and really terrifying.
And people will just completely do an about
anyone
face.
ever felt anything close to it? Anyone ever do the
No.
experiment?
I know every cop's got to like kind of do it. Or pretty much that was the rule a while ago.
Do you lose control of your bodily functions?
I don't know if every time. I'm sure if you had to really go bad, you probably would.
Oh, I would.
But
I would lose it if they pulled it out without even using it or threatening me with it. If I saw it in his holster and he pulled me over, I would just lose it. Especially after hearing a 350-pound man go, okay.
Yeah, don't make me tase you. Officer, I'm sorry.
Can you continue to date somebody after you've seen them?
I know. That's just. Can you have
mass?
Can you have any friends over to watch the game without just
Hey, I thought you were pretty metal, man, until they tased you.
Hey, we're getting some requests here now. James in New Hampshire, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey. You got to play the girl that's singing and gets tased for Kevin. That one is fantastic.
Which one is that? E-Rock will find it.
She's doing karaoke, and they hit her right in the middle.
Oh, that was that was a huge video on YouTube and Break.com, right? Yeah.
This wasn't a cop, right? This was like one of her buddies.
I think this is Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah.
She's singing, all right,
we got
some smart ass decides to tase her in the middle of her singing.
Another person trying to make their YouTube video. What?
It was her boyfriend.
Oh, yeah. This
tased her while she was singing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the most viewed videos, I believe, on Break.com. Check this out, Kevin.
Where should you face
Boy, did she squeal.
How long did that relationship last?
Not long, no.
What kind of relationship do you have where you think I can do this and we'll be okay after it?
Well,
how do I make up for this? I'm sorry, I just thought it'd be real funny.
I did tase a girlfriend. I did.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because I built one at Radio Shack. I had a schematic and I soldered it together and everything, and it didn't arc between the contacts,
right?
So I didn't think it worked. So I checked it, with a voltmeter and everything, and it seemed to work, but I had to test it, so I just kind of put it on my girlfriend's leg as she was sitting there. This is years ago. Obviously, I don't go out with her anymore. And pushed the button real quick, and it worked. She was crying for days. Oh, and she would just not let it go.
No.
No. She was
so
mad.
A similar story in which I put something on a girlfriend's leg, but not quite the same.
Not quite the taser. But she was equally as mad.
Some sort of release, but yeah, she was pretty ticked and refused to be with me anymore.
By the way, just a little more info. The guy that got tased at the Curry event, he was definitely trying to make a YouTube video. He has a website full of pranks, the Andrew Meyer. It's andrewmeyer.com. So, he wasn't really there to...
Do you think that dude is like, oh, I'm done with this?
Yeah, after that, it's like, all right, my pranking days are over.
My moment.
He's got the hit video now. He's very happy. We're still talking about it. It's over a week old now.
I can't imagine that dude doesn't try to sue somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he even said, like, the cops were right to do, or whatever they were right to do what they did. He said that.
Really? So he claimed some sort of culpability?
Yeah. And then he was telling people...
Like, don't say that.
No,
dude.
never
sue.
say that.
Just immediately sue.
Hey, let's go to Jessica in Jersey. Jessica.
Yeah?
What's up, Jessica? You're on the show.
Hey. How are you?
Hey. Good.
I listen to you guys every morning. You freaking rock.
Oh, thank you. We got Kevin Smith in today, by the way.
Yeah, sweet. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Who gives, 2.5 taser guns? That's what I don't understand. Rent-a-cops, 5.0, 2.5. Who gives them?
5.0. Oh, they're calling 2.5.
I didn't make that connection.
I'm thinking, all right, 5.0 at 2.5.
A 2.5.
I know. I figured I should explain a little bit. But, who honestly gives them taser guns? Those are the kids who get picked on in high school, and then people actually give them a taser gun? Like, I just don't understand this. This society is ridiculous nowadays.
You just think it's insane that the cops are allowed to do this, huh?
Or security guards.
It's just disgusting. I mean, like...
Oh, man, in the old days, that was bullets, though. I mean, we've come a long way.
That is
Yeah,
true.
no, but we're not allowed to voice our opinion anymore, and, like, you know, we bother the politicians, so we're allowed to get tased. But what about the freaking politicians who are bothering us, like, every other day? Like, I want to see one of them get tased.
Well, it's not that extreme, miss. You're allowed to express political dissent. Get a hold of yourself, would you? Just settle down. All right, relax. Stop trying to stand in front of a tank and have a moment. Just give yourself a break.
Let's go to Jason and Rye.
Simmer down.
Simmer down a bit. Jason, what's up?
Hey guys, I was wondering if you heard about the latest military weapon, which is the pain gun.
Oh, what's the pain gun?
That's when they just put it on Front Street. They're like, what should we call it? I don't know, the pain gun.
The pain gun.
We're going to call it the pain gun.
What does it do, sir?
It's specifically tuned to the nerve endings of humans to just cause pain, and they just flee.
Wait, it hits you. Is it a bullet or what is it?
It's microwaves.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Microwaves. Sounds like Tesla's death ray. The death ray.
Yeah.
Tesla, everyone knows him for the funny, little electric coil that makes your hair stand up and stuff. But he had some wacky inventions.
Everybody. I just know the band.
I know. I never heard of Tesla.
Thank you, Jimmy.
He acts like it's Einstein or somebody we don't talk
Tesla's the guy who created the Tesla coil.
Yeah, the Tesla coil where the kids in school.
If you watch the old Frankenstein movie where the electrical charge goes up.
Yeah.
Without Tesla, they wouldn't have had that effect.
Yeah, but I call it the electrical looking light that goes up. No one knows it's the Tesla coil.
That's
Tesla
not nearly
coil.
as marketable name as the pain gun.
Yeah,
the pain gun.
Isn't every gun a pain gun, though?
Yeah,
Aren't
pretty
they
much.
all kind of tuned
Just
to like hit your nerve endings.
The word gun in itself pretty much means there will be pain involved if it's pointed at you and the trigger is
I
pulled.
can't imagine receiving an electrical charge. Like I remember, I don't know if it's still in vogue. Do kids still do it? Like when you wanted to test an old 9-volt battery, see if it was.
Oh,
dead,
yeah,
put
yeah.
it on your tongue.
On your tongue.
And it had this weird quote unquote taste, but really that was a small electrical charge.
There's a shot going through your tongue, just screwing with your
That
taste
was
buds.
painful and weird. I can't imagine what it would be like to be hit with something.
Oof.
And I don't ever want to know.
No,
Hey.
that's why. Just comply.
Hey, we were speaking about YouTube videos. Can we say so frustrating, man?
You just figure it out.
Man relieves himself. Yes?
Yeah, okay.
Give it a shot.
Had to change the word there. Man relieves himself on dying woman, declaring it YouTube material.
Oh.
We were just discussing.
Oh, my God.
What? They dumped out of that?
Yeah, they ain't going to do that.
Wow.
Because
Is that a
it's
news story?
what
Was
you're
it a
doing.
news story?
It's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Remember, you can talk about things, certain things. You just can't talk about what it's doing, where it's going,
But
or
these
that's-
rules are ridiculous.
Yeah, it
Little
is.
kids talk. This is the first thing kids talk
It
about is this type of stuff.
There was a woman
That's a news story.
who apparently
And it's a news
collapsed.
story, too.
A woman collapsed in the street.
Right.
This gentleman decided it would be a good idea for a YouTube video to do something to her that you would normally do standing up after you've had many beers at a bar.
See how we have to explain stuff? Ken?
That pretty much explains it.
And
That is
suppose
more
in a way.
confusing to me.
Of course it is.
Right,
than
and
what he
of
just
course.
and supposedly it's to protect the children, but this is the first thing kids talk about is this type of stuff.
I know.
When they
there are
finally
no
realized.
kids, no kids listen to the show because they're all busy at work at Kid Nation, trying to earn a gold star
To save the
And
family.
Meanwhile, those children aren't protected.
Yeah.
but they're protecting
It's
them from hearing this
just
story.
ridiculous.
But getting to the meat of that story, if anyone followed what that was at all,
Exactly.
is that like an AP or a wire service story?
Oh, yeah, this is a biggie today. Shouting, this is YouTube material. A 27-year-old British man blanked on a dying woman who had collapsed on the street. The BBC and local Hartlepool Mail and Northern Echo tell us. He also doused her with a bucket of water and covered her with shaving cream. The woman, 50-year-old Christine Lakinski, died at the scene of pancreatic failure.
She died at the scene of that?
In a sad sign
What
of
a
the
way to
times,
go. To have all that stuff on you and go, wow, this is my final moment.
Right. In a sad...
Wait, was she dead when he started doing these things?
She was dying. She was like...
dying.
Yeah, it was obvious there was a real issue happening on the street, and instead of the guy maybe helping her, decided, wow, this is my YouTube moment. In a sad sign of the times, it was all recorded on a mobile phone. In court, Anthony Anderson said he had smoked a joint and been drinking with 2 friends when they spotted Lekinski. He faces jail after pleading guilty to outraging public decency.
In court, his
you just been pwned.
In court, his defense was, but I'm Benny Hill.
Yeah.
This is how I make my living.
Put the Benny Hill music
I was slapping an old guy on his bald head.
Can I ask, where I understand where he got some of the stuff he put on her, but where did he get the shaving cream and the bucket? When there's a dying woman, where do you get shaving cream and a bucket of water?
Spur of the moment.
How do you have
Hang
that
on,
handy?
ma'am. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Don't die yet. And she's thinking help's coming.
Did he have an
There it is.
He had
Now it's just funny.
An anvil with Acme written on it. He dropped it on her head.
With sounds.
How
You
long
need some
is
of
it,
those.
do you think, before somebody just shoots? This sounds like somebody shooting a death.
Yeah.
But just even worse, like a murder and putting it on YouTube, going like, I wanted to get a high hit count.
Yeah.
I wanted to beat the Britney guy.
Right. Leave Britney alone.
I spent an entire evening watching nothing but like convenience store surveillance camera video.
Well, that's much better than hanging out in your basement.
Well, it was very entertaining, and there are some people that can take a taser, which amazes me. There's a guy that shot him right in the chest area and zapped him. He got a jolt, but never got off his feet, ripped the things right out of his chest, and then just started coming after the cops. And then you get to see people just get shot and killed, which is kind of odd in this day and age. You're
Where
just
are you
like,
seeing
wow.
this stuff?
Break.com. YouTube's got a lot of robbery things, people. There's one and there's some that are funny. There's this one guy who's trying to break into a liquor store that's just hysterical. He's falling down, trying to climb the fence, and then he's trying to come through the ceiling tiles, and all you see is surveillance view, so you don't see the actual ceiling, but you see some stuff falling, and then you just see tiles and him hit a big rack of booze, and he just falls on the floor, and then he can't get out. He's trying to break the front window, and he can't get out, so he just decides to sit down on a box and smoke a cigarette until the cops come. He just gave up. He tried to climb out with another ladder and just fell on another rack of booze.
Why couldn't he just get a chair and throw it through the window?
He took a hand truck, and he was ramming it into this window that would not break.
Wow.
Just wouldn't break.
What a weakling.
So he sat down here and just smoked the cigarette, and the cops came.
No, what's ridiculous? YouTube will have no problem with those, but if you do something a little
sexual, they don't like it.
Then
all.
they lose their mind.
Don't show boobies.
Our society's just ridiculous.
You know, I think more so they know that they can get away with that. Yeah, there's the guy falling. A few ceiling tiles fall, and then he just comes tumbling down on top of the booze.
That's really funny. Someone's saying you screwed up, Professor Anthony.
What did I do?
It's very rare when Anthony screws up.
Oh, my God.
But you guys got to forgive him. He had a wild weekend, shooting guns and driving 125 miles an hour all over Long Island.
Did he improperly define the Tesla coil?
I'm hoping. Matt, what's up?
What did I do?
Yeah, Anthony, if you were to grab a Tesla coil, I'm pretty sure more than just your hair standing up would happen to you. That's the DeGrasse generator?
Yeah.
You said it was a Tesla coil. That's the thing that they had in the Frankenstein movie.
Oh, right. Which is the one that is the round? I thought they were both the same, to tell you the truth.
No, I think it's called a Van de Graaff generator. It's the round ball. It generates...
Oh, it makes the kids in school, their hair stand up.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
That's
me
why
and
it
Jimmy were
confused
thinking
me.
the same thing,
Right.
man.
But I correctly identified the Tesla coil as the Frankenstein movie.
Right.
Yes.
I recognize the movie.
Points for me.
I've seen that.
And Tesla was in The Prestige.
That's right. He was a character played by David Bowie.
David Bowie. That movie was really good.
It's actually a pretty watchable flick.
I like that one.
All right, Matt.
Is this guy sorry that he did this to this woman, by the way? It's like, he should just be shot. They should just shoot him in court.
All right.
Well, we can film that video.
That'll make a good YouTube video.
Before we take a break, Ty in Georgia. What's up, Ty?
Yeah, I picked up a car battery one time, and I'd been working on a car. I was all sweaty, and both the terminals hit my chest at the same time while I was wet. That shit'll knock you right on the
Whoa!
ground.
Hey, with the S word. Hey,
potty mouth.
So what
Yeah.
happened to this guy? He picked up a battery with sweaty hands and it knocked you right on the ground.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot worse than a little 9-volt on the tongue, that's for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
it put me right on the
The
ground.
salt in your sweat.
Well, it depends how long you hold the 9-volt on your tongue, sir. Let's be fair.
If you just tap it.
That is a weird feeling.
Every kid's done it, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, dude, do that.
But they don't. Do you think, like, I've never told my kid to do that, but when I was a kid, I was told to do that, to test a battery.
Yeah.
It's one of those things they just don't tell kids anymore because they're like, it's wrong, don't do
It's
it.
just bad. It'll hurt them.
But when I was a child, you had to do that in order to see if the battery was any good.
Yep.
All right, we got to take a break. When we get back,
There are things like that, and the Indian sunburn. Remember that one where you just grab someone's wrist and twist in
backwards
opposite
or-
directions with that? You don't see that anymore.
Nobody, they don't do that.
What do they do these days?
Instead, they take shaving cream to a dying woman.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's
All right.
all the rage with kids these days.
they up the ante a little bit.
Now they just go on YouTube and kind of do some stuff, but to your buddies, like, what do you do?
Hey, Cruel Circus from Long Island. No, Kevin is still wrong. The Frankenstein thing isn't a Tesla coil; it's a Jacob's ladder.
What?
Wow.
I don't know.
I stand corrected.
These people.
Hey, when we get back, we got to talk about the Iranian president. He's in New York City.
Yep.
Thank God.
A mere few miles from where we're broadcasting from.
Oh, I couldn't be happier that
prevented me
they.
from getting a good hotel room in the city.
Yep.
Well, we'll talk about that. We'll talk
And
about
it'll
the
be a
traffic.
nice
We'll talk about
18-hour drive home.
He personally prevented me from getting a nice
Yes.
hotel room.
Personally.
He's standing at the front counter going, not this guy.
We'll get into that after the break, and of course, we have to talk about Marcia and Jan Brady.
Big story.
Big
That
story
to
over
me,
the weekend.
story of the day.
Lesbo.
And Kevin Smith's book, which comes out tomorrow, My Boring Ass Life, The Uncomfortably Candid Diary of Kevin Smith, is a nice, fat, already softcover book. Very easy thing to bring on a plane.
Yes.
For you, man.
I don't even know if it's that easy to bring on a plane, but it will definitely
Well, it might
stop
not
a
make
bullet.
the weight. I mean, this is a big book. There's a lot of
Something to have
content.
in your jacket. If somebody's racing at you to tase you, have a copy.
Yes.
Of this.
Oh,
This will take the
It'll
charge,
protect you.
man.
It's Opie and Anthony.
Seems so low rent. You're like, I could have done that.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show. Kevin Smith in studio, trying to tell Jimmy that he might have an earwig in his ear.
It was just an option. I wasn't saying that's what it was, but
I
he
have a
said he
little-
had an itch in his ear.
I have a little itch that keeps coming back to my ear, so I'm thinking I have a tumor in my brain.
Captain Kirk,
I want to thank.
put creatures in our bodies.
I want to thank. I want to thank Kevin Smith for all the phone calls we're going to get later today. You don't think I really have an earwig, do you? You think Kevin was just saying
An
that for the
earwig.
show? No,
We were
Jamie,
off-
you don't have an
we were off
earwig.
mic at that point. though.
It wraps itself around the cerebral
Candling, sir.
cortex.
Go into an ears, nose, throat guy and get candling done. They stick the cone in your ear, they light the cone on fire, and it clears wax out of your ear.
I heard that was a scam. Really?
This dude showed me a glob of wax came out of my head where I was like,
That's what I heard, but
can't
I
believe
hear
I'm
it
not
because
deaf.
it's waxed. Like the paper itself is coated with wax. So when you light it,
I tasted it. It tasted like my earwax.
earwax. Oh, okay, then it's
Gave it a
earwax.
chew. I was like, that's a
Yeah,
lot.
I gave it a chew.
tastes
Just
like
a
peanut
pinch
butter?
between the cheek and gum.
It's got to taste like peanut butter for earwax. Yeah, candling supposedly
Yeah.
a scam.
I believe in candling. I believe in leeches. No.
Leeches are good.
Candling, I don't know. I saw result. Anything that produces results, I tend to believe.
There's nothing wrong with that. Let's go to Oscar in Jersey. Oscar, what's up?
Hey, Ope, early in the morning you said you saw Into the Wild. How was it?
Yeah, we're lucky here in New York City. They had a few screenings. I think the movie comes out October 4th or 5th,
What's the
somewhere
movie?
around Into the Wild.
Into the Wild.
I loved it, man.
Did you read the book, Ope?
Absolutely. I read the book about 10 years ago, 12 years ago, something like that?
Yeah, man, the book was great. I just can't wait to see the movie.
You know, I was telling Kevin Smith, like, there's a lot of movies aren't as good as the book.
Yep.
It becomes something maybe different or whatever. I mean, this stays true to the book, and I enjoyed it just as much as the book, if not better.
Did they show him paddling through Mexico? You know, in the book they're talking when he's in Mexico paddling through, like, all this shit canal. Oh.
Whoa, hey,
Sorry,
hey.
People love that word. Such a good word.
They
They
show
really ought to legalize that word
know.
or whatever it is.
Jeez,
Just
come on.
desensitize it because everyone uses it.
Everyone
It's
uses
so
it.
common.
Yeah, it just makes the word have power.
It's nothing sexual.
No.
It's just a fun word.
The opposite of
Yeah, it shows him paddling and whitewater rafting, all that stuff. The star of the movie, he lost 41 pounds for the big scene at the end.
You're going to have to excuse my ignorance. What is it about?
Into the Wild?
Yeah, never read the book.
It was a
Know
kid
nothing about
that
the movie.
kind of sort of came from a broken family. They definitely hinted at that more in the movie, and decided he was a really smart kid, decided he just wanted to take off. And he started backpacking for 2 straight years. And they swear he wasn't nuts. He burned his IDs. He had like $24,000 he left to charity.
And what year does this take place in?
92, 94, somewhere in there.
Yep.
And
I was going to say if it was 1850, it wouldn't have been that spectacular.
Right. And then
he ate somebody who stayed alive.
And then
the Donner Party.
He pretty much disappeared and was backpacking for 2 straight years, and he wanted to, go to the wilderness in Alaska, the ultimate adventure, and he ended up dying up there.
You ruined the ending.
How did they go into about him dying? Did they follow what the book said about eating the...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But supposedly some info has come...
Spoilers.
Nah, I mean...
That's how it ends? He just flat out dies?
It's actually how it begins, and it's very slow.
But I don't...
Some dudes there with shaving cream. YouTubing it.
I don't feel bad giving the ending of this away because
it's a book.
It's a book, and everyone knows the book. A lot of people read this book, and I guess some info has come out since what's his name wrote that book that it might have been mold on the seeds, and that he actually ate the right berry.
Oh, see, I didn't know that he died by eating a poison berry or something.
Well,
he definitely dies in a truck.
Oh wow!
Actually, a bus.
In a truck.
Wait. Were
Jeez,
these?
are you spoiling everything?
Were these crunch berries? Because if not, then I have no fear that I will eat these poison berries.
The guy would never. Only berry I eat.
Only berries I eat. Crunch berry, Captain Crunch.
The book basically talks about how he was very experienced and he knew what to eat from the land, and he made a crucial mistake where he ate this one berry thinking it was okay for you, but it actually was very similar to another berry that's poisonous. But the author was on Oprah. Don't ask. I saw Into the Wild, so I'm like, I got to watch some Into the Wild stuff. So the author came on, and he found out after he wrote the book that actually the seeds might have been okay, and they were moldy, and that caused what happened to him.
The problem is he ate the berry from the dingle tree.
You know what that'll do.
You know what this berry did, though? It shut down his digestive system, so he couldn't digest food anymore, and he starved to death.
And then
Imagine
Hunters
that.
found him like 3 days after he died.
But do you
Hunters found him.
Do you still void?
You could still try to eat, but it does nothing for you.
So you're eating, but is it still going through your system? It's just not draining any nutrition out of it, or is it sitting in your...
Good question.
I'm looking for the... Is this why I'm so fat? Did I eat a bad berry, and that's why I just can't lose
moldy
weight?
crunch berries.
My friend's actually in that movie, Into the Void.
Seriously?
Yeah, Into the Wild. Steve Wigg. He's Lars' assistant. He has a small part. He plays like a ranger.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, there was a ranger... Oh, well, I won't give that part away.
Oh yeah, don't ruin the movie.
But
I told you everything that happens up to the credits.
You know what?
I don't want to tell you anything else.
But Into the Wild was a huge book, and I thought everyone knew it. And like me and my girlfriend, fiance, are going to the movie. And I tell her, yeah, the guy dies at the end. She was really mad at me, but then by the end of the movie, it didn't matter.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah?
That was a quick correct. Did you get a yelling at for something at one point?
No.
Like, you better start calling me your fiance.
No, I'm just starting to get used to...
Go for fiance.
I'm just used to saying girlfriend for so long. And
She's still your girlfriend, dude.
Yeah, I know, and I like saying girlfriend better because it just sounds like more natural.
Fiance's too fancy and too like fake sounding.
It sounds queer.
Yeah. Fiance.
It's a little foo-foo.
Now, Into the Wild is going to be massively huge. It was filmed beautifully. The music, and it's going to kill Anthony because he doesn't like this dude, but Eddie Vedder did an amazing job with the music.
I like Eddie Vedder. I just make fun of him a lot.
Do you really like him? But he doesn't sound like that anymore.
Oh, he
He's
doesn't?
really evolved. The music in Into the Wild is amazing. I can't wait to pick up the soundtrack.
Who stars in it? Is like a big celebrity?
Emil Roland's here.
Emil Hirsch.
Thank you.
Who is he?
He's the kid that's going to play Speed Racer.
Oh, right.
They're shooting the
Okay.
Speed Racer movie.
Yeah.
That probably doesn't help you. He was in The Girl Next Door. You never saw that?
That wouldn't help him either.
He was in, most recently, did you see a movie called Alpha Dog?
No.
Watch Alpha Dog. It was actually a pretty good watch.
Really?
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, he was really, really good in this film. So thanks, Oscar.
All right, later.
Who directed? You didn't say.
Sean Penn.
Sean Penn.
Right?
Right on. Spicoli made a movie.
I wasn't sure if he was the
Yes,
producer or the
Spicoli.
director.
I think he's the director.
Sean Penn's an ass. We were talking about this off mic. He's brilliant and all that, blah blah blah. But he was Spicoli. He's got to chill out. On Oprah, he was like, he was so over the top serious about everything. The guy, like everyone else, is laughing in the studio because they're making a few jokes here and there. You know, having a good time.
He won't allow himself to
and he
laugh.
won't allow himself to laugh. It's like,
Nope.
dude, loosen up. Just loosen up that. You know what?
He's pretty earnest, man.
Would you see the way he handled the South Park incident? I'm glad that Matt and Trey think it's a pro. Shut your face.
Yeah.
He couldn't just even talk normally. He's just one of those guys. He's a brilliant actor. And as a person, he's a horrible dullard.
Academy Awards, what was it, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Chris Rock got up and was making jokes about, like, you know, there are movie stars and then there are people who are in movies, and he was just like, you want somebody famous, I forget who it was, you can't get him, you get Jude Law.
Right.
And then Sean Penn, like, you know, it was a good bit.
And he's like, who is Jude Law? That was the thing, Chris.
Yes.
Who is Jude Law?
Right.
Yeah.
And then Sean Penn gets up 20 minutes later and it's like, I would just like to say Jude Law is one of our most treasured actors.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, dude, he was joking. It's Chris Rock, dude.
He
like,
couldn't
it's a
even
joke.
identify it as a joke. He had to.
And you sit there going like, this was Spicoli, man.
Yeah, right. This is this guy.
He was hitting himself. Yes. Let's party. He hit himself in the head with a van.
Listen up.
There it is.
That was my skull. I'm so wasted.
He doesn't want to even acknowledge he made that film, but that was the reason why we're still watching Sean Penn movies to this day.
Yeah.
If he didn't make that one, who knows if he ever would have been.
Went from that to like,
was he in
Taps?
Well, I was good. Which one was he in first? Was he in Fast Times or Taps first?
Fast Times. You got us.
No, I believe Taps. I want to.
Seriously? Good question.
I'm pretty sure it is Taps.
It's
actually
when Timothy Hutton was. I don't know if that was after Ordinary People, but Timothy Hutton starred in Taps.
I think that was before.
Wait. You had it.
Let's see. What's the matter, Iraq?
Go all the way down.
Iraq.
It was one of his first movies.
Yeah, go to the bottom of his actor list.
I think Taps was before.
I'm with you on this one.
I think it was Taps before.
Wow.
None of them were famous, except I think Hutton was the big name.
Yeah,
he was.
Tom Cruise wasn't famous at all.
No, he was a nobody. He had a small little teeny.
All right, here we go.
This is the first movie.
Wow, you're right. Taps 1981, and then Fast Times 82. Did he have a bit? I'm gonna sound ignorant, whatever, but did he have a big role in Taps? I don't even know.
Yeah, no, he was
was
like, essentially
he was the other guy.
Sidekick.
He was Tim Hutton's sidekick. I mean, I wouldn't go so far as to call him second lead, but he was pretty way up there.
He was.
It was more after Timothy Hutton. It was more ensemble, like after him.
Hold on,
that movie
and
has
George
an awesome
C. Scott.
line in it. You like Taps?
Yeah, there's one
where Sean Penn gets real loud with Tim Hutton. He's just like, talking about the George C. Scott character, whose name I forget. Do you remember
Lieutenant
the name? Bache. He's going, you just want to have Bache's memory to yourself because you love him. You just want to be snug as two bugs, queer for each other. Such a great line, man.
Hey, let's go.
And that's when he hits him, like Tim Hutton hauls off and hits him.
I remember the father said this because Tim Hutton was his son and the father was a military man. He goes, General Bache is living proof that horses' asses aren't only on horses. And back at that, like in 81, I was like, that's cool. But now I'm like, yeah, it's a little tight.
And as mentioned way earlier in the show, one of the best lines in that whole movie is, "It's beautiful, man."
Beautiful, man.
Cruise, working the gun.
Shooting, yeah.
We gotta go.
Good movie.
We gotta go backwards for a second here. Jason and Philly, go ahead.
Hey, yeah, if you're going to spoil the book or movie, you got to spoil it correctly.
Go ahead.
Stalks from the potato plant. It lined his lower intestine, and then he couldn't absorb the nutrients.
That's what I said.
Yeah, but it wasn't a berry. It was the stalks from the potato plant.
He's got you there.
Seeds from.
A potato is not a berry.
I heard it was seeds, my friend.
I heard it was a Tesla coil.
Well, it was
giant lightning bolt, right?
All right, Jason.
All I know is there's no chance that I will ever die that way because I will not go into the wild. Do any of you guys have that yen to go out or yen to go out there? And I have no interest.
Camping, stuff like that. Not into it.
Really?
I need
I
need creature comforts.
I definitely like going on some hikes.
No.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't like hiking. I don't like any of that crap.
I'm
Give me a
glad
nice
nature
hotel.
exists, but I just like to see it on TV.
I like seeing it on the high def channels. Oh, it's beautiful.
Totally.
It's like you're there. With a refrigerator nearby and all the good stuff.
I want to talk about the Iranian president, but we got Marge standing by.
Oh my God, Marge from the Little Shelter. There's this place out on Long Island. It's called the Little Shelter. It's like it plays second fiddle to the North Shore Animal League on Long Island.
So it's for pets.
Yeah,
or animals.
Yeah, it's for animals and oh yeah, it's just a slaughterhouse.
It is.
Marge calls all the time and tries to get us to help out and. She fails miserably. The place is constantly broke, if you listen to her. Constantly in need of money and repairs and everything. It's been there forever. My school bus used to pass the Little Shelter when I went to elementary school.
So they're doing
That's
right.
how long ago it was.
Yeah. That was many years before guns and...
Oh, Schindler was saving animals from it when I was going...
This pin could have saved 9 dogs.
9 dogs.
Well, Marge has a new cause.
I'm essential to the dog effort.
Right. The last cause was she had a Viagra dog. She wanted our audience to send Viagra illegally in the mail because this dog had a heart problem.
Yeah, and Viagra helped the dog's heart.
Yeah. Let's go to Marge. Marge.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Hey, how's Viagra dog? Dead?
No, Ingrid is still there.
Ingrid, right.
She's doing beautifully, but she does need a good home. And I have to tell you, we're getting emails from some of your listeners that are so heartwarming.
Oh, I thought she was going to say horrible.
People out there, and they're trying to help us, and one of the emails didn't believe that I'm a real person. They think that I'm a setup for your show, so set the record straight on that.
What, that you are a setup for the show?
That I'm not a
no, you are real.
No,
Marge.
you're an actress.
You do exist.
You're an actress that we hire to call our show once a month.
No.
You know, an old actress out of work. We figure, what the hell? It's worth a few bucks. It gets the people reacting out there. So yeah, I guess we can finally admit that
tell the truth.
you're not
the
real.
original Alice on The Honeymooners.
All right. Here's why I'm calling today.
Lasted one show.
Believe me, I know you want to make fun of everything I say, but in this particular case, if you just listen for 2 seconds.
What do you want?
About a couple of months ago, this guy, very good-looking guy, by the way, came into the shelter and gave us a check for $1,000. He's the owner of Chateau Le Maire in Lindenhurst. His name is George. And he said, "What can I do to help you guys?"
He just did.
So he said, "I tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to allow you to invite 300 people. I will pay for everything at Le Maire. I'll pick up the whole tab, and all you have to do is get the people there." And this is happening on October 26th, which is a Friday night. No, wait. Now, what is the cause?
The North Shore Animal League.
Boring.
That's it. We need a medical center so bad.
A medical
You're
center?
not getting a medical center.
Why? After you gas them, there's nothing that you can do to bring them back.
Well, you need steps up to the oven.
You need a bigger pet cemetery.
Hello?
What?
Anytime any of these little ones are sick, we have to travel for miles to find a doctor. It costs us a fortune to pay. We're traveling all over the world, and it's just impossible. We need.
You're traveling. Hold on. You're traveling all over the world.
Well, I don't mean it that way, but in order to find.
What do you mean you don't mean it that way? You lied. What do you mean you don't? I travel all over the world, do you? Well, I don't mean it that way. How else can you mean it?
Listen,
she goes to Staten Island.
Cool your jets.
Oh, my God.
Monday, for God's sake.
Slow your roll, sir. Slow your roll.
That is just an expression. It doesn't mean that we travel, obviously, all over the world, but we need to have vets on premises.
You need a sign in front of the place that says "Arbeit macht free."
Oh.
That's what your place is. It's a concentration camp for cats and dogs.
Let me ask you. I don't care who answers this question. This question is for anybody on your show.
All right.
What would you do if you had a dog or cat that you couldn't keep and nobody would take it? Let's just pretend that you've had
I'll tell you.
Cat for 5 years. What would you do?
Release it into the woods.
Right.
Into the wild.
Into the wild.
And hopefully it'll eat some of those berries.
I'd say, stay away from the potato stalks and or berries.
Right.
I'll tell you what you would do.
Okay,
and die peacefully while Eddie Vedder's music is playing in the background.
You would turn into sobbing people that didn't know where to turn. You would call up your friends. Please take Toto. Please, I beg of you. I have nowhere to go. And that's my whole purpose for being.
I hear you, man. I'm with you. I love animals as much as the next guy, but the older I got, the more I realized I should probably give money to children who are starving.
Right.
Human beings.
You want to know something? There is room for every.
All right, hold on.
Sure.
Hold on. You're on with Phil from Long Island. Phil has a problem with Marge. What's up, Phil?
I have a 15-minute ride from Shoreham to Riverhead for work. and this woman is killing the only fun I'm going to have.
He's not satisfied with what we've chosen for his
All you
commute.
have to do is adopt a pet, man, and we can get off the subject.
I already have one. I got a little wiener dog. It's just that I want to listen to funny stuff. Like,
Bill,
you know.
So my question of the day is, there are desperate people out there that need to
Let's go to
find
Pat on Long
home
Island.
for
Pat,
their
you're on with Marge. Pat.
Hey, guys, I got a problem with this woman.
Yeah.
Hey, Marge, let me ask you a question. All right?
Okay.
A friend of mine, my neighbor, called your shelter because she had to move to a place where she couldn't take her cats. And it was 3 kittens, and your shelter told her, sorry, I don't think so.
3 kittens, though.
And you called the
May I answer?
The cattery is full.
When do I have the turn to answer?
Oh,
Just say.
okay.
Just say.
Talk, you
answer yes. Or answer no.
Okay, I answer yes. Go ahead.
Oh, my
Go
God.
ahead.
Look at the phones are
I want
lit.
you to- I
They
want
all
you to
want
listen
her
to the
gone. Now we got to keep her on for a couple minutes.
We have
Just to annoy everyone.
350
Do you?
cats in our cattery.
Yeah.
The cattery.
350.
That must stink.
That is more than 10 Long Island shelters put together. You tell me,
Congrats.
with such a tiny shelter, what we're going to do with another cat and kittens. Where can we put it?
Well, if you didn't call it the little shelter, maybe it would be bigger, and you'd be able to fit that. But you kind of pigeonholed yourself.
Yeah, you should call it the bigger shelter.
The medium-sized shelter, even.
What she really needs is money to be donated for burlap sacks and rocks.
Rocks. Yeah, they're on the
Look,
North
I love
Shore.
cats too, but if you got 350, like someone's got to go.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
It's a sad fact of life.
But there is just no room. It's not expandable. We have as many cats as we can have.
When there is no more room in hell,
the cats
will walk.
Will walk the earth.
Opie and Anthony,
You gotta
here's a
just-
proposal for you.
A proposal. Here we
We
go.
got a lot of space here. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we
Marge.
could probably
I
fit.
look around the studio. I hear the new studio's even bigger.
Be nice.
A lot of
Remember
cats.
I told you the story that the feral cat situation is so terrible that a guy came out of his driveway and he backed over 2 cats in his driveway. Do you remember that story that you find so hysterical? I mean, God help us.
God help us. Here's a solution. Here's a solution.
Yeah. One of my favorite sounds on the whole show.
Oh, that one's angry.
Yeah. It's cat shovel baseball, Kevin.
Somehow, I think after that violent noise, you would not just hear, meow. That's a very laid back knock.
That's the next one.
Come on.
I'm wondering what's next.
If you don't have full hearts, you've got to have half a heart.
I love animals as much as the next guy. My old man used to feed. We were the cat people in town when I was a kid.
Oh.
We weren't allowed to have pets when we were children. And then one day we got a cat, and then we got another cat, and we had 5 cats inside.
See?
But outside the house, my old man every day, like he was retired from the post office, from stroke disability or whatever,
and he
would
would
put together this
feed-
meal
oh, no.
in like a bus bucket of like old meat and really cheap pet food and bread rinds and old stale bread, mixed up with water, hand mix it, with his own 2 hands, and then be like, open the door, and I'd have to open the back door. And
Wow.
he would bring this large bucket out to the backyard, and out of nowhere, 25 cats would just swoop down
wow.
and feed from this trough. And all he did was complain about it. It was the bane of his existence. I hate these cats. I can't stand them. And it's like, we wouldn't have all these outdoor cats if you would stop feeding them. And then they all went away, Marge. We lost them to a storm, the nor'easter of 92.
Ah.
Because we couldn't all get them all into the house. And for the next week,
Honey.
after the waters went down,
Yeah.
receded, I had to go find all these cats in neighbors' yards because they were like, hey, your cat's dead in our yard. And I
Dead
was
in the
like,
yard.
A, that's not my cat.
Yeah.
B, it's not my job to dispose of them. But still, I was made to do it. And I remember the worst one was a cat that was trying to climb up a fence to get away from the rising tide of the water. And he had 2 legs through the fence, and he was holding onto the fence with his mouth closed around the
those
fence.
are just the kind that
Shut your face.
Up.
Dead, and rigor had
We're getting
set
some
in.
comedy from Kevin Smith.
And this cat was harder than hell, man, to get off the fence.
Really? He was locked onto that
just
thing.
locked onto the fence. There was nothing you could do. It was
Little guy, I was
solid.
trying to make it Couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it. Like,
That's a
we're looking
sad
at me
little
with the
story.
expression on his face, like, why didn't you let me in your house?
Oh, you fed me.
But I was like, hey, buddy, we had, water up to our knees in the house.
You'd have died anyway.
Dead cat, yeah.
Little guy.
All right.
Plus, you're feral.
Yeah.
Can I just say something? One word here.
What?
Yeah.
We are pushing for spaying and neutering so badly.
We are pushing for spaying and she was already up to like 20 words.
That's another cause that we're very interested in because there are so many wild cats on the street. They just keep on reproducing in front of your eyes.
I never see them.
Yeah,
I don't see any wild cats anywhere, not in my neighborhood.
Go to YouTube. You can watch them reproduce in front of you.
Oh, right in front of your eyes.
Hey, let's go to Sarah in Maine. We only have a few moments left with March. Sarah?
Hey, I just wanted to say, Darwin's idea of natural selection, people and animals are dying every day. I love animals. I've got dogs, cats, horses, everything like that. But they got to die sometime. Everything dies. You can't save every animal. You can't save every person, because if you did, we'd be overruled by them all.
Here you go.
Great.
You know what?
Make a good lieutenant.
Absolutely.
Every
animal got to die sometime, Marge.
Heard in my life.
No, that's very logical, Marge. You just got to hire different people at the shelter that don't have a heart.
That's what Marge is. And Marge is a crusader.
Right. You just got to hire people that can take care of the situation.
You know what? Guys, you've got to open your eyes to the situation. Animals are the sweetest, dearest things.
I agree, man. Animals are great, but
who doesn't love a good
there's
animal?
Too many? What are you going to do?
Yeah, there's too many.
A lot of people pointing out that, we said we were going to talk about Marcia and Jan. And we did have a cat subject, but it's not.
Speaking of animals.
Speaking of blank.
Oh, the stinky cattery.
She teased it for a book she's coming out with, right? What's her name? Maureen McCormick?
Yeah, Marcia.
Let's go to that real quick. Let's get away from the sad fact that animals die every day.
Yeah. Before break, we got to let you know about cash4gold.com. Cash4gold.com pays you cash for any jewelry you don't want or need. The process, very easy. Just log on to cash4gold.com, request a refiner's return pack, place your jewelry inside, send it off to cash4gold.com. Everything you send is insured, and you get your money 24 hours after your envelope is received at their facility.
Call them. They're at 877-GOLD-590. Or go online at cash4gold.com. Mention promo code VIRUS. And you're going to get an extra 2.5% on your unwanted jewelry. That's cash4gold.com, cash4gold.com. Or call them up at 877-GOLD-590.
Yeah, you're checking out Opie and Anthony. Kevin Smith hanging with us for the whole morning, but he just walked out.
Like smoking.
Did he have enough of us?
No, I wanted to get a butt.
By the way, congratulations to who? Oh, we got a three-way tie this week. Danny, Than, and Steve. Football picks. The football picks sponsored by Dish Network. It's time to get more TV from your TV. Sign up for Dish Network today. We got a three-way tie. How you guys doing that? Monday Night Football tonight? All right. There you go. I had another crappy week.
What happened?
My brother's football picks. He was the favorite going into this football season, but we got 3 out of 8. No, 3 out of how many games we picked? 7? 3 out of 7. And Than, Steve, and Danny got 5 out of 7.
Where's Travis?
Huh?
Travis, how's he doing?
Travis had 4, but he's tied for the season lead.
Is he doing double or nothing from last year? Nothing or nothing?
Oh, he didn't get his money either?
I don't know.
I never got my money.
Wait, how did no one get their money?
I don't know. Because people are, I was going to take my money, throw it out of a helicopter, and then lawyers got involved. But I said, look, I'm still going to throw the money out somehow. And I never got my money.
Well, did Travis get his money?
Travis, you get... Oh, that's Sam. You get your money? Travis is thumbs up on his money.
Good.
I don't know what happened with my money.
Well, your money was going to be used as a felony, so they probably...
Huh?
You were going to... Nothing.
Felony? I don't get it, though.
I'm just gonna...
Meaning that you were going to throw it out of a helicopter, which is like some kind of...
Oh, my God.
Supposedly it's legal.
Explaining it.
Huh?
No, supposedly it was
explaining
I
it.
had to.
Supposedly it's legal.
Sometimes when there's a bomb, as you're sweeping up the mess, you can act like it wasn't that bad. Like, no, guys, I meant this in all
that's what I meant.
By the way, we don't have much on Marcia and Jan going at it. It's going to be in an upcoming book, like
It's
we were
an
saying before
upcoming
break.
book. Maureen McCormick is writing a book, and she teased it by saying, like, I'm going to reveal some girl-on-girl with me and Eve Plum.
Yeah.
While they were on the show. Not like later in life where they were, like, drunk and, like...
yeah, one of the reunions.
What we taste
But all
like. It was just like what happened back in the day.
It's kind of hot to think Marsha goes that way, but Eve Plum.
Let me tell you something, though. I'll be honest with you. During that Hawaiian episode phase, that would have been fine.
With Eve Plum?
Yeah. Marsha and Eve Plum experimenting with each other like that.
And the earlier
in Hawaii.
The earlier in the series it is, the hotter it is. That's the rule of thumb. And then they show where the father walked in and went double yuck.
I believe it was in the same episode when they were trying to build that house of cards.
Yeah.
When one was 11, the other was 12.
Watch it.
Years.
Easy, Jan.
I saw
a bracelet dangled too close to a body part with lots of nerve endings, and one thing led to another, and they tumbled like lovers. Didn't what's his name? Greg Brady wrote a book about how he went out.
He went out with Florence Henderson. They're coming up with so many like stories that you can't watch the old shows anymore and not think about them. Because you see when Greg got older and he was driving and stuff, he's kind of giving Florence Henderson different eyes.
The business.
Yeah, kind of looking at her a little different. Now I'll just watch for Jan and Marsha to be going at it.
Yeah.
With each other.
Lesboing it up.
Yeah. You know, I think here they come into the room together, and they're in the bedroom. They've just been tucked into bed. Oh, she's sneaking out of her bed. There you go. And poor Cindy's left to her own devices. Oof. Dad comes in. He's not interested in anything that's going on in that room. Goes into the boys' room.
How do we not know? How do we not know? I'm looking at like a Hawaiian, a still from the Hawaiian episode, and there's Mr. Brady in what would be known as a gay bathing suit.
What is he in?
Hammock,
There's a hole in the back.
No, no straight guy wears a bathing suit like that at the beach. I don't care what year it is. Look at that thing, man.
Doesn't it all put a completely different spin, though, on Marsha?
Yes.
Because it's like, oh, Marsha.
Yelling for her.
Marsha.
Slow it down, man.
Yes.
You were cheating on me.
Pimp music.
Well, all I hear all day long at school is how great Marsha is at this, or how wonderful Marsha did that.
She is.
Marsha.
I love when they stumble on lines like that.
I know.
How great Marsha
Great.
is.
And then there was an episode where Jan, I don't know, it seems like she lost her footing and might have fallen.
Face first into Marsha.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah.
I'll fall. She fell face first.
Yes, she hurt Marsha's nose in that episode. Yeah.
And you know the book's going to come out and it's not going to be anything
It's gonna
good.
suck. It's gonna suck. The whole book's going to suck. It's going to be like 3 pages.
They practiced kissing for boys on each other.
Yeah.
It was real chaste, and
They shared a joint, maybe got a little nut. It's going to be awful.
It would be fantastic if it was just some of the most hardcore crap you've ever read in your life.
like I wore a device with a belt that made me kind of like a boy.
Ann B. Davis made me wear the black one.
And like naming specific things, like if you look during episode 32, you could see when I'm coming down the stairs, I can't walk right. You know, just something that like
It might have explained why Cindy didn't come back for one of those reunion shows. Remember they had to replace her?
Oh, yeah.
They made her watch.
They do.
Look at this. Look at it. She's like, I'm too young.
Come on. Stop it.
Until you can say Sally sells seashores, you don't get to
Sally sells
seashore.
Wow.
Whatever she sells.
Bring that dirty little lisp over here. We'll straighten that mouth out. It's not going to be good at all.
Well, supposedly the publisher over the weekend was on one of the shows and said that he denied the story is true.
Really?
Yeah, on ABC News.
Who denied the story is true?
The publisher, I guess.
The publisher.
There's nothing about that.
Publisher came out over the weekend and denied the story.
Why would the publisher want to quell that
really,
story.
The publisher should be out there fueling the fire.
Oh, you should read what's in there.
It's
Well, look,
so
we
hot.
can't talk about it.
I'm turgid just thinking about it.
Yeah, you want to talk that up?
Hey,
were you guys ever on Letterman? You guys were on Letterman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night's the first time I'm ever going to be on Letterman.
Oh,
nice, man.
That's a first for me.
Congrats.
They've asked a few times, but I've always done Leno, but I'm out here, and so I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot.
Be a two-show guy. That's it. Yeah, he's a little
Pull it off. I don't got enough juice.
A little
celebrity
weird.
Juice to be a two-show.
You can't be like two-show guy.
No, I'm just shocked they let me be a one-show guy.
We were supposed to go back on Letterman, and then we decided to do Leno last Christmas, and because of that, now I think the Letterman people...
We got all cocky and thought we could be two-show guy.
Yeah, only Kevin Smith can be two-show guy.
We were two-show guys.
We're
That's what
shock
happens,
jocks. We're
man. You
idiots.
soared too close to the sun on wings of wax.
Yeah, we were
Plummet back
feeling
to
all
earth.
good.
We
Like we did Letterman, now we do Leno. That's what I've seen people do this. Chuck Heston used to do that.
After the Letterman appearance, we're upstairs celebrating. It went well, and some producer we didn't see prior comes up and goes, "You guys were unbelievable, blah blah blah, and we want to book you immediately for to come back." And then the writers, who are pretty good friends of the show, they're like, "That never happens! Oh my god!"
Yeah, it was great.
And then Ant and I got cocky and
you tried charging them for your next appearance. Let's negotiate $10,000 a pop. They're like,
come on.
Hey.
Well, then a few months went by, and we still didn't have the booking, and Leno's people were calling, so we're like, "Yeah, screw it, let's go do Leno. That'd be cool." And the Letterman people didn't find it.
Well, they called back and said, we want to have you on, and it was coincidentally the same day we were going to do Leno. So
that was after we told them we were doing Leno, so then they wanted to trump the Leno appearance by booking us on the same day. And I remember being in a hotel room on Long Island, and I'm on the phone with my agent, and he's like, "They're fighting over you guys." I'm like, "Get out of here."
No, this is like,
Get out of here.
I thought it was very silly because I just wanted to do both shows, not realizing you can't be two-show guy. You're dopey shock jock somewhere.
So we blew it. So
they're like Brad Pitt, two-show guy.
Absolutely.
Right. Sean Penn, two-show guy.
Right.
Two-show guy, and no, I don't know about Sean Penn.
Sean Penn, you don't think would be two-show guy?
Brad Pitt, definitely.
Jim Norton,
Brad Pitt.
two-show guy.
Jim Norton is two-show guy.
Jim Norton is certainly.
Are you still two-show guy?
Yes. Yeah, he is.
Letterman, have you back.
He will, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That sounds
How
like
are
a
you
threat.
two-show
He
guy?
You know how it is.
God, that annoys me.
That's how I roll.
You bug me that you're two-show guy.
Norton might be doing one of those shows in the near future.
Yeah, October 8th, Leno. Back to the rig. I gotta go say hi to Jay.
And what are you doing on Leno? Are you doing stand-up or are you doing
Stand up
couch?
and panel. He gives me both usually. I'm not good enough for just couch, but
he's gonna be. Oh, you got a book out.
You got to earn your supper by going out there and telling some jokes, and then they let you sit
I
down.
got Scatman Crothers for a few minutes.
Yeah, that's
shuffle
it.
over and sit down.
Dance,
Then get an
chimp.
axe in
All
the
right.
chest like you should.
Hey, changing gears because we discussed about an hour ago. I got the Kid Nation clips.
Oh, thank
It's Brian.
goodness.
So it's like Survivor for little kids.
It's the saddest thing I've heard. I only heard a piece of these during a break.
I am so hooked on this show, not for the reason everyone else is. I find it hilarious that these kids are crying.
I haven't seen the show yet, got a DVR, but from hearing these clips, it sounds like the greatest show ever made. It's televised child abuse. It's fantastic.
Survivor for the little tots. We meet Taylor, the beauty queen. Just a couple of really quick clips here. She's, I don't know, like 12. She's a beauty queen back home.
A beauty queen at 12.
And she
Wonderful.
misses home and healthy food.
Taylor, what's wrong? I just like missing home, and I just miss my own bed, and like getting to eat protein, like and meats and all, and just like eat a healthy meal. So it's real hard.
Taylor is having a pretty tough time compared to the rest of the council members because I think she's the youngest, and this is really tough on a young kid.
It's really hard because it's dusty, we're dirty, we're cold. Today was one of the harder. Then I really I'm gonna leave.
I'm going to kill myself.
Wait a
These
second.
kids just killing themselves.
Are you sure this is a network TV show? Because I heard kids saying words like dirty, hard, protein, and meat.
Right, very good. I can't get enough of it because it's the Survivor format, but it's little kids.
Little
But
kids.
They're going to go with
12 counts
infants
as a
next.
kid? Like when I saw the ads for like Kid Nation, I was like, they're 5-year-olds.
Yeah, let's get like a bunch of 5 and 6-year-olds out there.
Like preteen Nation because
They don't know.
It's a 12-year-old.
They don't know. They don't know how to live it.
But they don't know what they're doing.
Well,
and they think like they think they can get something going here. And it's an old, Pioneer Town or something?
Looks like Hollywood
set.
might have
Hollywood
built
set.
it.
Great.
We found an old ghost town, kids.
That's
and
what
now
they're-
you
yeah.
have to turn it around.
That's kind of what they're talking about. It's like,
Does Jim Backus come and lock him in the jail because they think he's jumping the claim, and then the two girls go at it in the jail
Get
cell?
away from our money.
Where are you? Oh, Magoo. You've done it again.
well, we meet 8-year-old Jimmy. See, they're from 8 years old to 15.
Do they give him last names or just first name basis?
I think just first name, yeah.
That makes a kid cuter.
This is hilarious. All of a sudden, they're having fun, and they don't know where Jimmy is, and he's behind a building by himself, losing his mind, crying for mommy.
Poor little Jimmy.
Where's Jimmy?
Where's Jimmy?
Jimmy?
The piano. Sucking snot.
Jimmy!
Oh, that's little Jimmy. He's adorable.
Let's get in there. Right here. Let's go. What's going on? I'm only 8 and I'm in the 3rd grader and I think I'm too young to be doing this. Even if you
Send the kid home. Oh, for the love of God. Send the kid home. He's crying that he's too young for this. Oh, what an awful show.
Dude, you got it on DVR?
I'll watch it, believe me.
It's almost more of a
couldn't
relief.
look away, man.
It's more of a relief to hear the kid crying because he's like, I'm in 3rd grade and I can't handle this because tears like that, you expect him to be like, the cameraman showed me it.
Yeah. Oh, thank God. He's only upset for being here.
Mind. Too much stress. Too much
You know what's
pressure.
great? He realizes something the producers didn't.
Right.
Look, I'm too young to be here.
Look, maybe they should start at 9 years old.
Yeah.
They figured out where the cutoff should be.
The producers know exactly what they're doing, man.
Yeah.
That's on TV.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of adults were there, like, to prevent fights and stuff? There had to be somebody there.
Well,
They say
obviously-
there wasn't, but there had to be.
What takes me out is like, all right, obviously there's a cameraman there filming the whole thing,
Yeah.
so he's an adult.
Little kids running
And then
the cameras.
they have the host that pops out every once in a while, so he's an adult. And you got to
creep.
You got to assume there's just adults everywhere. They don't show them, so you're just seeing the kids, so you're thinking they're all alone, but obviously they're not.
Yeah.
Here's more of Jimmy.
3rd grader and I think I'm too young to be doing this. Even if you're really young, you're really cool and you're really awesome and you can really do a lot for this town.
Oh.
Oh, but I want to be older to do this.
I love
What a supportive kid that other person.
Yes.
I love her logic. You're really awesome.
You're cool and you're awesome.
When I was in school,
Oh, wow.
never
I didn't
got
realize
that.
I was cool
if
and
I was
awesome.
crying in a playground, a girl would come up and be like, keep crying, fat boy.
Laugh at
It's
you.
only going to get worse.
Yeah, ha ha.
Lose weight, Porky. Double large. I'd be like, too young.
Dave from D.C., he thinks little Jimmy's crying because he was playing Monster Rain under the old saloon.
Could be.
Little
That's
callback
not that
there.
little Jimmy.
Linger longer. So here's more. Laurel tries to help Jimmy and tries to get Jimmy to stay.
I know you're really upset because you don't have your mother here to tuck you in and you really miss your family.
And my dad.
And your dad. And I'm going to try to, like, substitute for them. Just for a little while and just make you feel a lot more comfortable here. Just give him
Yeah.
a chance. Can you do that?
Go Sox.
Yeah. Laurel, she's really, really nice. Maybe I'll try to stay.
Oh, my
So
God.
Laurel's trying to form an alliance with Jimmy.
Yeah. The alliances. Oh, that
Jimmy's
poor
got to
little
watch his
kid.
back because Laurel's helpful now, but when when it comes time to like who's going to win the fat gold star,
Yeah.
Laurel will step on Jimmy's neck.
She's going to learn everything about him, all his weaknesses, and then just turn him into mush.
Just
Wait,
use
do
it
they,
again.
let me boot kids too? They boot you off?
Well, they have like a town meeting, I guess, every week, and if you can't handle it anymore, you could say you're going to go home, and that's the clip I'm about to play for you.
So what's the object to make it so miserable for somebody that they have to leave?
I don't know. Whoever's the
Mrs. Mommy?
whoever's the star for the week, the one that's doing the most wins that 20,000 gold star. Kevin Smith was alluding to earlier. What I love about Kid Nation, this is the first show where we're exploiting kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
remember, it all started with
Little Rascals.
Well, yeah.
But remember,
That's great.
But
remember,
those are cinematic shorts. This is
right?
different.
Yeah.
It all started with Survivor, and then fast forward, whatever. It's all these crazy reality shows that are completely ridiculous, right? This is the first one. It's a little under control and stuff. Yeah, they're opening up a whole new world here.
I can only hope.
Here's Jimmy saying he wants to go home.
Jimmy, come on.
Jimmy, why do you want to go home?
I'm really homesick. I think I'm way too young for this.
Right, we
I
get
think
it.
he's more mature than a lot of other kids.
It's scary.
Do you want to leave this entire experience and go back home?
Jimmy, come on.
Kid's like, what does experience mean?
Good job.
Tell him, Jimmy.
I thought it would be like a big fun adventure and I would last the whole time, but I miss my family a lot.
Well, you are a extraordinarily brave 8-year-old.
No, you're not.
Out here on your own.
Yeah, really. That's the opposite of
You're a wussy.
And we're proud of you. Are you guys proud of Jimmy?
No. Just
Jimmy,
mock
you've
him.
let us all down.
Mock him on the way
Now
out.
his parents, to his face, had to be like, it's okay, but when that door closed and Jimmy went to sleep, they were like, oh.
Had the talk.
My God, couldn't you have just hacked it?
Day one?
Couldn't you have ever taught him to be a man? That was your job.
One? Yeah, you're the one that gives him too much of the mothering. How long did you breastfeed him for? Yeah, you made him soft.
Adam on Long Island, what's up?
Hey, what's the going on, guys?
Hey.
Hey, I was just thinking about how the kids are sitting there crying and stuff, and the director or the producer is sitting there going, "Please, God, let this kid snort like a huge snot ball." And stuff.
It's a big bubble.
No doubt.
Gets the big bubble out of his nose.
That's what I'd be doing. I'd be sitting there going, keep rolling. This is money.
This is the good stuff.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah, they knew he was crying all by himself behind a building. They're like, all right, wait for the cameraman. We got to get this on film.
Get that camera over there right now. There's a kid crying.
Yeah, that's the whole reason you film this dumb show.
Cha-ching.
One other clip, and then we'll move on. But the kids, they're moving the wagons to the village.
Wagons?
They have these wagons like a couple miles out from the village, and they have to now haul it into the village. And a kid...
By themselves or with horses or something?
Just by themselves, just pulling them along. And this one kid goes down. He hurts his leg really bad. So what's really funny is the kids now they're just going to try to diagnose the kid.
They put mud and leaves on it?
They might as well have.
That'll fix it.
Let's get out of this place. I don't think it's too much fun living in the old days. I told you that would happen.
The old days.
No fun.
1976.
What happened, man? What happened?
I broke my knee, man.
What happened? What happened?
Is it a sudden pain or a...
Yes.
Right here? Right here?
Kid sounds 19.
Yeah.
One kid's like, yeah.
Sudden pain?
Yeah.
And I'll grab Doc Baker.
Yes. Listen, but they decide right away.
Gotta go to Sleepy Eye.
They decide right away what it is.
Keep your foot down. It's just a muscle cramp.
I think it's like a spasm.
Cut it off.
Slowly. Do you need help walking?
Let's just kill him.
Right.
Little kids, they don't know. Hit him with a rock.
I didn't learn the word spasm until I was 22.
Yeah.
What kid knows that word?
It seems to be a spasm of sorts.
They're trying to hint that this is like a Lord of the Flies thing, too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't have enough guts
No,
to
no.
take it to the Lord of the Flies.
Really take it to that limit.
There's no piggy in that group.
No, they need a piggy.
Hunted.
Yeah.
The music is hysterical. When they're crying, it's the sad piano music. That was that action. Oh my God, something awful's happened.
The whole show was kids crying.
Did you guys? When was the last time anybody in this room has watched Caligula?
Oh man,
I love it.
Let me think.
I just rewatched Caligula recently, and it's a very bizarre, trippy movie. But there's one moment where he's Malcolm McDowell is Caligula, and he's taken over as the emperor, and they're all sitting in like the Forum or the Colosseum or something like that. It's not really a round thing, but big field of dirt, dudes buried up to their necks in the dirt, a huge wall that's being pushed that has rotor blades on it.
Oh, man.
And people are pitching eggs and rocks at the people who are buried up to their neck, who can't move. Their whole body is immersed underground. Rotting fruit. And then essentially this giant head lawnmower comes at them slowly and eventually just lops their head off. And you sit there watching it going like, there's no way this ever could have happened. Like they weren't that starved for entertainment. And then you've got Kid Nation.
Yeah.
And you've got the old woman dying on YouTube with the kid with the shaving cream. And you realize we are not that far removed from the head lawnmower.
Head lawnmower.
That's next, man.
Yeah, we're heading that way.
Absolutely next. It started with Survivor.
Head lawnmower would make
Head
it on.
lawnmower's next. And who wouldn't watch that show?
You'd absolutely watch Head Lawnmower.
There's a great moment where McDowell is giggling. He's in a giddy mood, and he goes, and he lobs the fruit in a dainty fashion at the head of the guy who used to run his guards, but he was afraid the guy was going to assassinate him. And just the gay giggle when he throws it, like, it's just such good fun he's having.
And the amazing thing is that's the dude that helped him be emperor by killing
Tiberius.
Yeah. And they puts him to death with the head lawnmower.
Let's go.
But we're so not far removed.
We're getting there.
It's coming.
I can't wait. Nathan in Tennessee, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? What if Vince McMahon were the director of Kid Nation?
What is it? What does he want me to turn around and make
something like
it
this?
It might sound like this. Performing seal for you, sir.
All right, here's the kid with the hurt leg.
Walk slowly. You want help walking? I think I pulled a muscle in my leg or something. It was very painful. I'm gonna lift you up. Ready? Greg, help me out. That was pretty cool.
All right, ready, set, go.
And they're back.
Are they all nice? From Witness, man, where they're putting up the barn.
Are they all nice to each other? I mean,
that sounds like the most civil bunch of kids in the world.
These aren't kids like I grew up with.
Now they got 4
teams. Cruel bastards.
Now they got 4 teams, and they do, things now.
Is
they
there
compete with each other.
A bully in the bunch?
There's a bully, yeah.
Is there?
How old?
15.
Oh, yeah.
Again, these aren't kids,
No.
man.
15.
That's not Kid Nation.
15 get in the face of an 11-year-old, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, so. Hey, we got to take a break. I'm getting some info here that Roland, our own Roland.
Yeah.
This could be a good segment because we got Kevin Smith here, of course.
Yes.
Roland likes chick flicks.
Goes to a lot of them?
I guess. That's what we're hearing.
That's the name of my next script. Roland likes chick flicks.
Chick flicks.
And let's not forget, Kevin Smith hanging all morning has been making the show fly
I'm not
by.
a has-been,
Don't
dude.
call him that.
Come on.
That's terrible.
I'm
But
here.
the show is flying by. Don't forget to pick up his book, My Boring Ass Life, The Uncomfortably Candid Diary of Kevin Smith. And Letterman tomorrow night?
A Letterman tomorrow night, sir.
Who are you on with? Do you know?
I think it's the broad who was on Grey's Anatomy, who now has her own show. Just got married.
No one cares about her. It's all about
Roland would know.
She's first, but she's first. She's first.
Of course, they have to get the blood out of the way,
and then
She'll
they're like,
suck the life out of the show.
Totally, because if we put the fat guy on first, nobody's gonna stick around for the good looking chick. I gotta follow the good looking chick.
Nah, they just put her stupid face on because they figure people will sit through her to get to you. They would after you're done. Who wants to listen to her nonsense? And then second season, shut up. Was it good?
I learned so much from her. My character was just. Yeah,
They never give you anything. How was it? Oh, it's so much fun.
Man, I've done Leno a bunch, right? And I followed what's her name? The chick who was on the OC, pretty chick, Misha Barton or something like that.
Yeah.
And those first guests get 2 segments. Like you're out there for like 4 or 5 minutes, and then you've got an additional 4 or 5 minutes or something like that. It was death, dude.
Oof.
I had to follow her out there, and like it was one of the most painful interviews I ever watched. And I had to go out and be funny.
That's better though. That's better. You don't want to follow killing.
I did kill though.
You don't want to follow killing.
It sucked going in front, like going behind her. I was just like, oh my god.
Who's still watching?
It turns out that's the thing. Number one, you're like everyone tuned out.
Right.
But I figured like all I have to do is be 1/10 funny, and I'm there.
Good.
Yeah, you've done some great stuff on Leno's.
We got to take a break. We're like 15 minutes late.
Oh damn!
Hold that thought, Jimmy. Roland, chick flicks, thumbs up. Yeah. All right, we'll talk to you next as well. It's Opie and Anthony. Just a few minutes left on this side of the show. Opie and Anthony. I want to thank Kevin Smith. He's been great. Gave us a nice energy for a Monday. We were just talking about how the show just flew by today.
We did. Well, this side of it.
Roland. Oh, hold on. What's up?
Going all right.
What?
It's going okay.
All right. You going to get Into the Wild, dude, for us?
Wild dude?
Huh?
Wild dude?
Into the Wild.
Oh.
That dude that was the lead in that movie, directed by Sean Penn.
They're checking the schedule.
All right, very cool. Is it true you like chick flicks?
That's a no, by the way.
I do.
Huh?
That's a no.
That's a no.
They're checking a schedule is a no.
Yeah, why didn't we get Mila?
What happened to Mila Jovovich? She was supposed to come in.
She's in Australia filming.
I don't care.
Shut up with that. They're somewhere else filming.
We were supposed to get Mila Jovovich.
She never came to New York.
Where is she now?
Press. What?
Where is she now?
I don't know.
Where was she filming?
Can we get a...
Australia.
Where?
Australia.
All right, it's like 7 o'clock at night in Australia.
She had a great time on our show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a YouTube video. She's laughing so hard she fell off her chair. She had a great time with us.
Yeah,
And what about the other broad there
Resident-
from the movie?
Oh, the Heroes? They had to film
Ali
together.
Larder?
Yeah.
Heroes is shooting around the clock, too.
Around the clock, 24 hours a day. Wow, that's some shooting schedule.
For the writer's strike.
You know, we got a professional here.
Oh.
We should ask Kevin Smith. We get
I worked
blown-
with Ali. Ali
No.
was in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yep.
But when you don't want to do an interview, don't you come up with stuff like, my shooting schedule, I'm in another country, I'm having my time of the month.
Somebody does come up with some excuse.
Publicists,
The
right?
professional liars.
See?
But generally, I pretty much do whatever they put in front of me.
I had one of those moments with her as I'm watching her on TV, and I'm going, where the f- do I know her from?
Also,
And I'm
Varsity
going,
Blues. She was
what?
the whipped cream girl.
Yeah,
She had the
yeah.
whipped cream bikini.
But it wasn't that. And then I'm like, Jay and Silent Bob. Absolutely. One that farted.
She's a good lady, man. She's
Yeah.
from Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Is she? A Jersey girl?
Jersey girl.
Look at that.
Well, Mila should have been on our show.
Yeah, but she
Resident
never made
Evil's
it to New
the
York.
biggest movie of the weekend. You know, and she's like a friend of the show.
Yeah, but she never made it to New York.
So, phone call.
Oh, okay, you guys said in studio only.
For Mila Jovovich?
I don't know.
Well, you do kind of want her in studio, but
I heard, and Dane is not coming. He's calling instead.
that's ridiculous.
Unless he's in, Roland said he's in Boston. No, he's in Boston. He's in
He's
Boston.
filming with Baldwin.
But he was-
Boston, Australia?
Hold on. Dane Cook was in New York last week.
Yeah, doing
He
TV.
did everything. He did everything except our show.
Yeah, that
Literally everything.
but that wasn't him. That was his rep.
Who's his rep? No, Dane Cook is him.
I know, but they scheduled
That
it.
isn't him.
Dane Cook knows we're
I
here.
love the talk. I love
this
the rep
publicist
talk,
crap.
publicist garbage.
Yeah.
That isn't him. No, it's a robot.
Dane Cook is very aware of the Opie and Anthony show.
Mm-hmm.
And if he really wanted to be on the Opie and Anthony show when he was in New York, he would have stopped by. We have all the same friends.
Yeah,
that
but
was him. He
they-
decided not to do our show.
No, they scheduled him like 3 TV interviews at this time, so that's why he couldn't do it while he was in New York.
I was asked to do another morning radio show.
Yeah?
Really?
That's no longer on terrestrial, but only on.
Turn down Bubba. He was very brave.
You turned down Martha Stewart.
But I came here. I made time to come here.
Thank you, sir.
You did. You had a hell of a
Stay on
night.
all day. I've been up all night. I've not been asleep in. Over
I know.
24
I
hours.
wanted to go so bad.
It was good, man. Your boy Big Kev.
That's what I hear. Was it a legitimate win, or were you 7-deuce offsuiting it, you bastard?
It was a legitimate win, but here's the genius part of it. At
Yeah.
one point, we were selling. We play in the store, right?
Yeah.
You've been there. And we had the Rocketeer, the movie The Rocketeer.
Yep.
There was a helmet, like what do they call those things? Master replica helmet, like built to scale, and you could put it on and look like. The Rocketeer.
Rocketeer.
Unless you look like me or Big Kev, in which case you don't
You
look like
don't.
the Rocketeer at all. But anyway, he wanted it really badly, and then through one series of dares and half-truths to another, he wound up having to wear it throughout the whole game in order to get somebody to pay for half of it.
Wow.
My friend Jim was there, and Jim was
What are you
like,
doing?
I'll pay for half of it if you wear it the whole game. And he wore it the whole game.
And
Okay,
it
you
must
wore
have
that thing.
brought him luck, too, I guess.
He must
because
have sweated bullets too, because it was really heavy. It made metal and stuff. But
he wore a metal helmet.
the beauty of it is like you're unreadable. It's like how some dorks wear sunglasses
Right.
at the table. He wore a face mask.
That is unreadable in a poker
and
game.
He took second, man. He walked away with like
Wow.
$1,000.
Taking
Nice.
the poker face right out of the game.
Totally.
Oh, Jesus.
Look at that. You couldn't read.
You
that
wore
mask.
that the entire game? That's the
4.5
Rocketeer.
hours?
That is a real
Is that
Rocketeer
It looks
helmet.
like Iron Man's helmet.
He lost like 10 pounds in his head. Of course, that night 'cause he was sweating
Could you
so
put that
much.
on, Kevin, please?
That is frightening looking.
I don't get
That
that.
is really
I don't
cool.
get the geek culture. Like, to me, that's like...
No, dude, that's a cool helmet.
That's a cool mask.
I
dude.
guess.
What do
That's
you
the
mean,
kind of
Wow.
mask
cool
you want to you want to put on and go shoot a computer.
He looks like a
Exactly.
giant cricket. It's creepy.
We ought to play Rocketeer or Nazi. Who gets a
Could you imagine
cab?
You're sitting across from that guy, and you've got like a full boat, but this dude pushes all in, and you're like,
He's going
I guess
over
he's got
the
a
top.
bigger boat. I mean, what's going on?
But his eyes are showing. You could see his eyes. That's the one thing you want to hide in poker. No one cares about your lip or your nose.
But behind all that, I don't know.
But we played all night. We ended at 4 a.m. Still,
see.
I was like, we gotta go in the city.
That would have been a problem.
Time for O&A.
Here's the creepy part. Kevin wears that alone. I know you do. When he's alone, he's nude on his computer with that mask.
Running from room to room.
He's in questionable chat rooms.
He's on RedTube.
His screen name is Ride Home 505.
Roland.
That is cool, man.
Chick flicks, Roland?
Yeah, I enjoy watching them.
You enjoy watching them, so it's not like I was just going to say it's not like a girl is dragging you out to see him. Roland.
Why do you enjoy chick flicks?
I don't know. I just go see movies, and like Once was really good.
I'm with you, man.
Yeah.
I like chick. I'm a big chick flick.
Yeah. I could tell you were.
I totally am, man. I can watch Fried Green Tomatoes.
Oh, Jesus.
Over and over again. Love it.
Bridges in Madison County.
My wife is just like, how can you watch that crap?
Really?
Yeah, totally.
What about Sisterhood of the Stretchy Pants?
Stretchy Pants, whatever it was called.
I can watch that.
The Traveling Pants.
That once.
Worst
flicks I can watch more than once.
Worst chick flick I got dragged to by the ex-wife.
Bridge.
No, it wasn't even. Bridges in Madison County at least had like Clint Eastwood in it. This was The Love Letter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Look at Roland.
Holy Jesus Christ. Was that just a steaming pile to have to sit and watch? It wasn't even interesting in a way. Sometimes you could sit and watch a chick flick and you're sitting just going like, this sucks, but all right, there's a story here. At least I could kind of work with that.
That was
Horrid.
a little heavy-handed.
Horrid.
Did you see The Notebook?
No.
Yeah, that's good.
Never saw it? Notebook will make you cry, man.
Yeah.
Notebook was good.
Did you see that?
See? Aha!
You, look at you. Look at you.
Ozzy cried watching The Notebook. I remember
Did he?
that. Yes.
Yeah, Notebook was all right, man.
That's good. Alzheimer's will make anybody cry, man.
Oh, is that it?
Heartbreaking.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm trying to remember what movie it was. Now I do.
What?
Yeah. The Notebook.
James Garner and
Yeah.
Jenna
Ryan
Rollins and Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams.
Did you see The Lake House?
Yeah.
That I couldn't do.
That I couldn't
Sandy
sit through.
Bullock vehicles, I kind of draw lines for.
Pretty good.
Ask Roland.
She's pretty good shot.
Ask Roland how it started. As far as watching chick flicks.
My mom dragged me to every chick flick movie because my dad wouldn't go. My brother's 7 years older than I am, so I was in. Growing up, it's like my brother would go see like the action movies, and I come home. Guess what I saw?
My mommy would take me to action movies and like cool movies. We went to go see Alien when it first came out. And
you were 30.
No, I wasn't 30. 1979. Jesus.
I think it's really cute that you both dated your moms.
I went out with my mom. She was hot and she gave it up.
She's still hot.
Hey, but we go to see Alien in Oyster Bay. I think it was there was a movie theater over there, and sold out. And I'm like really disappointed because I want to see Alien. So to make up for it, because I was so disappointed, she took me down the road to go see Battlestar Galactica in the movie theater.
A pale
comparison. Just not even.
Replacement.
Yeah, and she had just sitting there.
A big screen TV movie.
Yeah, that's what it was. Big screen TV movie.
Worst replacement ever. I wanted to see My Bodyguard. My father took me to see Woody Allen's Stardust Memories. It was a black and white, not Woody's best. It was a bad film.
And you're a kid, so.
I wanted to spit in my father's face. Then he finally took me to see My Bodyguard. We call it the last half of My Bodyguard. I was so...
Oh.
We went to a drive-in one time, and I forget what we saw, but the second one was The Sensuous Nurse with Ursula Andress, and I really wanted to stay and watch it with my dad.
Time to go, son.
He made me leave because he probably knew what we'd wind up doing.
That's like I had to sit in a drive-in movie in a pickup truck with my father in the driver's seat, his girlfriend, wife, whatever, in the middle, and me in the passenger seat, and Barbarella was playing. And no, it hadn't just come out. But it was at the drive-in, and at the beginning they show, her she's pretty naked, and
taking her gear
doing
off
things, taking her gear off, and I was getting so worked up, and I couldn't breathe heavy, and I was breathing like, and the windows were getting so fogged up. I was so embarrassed. I was throwing off a heat, like my body was throwing off the heat. That was steaming the windows up. It was so embarrassing.
They say anything to you?
No. I'd roll the window down. I was like, oh, yeah,
I'm going to go get some popcorn.
My father leaned photo and pointed, was like, trying to get the window clear. It was so embarrassing.
When we got our first VCR, we got a Betamax.
Nice.
And, we went to a video store, joined a club, and the beta section was very small. But I was 11 years old, maybe 12, and I was there with one of my best friends, and we went up to the cameraman. I was like, you rent what you want. And we were like, give us the worst horror movie you got, because we were of that age. And they gave us Blood-Sucking Freaks.
Oh, yes.
And didn't give us any inkling what it was about. Box looked pretty horrible. We go home to watch it, and my father's watching it with us, and my mom is cooking dinner in the kitchen. And I believe it was the line, you might want to be ready for the dump, I believe it was the line, I think her mouth would make an interesting urinal. That brought my mother racing out of the kitchen going, what are you watching?
What the hell are you watching?
Loaded with like naked women with bullseyes drawn on them and darts in them.
What was the name of the midget in that movie?
Oh, I forget. I
had a really weird name. The midget from Blood-Sucking Freaks.
Yeah.
Billy Barty?
In the movie. His name in the movie.
Hey, they're going to turn us off here. Kevin Smith, just fantastic, man. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for having me.
My Boring Ass Life, the uncomfortably candid diary of Kevin Smith, in bookstores now.
And Reaper on Tuesday. Watch Reaper on Tuesday on CW.
And tomorrow night, Kevin's on Letterman, too.
On Letterman.
Cool.
All right. If you're not joining us over at XM, have a great day.
Opie and Anthony.
We just spent the last 15 minutes discussing how Anthony's going to get home today.
We're all idiots in this country.
Yep.
Give the time of day and
for the rest of America,
luxury to these savages.
For the rest of America, let me just set the table here and make sure everyone has their proper.
I need a fork.
Yeah, I'll make sure the Civil War is
out on the table.
Shit. Let me just.
There you go. Oh, you scared me for a second, but I forgot we're on the shit part of the.
No, for the rest of America, the UN is in session for the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Yes,
we were going to let you sleep, sir.
So I was
going to bring that up in a second.
And somebody was like, "Oh, they're just playing best of."
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you started talking about something that was current, and I was like, "They don't want me in the room."
I know.
They're tricking me.
Kevin goes, "How much time between shows?" I'm like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. You're like, "All right, I'm gonna." What did you say? I thought you were going smoking.
No,
I'm just gonna go chill out.
He went into the green room and passed out because everyone was giving us reports.
Just to lay down
Kevin
a little
Smith
bit.
Is asleep. Let's make our YouTube
I
video.
went into my immediate sleep pose where I jam a hand down my pants and cut my balls.
Dude,
is that it?
It's a great way to sleep. Very protective. Very chimp-like.
Very chimp-like.
Way to sleep. He always, if he falls asleep, man, and no doubt within the first 5 minutes, the hand. It can be like you can handcuff it behind his head like fucking Houdini, and it will slide down his body, snake down his fucking pants, and he just grips that shit.
I don't grip, but I have to.
What do you think that's about? You think like when he was a kid, somebody went to touch him, and so now he's just like got to cuff him.
Got to protect it.
Safe feeling, or maybe it's just
pride in your cock.
Just feels good to hold it.
Yeah,
it feels better if you hold it and jerk it.
I jerked.
We're on XM, right?
I was so fucking. I jerked off last night before bed because I couldn't sleep. So I jerked off a second time when my dick was limp. Like it was awful. I was just flogging a noodle. And I swear to God, as I came, I said, "Why am I such a junkie?"
Did you come twice?
Yeah, but the second time
is barely there.
I could almost
like a dry heat.
I could hear my dick going, "All right, sleep."
Like,
it was awful.
Just spitting out dust.
Dude, it was limp. My dick was limp the whole time. It hurt.
That's wonderful.
I have not jerked off and then jerked off again right away in a long time.
It's been a while.
An hour?
Yeah.
I've had
an hour in
20
between.
minute downtime.
That's not bad.
As a kid, just sometimes 3 times in a row, you're just so horned up
out of the
by
house?
yeah.
I'm gonna jerk off
yeah,
on
then
shit
you're
I never
just
thought
doing
about
it.
jerking off near before.
And each one was like fucking a torpedo launch. And now
fucking ropes of jitters.
2 times, like you're saying, it's just dribbling out.
An hour later, though, and I wasn't horny.
It's like that $5 shake coming out of Mia Wallace's mouth. Just kind of, oh fuck. It dribbles down your hand.
Go to sleep?
Yeah, I figured the energy, but I'm just an addict. It's fucking awful, man.
And do you need anything, or you just tug it? You just go into the theater of the mind?
I was on X-Tube.
X-Tube.
Theater of the mind.
Wait, what's X-Tube?
It's like
we learned about RedTube
too.
X-Tube is better because there's a lot of you go to videos on X-Tube, and there's a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah?
That's been my new thing lately. I love watching really amateur anal videos.
Ah.
not amateur, like, Vivid presents amateur
No, yeah,
girls.
I mean
like,
real.
just like some
Real
jackass
amateur video.
talked his girlfriend into
Videotaping.
letting him fuck her up the ass, and he's holding the camera, and it's the worst lighting and shit.
Yeah,
That's so
I'm
much
looking for
stuff.
that moment where,
But that's
'cause,
so
when
much
you watch-
hotter than the well-produced.
I do agree.
But
I
it's
agree.
also like that moment when you watch porn and they're doing an anal scene and shit, she's like totally ass douched out. I'm looking for like the amateur anal porn video where the dude pulls back a little too much and you see some shit stain on
like
his
butt
dick.
jelly,
Yes.
they call it.
That's what I want to
Jelly.
see.
That's what porn people call it. Yeah, you go to there's one video I watched. There was a girl, like she's not attractive at all, though.
They don't have to be because usually they're zoomed in on the part.
Well, there's a couple of chicks that are sucking dicks through glory holes. Like, I guess their husbands film them. And there's one girl has a whole site where she's just fucking banging and blowing strangers through a glory. It's fucking really hot, man.
This is the first time I've been on this website, and I'm enjoying the tennis racket girl that E-Rock just had up. Just getting spanked
Which site is
with
it?
the tennis racket.
Ooh.
I'm not into the
Here's my other
spanking
site, the
thing.
site that I fucking love. largelabia.com.
Oh, you a big pussy freak?
Love it.
Me too.
Love it. I love him. I love him grossly misshapen
Yes.
and fucking huge.
Yes.
I don't know why. I've never met one in my life.
Oh, I have.
Have you?
Yeah, big clit.
I would imagine no work whatsoever.
Well, the tennis racket, I thought it was I thought it was a cute little spanking, but boy was I wrong.
That looks like remember the phone video chick?
Yeah.
Who like put the cell phone in?
Oh, Jesus.
Kind of
She's putting a tennis racket handle up her ass.
I could look at the large labia site all day long.
Dude, can you when you're done with this enchanting home video, can you fucking look up big pussy lips?
And she was sucking a cock?
Just go to largelabia.com with a dash between large and labia.
What do they have on it? Is it giant cunts?
It's just basically a giant. No, it's not giant. I mean, I guess some of the corresponding cunts are large, yes, but it's clits as big as like two thumbs put together.
You know who Linda
Wouldn't that be
Might
called
is?
a cock?
Go to Linda. Look for
Might as well be a fucking
Thank
cock,
you. At least
dude.
Kevin will admit
No,
it.
there's a
Jimmy.
line. I don't like hermaphrodites. Linda Might is a little even bigger. Look, go to lindamight.com. She's like, you can see like the lips. Hers is almost too big.
That too, man. I love.
Hold on. No, go.
silly
Hold on. We're
meaty
jumping around
lips.
too much. Stay in large labia. Where are we supposed to go after this, Kevin?
Crazy fucking I can't see really from here.
Hold on.
That doesn't look like.
I don't want designer vagina. No laser. Is this a medical site where they want to get their pussies reduced? What do you
This is
think?
a site that celebrates the grossly
Okay.
misshapen.
It's
I like
large.
fucking
Didn't
big
you say there was something in between
I'm
large
with
and
you.
labia?
My old lady doesn't have. She has a very, fucking. I love it. I don't get me wrong,
no, I
but
know.
it's very like I just like seeing something that I don't see.
My girlfriend is mad because I talk about big pussies on stage, and she's like,
Oh,
"People
here we
gonna
go.
think you're talking about me." She's like, and my girlfriend has a normal pussy, and
Right.
she's like, "I don't want people thinking my pussy." And I had to go on a site and show her a girl I fucked one time, and I'm like, but
The mess that you-
Wait,
I'm like,
you-
that's what I'm talking about.
Hold on. You showed your current girlfriend a girl you fucked one time?
Yeah, I don't think I said I fucked her though, but I think I said this is what I'm talking about. But I might have told her a long time ago. I'm like,
I
this
got
is
that shit on my iPhone, bro. Let me find the address I'm talking about.
That's got to be, I don't know. I'm the opposite. I like it to look like a clam shell. It's
Really?
just got to
But
be
that's what
like,
they
I
look
want,
like
I
in
need,
all
I want
the
you to
magazines.
shuck it. Like you got to be able to shuck that pussy to get your dick in.
I want it to look like a cartoon mouth.
That's it.
Did you see Sarah Silverman when she did it on the MTV?
Yeah, that was
the Video Music
hilarious.
Awards,
Oh,
when
yeah.
she tilted her head and
That was
fucking did it.
that was really funny.
Wait,
All right, what are we looking at, Jimmy?
I don't know this.
Oh, come on. That's someone giving birth.
That's awful.
That's an alien's mouth.
That's not real.
Awful. It is real. That looks awful.
Steve, real or not real?
Real.
All right, so then it's not
It
real.
looks like a.
If Steve, whatever Steve says,
sorry,
That
the-
looks like
this
a
is the
tongue and a
address,
guy
ready?
with no teeth.
This is the address to go to.
Here's the
It's
address.
large-labia-productions.com.
wow.
Basically, large-labia-productions.com. It is, it's essentially all amateurs, and it's dudes and their girlfriends, there you go, who just send in these candid shots of these clits that look like speed bags. Like you sit there like working them like Rocky, they're so big. I'm fascinated by it, man. But when you read like the commentary and the testimonials and shit, it's crazy because apparently like these chicks feel for years they've been what do they call that?
They feel embarrassed by it. They used to change their pussy in the locker. These dumb chicks.
The word keeps escaping me lately. When somebody's prejudiced against you begins with a D.
They've been
discriminated against.
Discriminated, sure.
They've been discriminated against because, like, you know, in the shower, the girls are like, look at that fucking bubblegum looking pussy of yours. But meanwhile, there's a whole cult of dudes who love that kind of shit.
Are you going to be talking about this on Letterman tomorrow?
Yes. My pre-interview is going to be all about. I already got an email from the show, and they were just like, you know, we're not real scatological, and we don't really go in for the naughty talk. And I'm like, well, I got nothing then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, book someone else.
Yeah,
I'm done.
I don't see any large labias yet.
Go to hold on.
Well, no, this is the site.
I'm telling you, it's right there. Go to the left column with the what's new and shit.
What's new?
It's crazy good, man. If you like that kind of thing, some dudes don't get into it, but I just.
Well, Jimmy's right there with
I like
you, Kevin.
a fucking. Do you understand? Like I like what turns me on more than anything is like white panties or like a white bikini bottom with the fucking meat is
with a
bulging.
mound in it, dude. Where it's
I like
just like
a
I
bald
agree.
pussy bulge. Fucking beat. I don't want the hair confusing the sight.
What do you think that is?
Like a good deli sandwich.
Do you think that's because, like, maybe like one of the first girls you ever fucked around with had a large pussy, or is it just because it's freakish?
It's mouthful.
Weird.
It's suckable.
It's because it's like the weird sensation of like it puts you into an almost gay world, but you're safe from being gay because it's a woman, but you get a mouthful of something that you wouldn't normally get.
Nah, because you could always suck tits if you just wanted a mouthful of something. I think a mouthful of pussy is very
different,
sensual.
Though. This is weird meat.
It's
meaty.
fucking big fat
Meaty.
lips and it smells good. There's
Yes.
like it's just a fucking. It's just fuck. It's very visceral. There's something just.
And I'm an oral dude, so
Yeah, me
that's.
too.
But yet I've never met one of these chicks in my life. They all
Really?
had really like normal looking, gorgeous pussies, but I'm
Damn,
married,
these girls
so of
with
course
normal
those days are
pussies.
over, but the idea of meeting a chick with pussy lips big enough to be a cock.
See, I don't like. There's a line where it goes, and I've never hooked up with a girl like this, where I've seen where it almost looks like a hermaphrodite, and like I know I don't want to see. Linda Might is even a little bit too far for me, because she clip pumps, which I don't like.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No,
either.
I like
I've
a
seen pictures of
natural.
that. I like it natural too. Me and you, brother, we're on the same fucking page.
I'll show you.
We got to go out.
Dude, you don't know what you're doing.
We got to go out catting around looking for chicks with lots of meat between their legs.
Meaty ones.
Did I just hear Jimmy say she
Thing.
Oh, God.
It's not attractive, but he's right. When it's natural, it's a beautiful
It's very sexy.
Let's go to Linda Might's adult site.
Yeah, she's really an older lady, but you see the clip bulge. That's as far as I can go. Her pussy,
Dude, that's her clit bulging through her panties?
Yeah.
That looks like a little cock.
Yeah. And her,
Yeah.
I don't even like hers that much because it's almost too masculine. I like smaller than that and younger.
Is it night or might?
Might.
So, like, if no one else will, Linda might. That
Exactly.
kind of
Yes. But I like a good fucking. I don't.
How
like
old
this.
is she?
Oh, she's an older lady.
Oh, she's pumping right there?
No, she's got a.
I'll tell you all the places I surf, dude, because of course I won't pay for it. I gotta go to the free
Why
sites.
should you?
Yeah, let's see your surf list.
My surf list is as follows, and I only discovered recently that it's on my iPhone because I downloaded all my bookmarks and shit like that.
Oh, that's good. If you lose your iPhone.
People like what? PornoTube, the free voyeur web. Pick Hunter is my favorite. PickHunter.com.
What's that one?
That's just like basically it gives you links to a bunch of different places. They collect them under one.
Yeah,
one
I've
roof.
seen
They give
those.
you all a bunch of thumbnails so you can kind of preview what you're heading into, and then they take you off to different sites, and it's an adventure.
You never know where you're going to end up.
Don't know what's going to happen. Massive cocks and little balls. That's my favorite set. No. ATK, all natural and hairy.
Yeah. All natural and hairy.
Every once in a while, I like to
now
get
my brother's
freak on
listening.
and see a chick wearing like a hair bikini.
Yeah,
wait. Let's go to that site. That one like intrigues me.
I've always said
as far as a freak show goes.
ATK, it's called all natural and hairy.
ATK.
The address is I can't get the address.
I don't like it
What is
big, bushy, but I like a natural shaped triangle.
Why?
I just do.
We're very
I like a natural shaped triangle with just a little hair there.
ATK.
I mean, shaved is great too. Believe me, shaved. I like it. I don't like big
The
hairy
link they
ones.
give me for ATK is
but every
kind of,
so often.
Like it's one of those hot links that takes you someplace else. I'll try to see if I can find. Now it's linking me to.
See, I like a fucking
porno biz.
I like a bulge. Like, I like white panties with. I want it to look like our cunt is robbing the joint. It's like a big bulge with like shapes in it.
I
like
want it
that.
to look like the grizzle that comes off a fucking massive steak. Just weird, chewy, and fucking fatty looking.
Yeah. Stinks a little. Not dirty, though. Just, seriously, that's fucking hot.
I don't know what I would do with it in real life, but I love to look at it online.
Wow.
It's just, maybe it's the freak value. I'm like, I've never seen that.
I like freak show stuff, so.
Totally. But not in a way where I'm like, I'm looking down at these people. I'm like, that's so different. It's beautiful. Celebrate your diversity. Put something in there, would you?
Man,
Off the air, if you give me an email address, I'll send you.
By the way, we've been surfing for the last 15 minutes, and E-Rock gave us nothing.
No, dude, I've never seen.
We're looking at Misty Rain. I guess
he is the worst.
I told him to look up Rhonda's Playpen. He spells Rhonda R-O-N.
Right. Well, he's looking at Misty Rain right now. I guess that's a porn star, but we're looking at Misty Rain and like the fucking rainforest.
You know who
pictures.
You know who that is? Misty Rain. She doesn't do it anymore. She's out of the business. But remember, Rhonda was a girl named Rhonda many years ago who had a big meaty pussy. She had a giant clit.
Huge clit.
Wait, I remember her. That was a cock.
Here's another
No,
one. YouView2.
She was the brunette with the short hair.
She was beautiful.
YouView2.com. YUVUTU.com. That's like another porno tube or red tube. All the places that you can watch, like a good 3 minutes, 5 minutes for free. And that's all you need,
It's all
right?
about free.
Not you. What is it?
What kind of-
Is it YUVUTU?
YUVUTUBE.
Not BE. YUTUVU.com.
Do you get massages?
I do, but not the full release.
Yeah. No, I'm believe me, I'm in the same boat.
I've never had one of those. You've had one of those, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you live by them.
No, I've had enough regular ones too, but
you just go in with an understanding, like sooner or later it's going to come to you're going to jerk me off?
Not always. No, I mean, in some places, it's going to be legit. But yeah, other times, like, you kind of know. And then there's that moment where you're not sure. The best ones are the ones where you're not sure. So she'll be massaging you, and then they'll work down on your legs, and they avoid the area, but then all of a sudden, the finger brushes the back of your balls a millisecond, and you're like, it's amazing how high you can.
I don't think I could do it. I'm too insecure.
Oh, what?
Well, number one, I'm fat. Number two, I don't have a big dick, so I don't even want them seeing it.
Really?
Yeah, I wear fucking shorts and underwear when I get a massage, and they're like, "You can take that off and lay under the towel." I'm like, "That's all right.
Why?
I need layers."
The beautiful thing, it doesn't matter to them. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, well, I want it to matter.
But they don't. That's
Jimmy.
the beauty of it. They're disconnected. They'll just jerk you off as long as you blow a load. They don't care.
Oh, I couldn't even. I'm married, dude. I couldn't do that.
Dude, there's an old lady blowing some dude on this site.
On YouView too?
Yeah.
Isn't it great? And they put the little nationality flag from where these videos are from. So you're like, hey, this couple's from Canada. Hey, this couple is from Germany. German couples are very weird, man.
Yeah.
They're really
Germany.
weird stuff.
We've come to the conclusion that conquered nations have like these weird fetishes.
themselves,
Weird
it's not
because
like
Japan
the
is just
Shiza Essen. It's just shit
out of
where you're
control.
Like,
yeah.
What's that? I never thought of doing
What
that.
are they
I don't think
doing?
Anybody should ever think of doing that.
And Japan is another one where they just, I love how they pixelate the pubic hair, yet they will show a girl as a fudge fountain in a fucking bathtub, just shitting upside down all over herself. But don't cover up the pubes.
When you won't let people see pubes, they're like, well, I guess we got to get off on watching people shit on one another.
What was the website that we were looking at one day where the girl had a shit hat that was so heavy she couldn't keep her head up?
Oh, yeah. Shit hat.
Hey,
it was like,
can you type in poobutton.com?
Are you looking for a shit site?
No, but there's this one that somebody just sent me the other day, and it's one of those, like, send it to somebody thing. It's POOBUTTON.com. Now just press the poo button.
Right, we're pressing
and it makes a noise, and then hold on. There it is.
Oh my God! Is she just
a fellow named Josh sent it?
Oh damn!
And they play it back slow mo. How horrible is that? And look at her. Look at the chick's expression. The one who's getting shit on. You can tell she's like, this really stinks.
She is covered with shit.
I'm not a poo button. It's one of those things where you send somebody the fucking link and they do it at work.
Wait, push on the poo button again, please.
If you could hear it, it makes a noise. It goes. And then all of a sudden this video kicks in out of nowhere.
Dude, that's just pure comedy today, man. I don't see it. I don't see anything sexual about it, man. That is
watch
hilarious.
The one girl who's the receiver. Watch her face. You see how she's like, this smells.
She looks the way she should look with that fucking food.
But she's trying to make it look like kind of sexy, but she's just... Look at her face.
But also, it's like, what is jetting out of that other woman's ass?
That's a guy, by the way. That's not a woman. That's a guy. That's a guy shitting on her. And might I say...
That guy's got a really nice feminine ass.
What a cool customer he is. He's cool as a cucumber. He's bent over, and you can see his watch, and he is just shitting on that girl, and he's not fucking moving a muscle.
It was in between soft and a hard shit.
It was a wonderful shit. I mean, it was
like a dude who took some Metamucil the night before.
Yeah, he figured it out.
He
figured out what would be the ultimate shit. What do you need to eat? What do you need to drink?
Yeah, that would be so nice to just sit on the bowl and do one like that.
Yeah, it don't happen like that unless you take some Metamucil.
I'm sending Eric to one. It's fine. I'll give the name out in a second because you maniacs will crash it. Where they show chicks taking shits that are just beyond comprehension. I thought it was fake. I'm like, this is a goof.
Massive shits.
Awful. It's awful. Wait, dude, there's got to be go down. There's got to be a video. Go all the way down. There's got to be a video. There's one chick. She farming? The fucking log some of these chicks pop is fucking mind-bending.
One on the right.
It's horrible.
You got a picture?
No.
We're watching.
I'm not tied into that one.
We're watching. Just enter the site. Just find a video that gives you kind of a.
Oh my God, is that funny?
Yeah, there has to be one.
Free area. Go to the free
area, you goose. And I'll give the site out in a minute so you at home.
Goose.
Yeah.
Goose.
There has to be one. But
See, now I would like this. This doesn't get me off, but I look at it because I find it interesting.
That's what I said.
Because you never. How often do you ever get to see someone taking a shit?
Look at the one.
That is great stuff.
They got the. Oh, I thought it was a shit calendar.
Look at the bot. Hold on. Look at this one. I love this one.
Oh my God! It just makes me laugh.
Wow, it's fucking great. It looks like her fucking her asshole has a beard.
I popped that on that.
It's only a picture. They won't show you a video for free, I don't think.
But that's the thing. It's like that's something that we all have in common. We all fucking shit, but you can't talk about it because people get real uptight. Look at that. Oh, it's massive.
Wow.
She's petting it like it's a little dog shit.
That Mila Perlman is good.
Wow, look at that. That looks like a hand grenade coming out of her. It's got like all the pineapple, the classic pineapple hand grenade.
Looks like a corn dog.
That looks like it's going in more than coming out.
Oh my God.
I don't know what they fucking feed these girls. They must not shit for like a week. And
someone is saying 2girls1cup.com. Oh, you got that one?
Oh, no.
2girls1cup.com.
2girls1cup.com.
What now?
We're looking at shit videos.
Why not? We're sharing with our audience.
Oh, my God. It just makes me laugh.
It is really funny. There's nothing, I don't find it sexual at all.
I would never sit there and be like, 2 years old, poo will always
It's hysterical. Funny. And if people are smearing it on themselves, it's something so out there.
Totally.
And disgusting that you just laugh.
Is this 2 cups, one girl?
A different website, same video.
All right.
Okay. Well, looks like we got a little ways to go here. Oh, no, no.
Oh,
my God. Holy shit.
Wait, it gets better.
Come on.
Heavens.
Dude,
one girl just took a dump in a glass, made it look like a fucking ice cream cone, and then they both went to town on it.
I guarantee
She's juggling it with her tongue.
That's Brazilian.
Dude, that shit came out and filled up that.
Ew.
Now they're kissing.
Shit. Oh my God.
The shit filled up that cup like you were at Carvel.
now
they're puking up the shit.
The one girl puked shit onto the cup of shit, and the other girl licked it off.
This is really bad.
Julia Roberts will
she's puking into her mouth.
These girls are getting $100.
Yeah, nothing.
They need to pay these girls a lot of money. Oh,
look at all that.
The one girl threw up shit into the mouth of the other girl.
That is heinous.
That could be one of the most disgusting.
The highlight is that chick filling a cup.
Yeah, the filling of the cup is probably the best part.
I've never seen shit explode.
I don't see where that's disgusting. It just makes me laugh really hard.
The cup gets filled so fast. It's an instantaneous filling of a huge cup.
Wow.
Oh, does she dump that right out?
Get you in and out the door that fast at Carvel. barbell. Look at how fast that feels.
And look at the other girl's hand from the weight of it. She like almost
like it's like the kickback of a fucking shotgun. She's like, oh, I wasn't prepared. Them looking at like an ice cream cone.
Eric, what are you looking at?
Oh.
Get back on that screen. Let Eric do this.
Eric, what's wrong?
No, make
E-Rock, come on.
E-Rock,
but go
watch the video.
The piece where she was juggling it with her tongue, man. That was insane.
Eric, you got to look because you need to work the video for us.
No, go forward.
Eric has to watch.
Here it comes. This right here.
She's
this
juggling
is what really
with her
got
tongue.
me. She's working it with her mouth like you.
E-Rock.
See, why is it? I can't.
Wait, hold on.
Watch. She's going to work it, and now she swallowed it. Oh. She ate poo.
E-Rock, look, you're missing the kissing.
The
They're
kissing.
making out.
Wait, people are killing us. They all want to go there. Go to cupchicks.com.
The one girl puked shit onto the other cup of shit, and the other girl licked it all, almost like, may I have some Jimmies?
Yes.
Wow.
Dude,
Now
it's
she's
just,
thinking-
And then she just
see,
vomited.
there's
it.
nothing gross. That just makes me laugh out loud.
This is Brazilian, I
But
guarantee
who
it's
finds
Brazilian.
this? Who finds this sexually arousing?
Jimmy finds it a bit depending on
You
the
don't
video.
find that arousing.
I've done a lot of that stuff. I could jerk off to some of that. Not that particular one. That's too graphic for me. Like the shit's too soft and awful. It just looks like shit. But I've jerked off to bizarre stuff like that.
But what's bizarre?
The filling up of the cup is the funniest part.
Like,
I lost
how
my
much
phones, by the
more
way.
bizarre or less bizarre than this?
Like a chick shit into another chick's mouth, I can jerk off. Sometimes, yeah. It's either really disgusting to me or I'll jerk off to it.
Look at that. That's the part that'll.
Yeah, that part makes
I'm
you
gonna take
cringe.
that to the grave, man.
Like,
that part where she's juggling it with her tongue.
You got to kind of do this with your mouth when you're watching stuff. There's a physical reaction
You
to
gotta
that.
hope she has no sense of smell whatsoever.
Oh.
Yeah, the Brazilian girls they get because they don't pay them much. You're right. They're very poverty stricken.
That's what I'm saying. It's fucking nuts. You'll pay Julie Roberts $20 million to do a movie. Each one of those girls deserve at least $1 million for what they did with that waste.
Someone is suggesting toilet sherry.
All right.
SHERRI. He'll probably spell it fucking.
By the way, people are saying congrats on Reaper.
Thank you. Yeah, Reaper.
Hold on. In between shit websites, why don't we do something normal? Colin in Tampa, what's up?
Hey, I just want to say O&A, every time you have Smith on, I download it from Audible. I want to congratulate you on getting the best Gen X director that we've ever had, and congratulate Mr. Smith on his 2 TV pilots.
Thank you, sir.
Kevin rules.
Kevin does rule. We don't say it. It's just cool that he just comes in and hangs out like a dude, man.
Where else do you go? Where
It's awesome.
they're like, hey, let's watch shit videos. Shit videos. I can't even do this at home. I got to do it behind a locked door. Here,
It's
I
like
get
we're
to
doing
sit
commentary
Totally.
to a shit DVD.
Totally. You could download this track later on and play it opposite 2 girls in a cup.
Only radio gives you the excuse of like, it was brutal today. We had to look at shit videos up for an hour.
Totally.
Who knew Kevin had a meat pussy fetish?
No
though?
kidding.
I do. I'm a big, large labia fan. Again, I've never encountered it in real life, but man.
Hey,
That's one of the questions that don't really come up on those college tours.
All right, listen.
Be surprised.
All right, we got toilet sherry. Do you want her to? You want her? She's looking like. Go to this one. It looks like she's bobbing for shit in the toilet.
Whose shit is it though?
I don't know.
Oh, Sherry.
Does it matter? Like if it was hers or someone else's, it's still your
It's,
face.
well,
in
if it's a
toilet
guy that shits
with
on her,
waste.
that's repulsive to me.
Right.
A woman shitting, I can at least watch. A guy shitting in a woman's mouth, I've seen a lot of those. They're German. They're terrible.
I love Norton. He's got bizarre lines, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's free.
That's
He's
a
so
tiny.
fucking free.
That's a tiny window.
Stolen Car Films presents.
Wow.
Oh, they are smearing shit all over that
I'm
girl's.
not a fan of them
all over
rubbing
her
it on
tits.
her boobs.
Disgusting.
Holy crap! This is Toilet Sherry 4.
Yeah.
So many unanswered.
Well, if they don't
questions.
Well, they've had like what 5 Harry Potters? Why couldn't they have 4 toilet Sallies?
Oh, God, her face.
Like she just
Like she was at the
some chocolate ice cream.
chocolate ice cream eating contest. Oh, God.
Now here's my question.
They're gonna like
in order
Rouge.
to a full feature, it's got to be what, maybe a half hour?
I don't know. Some of them are very long. They do so many.
She looks disgusted.
Is it one session? Like they all sit down over the course of an hour, or is it multiple days?
The way
Because
it will
it's not
work-
like you can shit at will.
The Brazilian ones will have like 10 girls, and they're all giggling, and then there's like 1 or 2 slaves that they all piss on. and then they shit on, and then a lot of times they'll spit and puke on them too on the floor. I mean, it's vile. It truly is.
That's fucking ancient Rome right there.
Yeah.
In a world where it's just like we've run out of shit to keep us interested, we have to watch people fucking shit on other people's
I'm trying
mouths.
to find. Hold on.
Oh, look, Jimmy giving Iraq the information.
I know, in the whispered tones. It's almost like a game show.
Spelled Brazilian right too.
Oh boy, this could be ugly.
Is this Brazilian fart porn?
No, I don't like fart porn. I think it's all fake.
It is fake.
What's fart porn?
Brazilian fart porn is literally like one girl bent over, farting in the face of another girl, and then the girl who she farted on has to inhale it. Muse introduced me to that. He's like, you got to see this. And it's two pretty girls, and one's bent over, and you just hear, and then the other girl is like going, oh
my God. God, that's great.
But it must arouse somebody because they made it.
Yeah, sure. All right, where are we at, Jimmy?
I'm trying to find a site. I've looked at a lot of these sites. I just can't remember the one. It's been so many years since I haven't looked at these sites.
You and me should go into biz, dude. We should open up a porn site with the things that we like.
Because there's probably other degenerates out there.
To run.
No.
Just host a bunch of
it's
shit.
hard to compete with them, though. There's so many of them now. There's so much free shit.
That's the thing. Isn't it? What I always find amazing about online pornography and online... And again, when I say pornography, I don't mean like the porno biz. I mean fucking...
Yeah.
An idiot who talks some fucking bigger idiot into letting him tape her do something heinous.
Right.
In a world of a process of elimination, sooner or later I'm bound to see somebody I know, right?
True, yeah.
Hasn't happened yet.
No.
Never once. I mean, because anytime I go to Pick Hunter, I never see the same fucking broad twice unless it's like a Raven Riley or some name you know.
That's true. There's just
but
a
you
lot
see
of
fresh faces every day, dude. Every day. And I'm like, one day I got to see somebody who I went to school with or who I recognize from town. It's never happened yet. But there's a never-ending fucking stream of people who are willing to take their gear off.
Forever. It's been that way forever. Just like one after a parade, a cavalcade.
And pretty, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, well, what other choice they have? Pretty fucking girls willing to take their clothes off.
But the internet is there really is, like, it's so extreme. There's so much competition. You got to do something crazy to make anything. I mean, if you're Belladonna, you're making money on your website. But if you're fucking just an average porn chick, who gives a shit?
Right.
Why would anybody pay for it when, especially now, there's so much free stuff? That guy's a fake. He stinks. Don't look at him.
What, the guy that puts his whole head in?
That's bullshit. It's just a big fake plastic pussy. It's horrendous.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the dude who puts
Oh, he's terrible.
Fartbrazil.com. That's the one Kevin's talking about. Tap, tap, tap.
I want to see that, yeah.
And the music is killer. But also, it's just like the fart, like it's clearly, like it's a fart noise that you would use on the radio. Like, they lay it over the fucking video to make it sound like the chick's fart. No chick farts like that.
Although there
chicks
are...
fart like that. It's a gentle breeze.
I wish I could remember the company. There was one Brazilian company that what they would do, that was
funny fart videos. Come on, dude.
It was so hot.
You want me to do this?
It was all domination. And the one woman would dominate the other girls, and she would make her smell her ass. And then sometimes they would piss in her mouth. Two girls, like they were holding the other girl's nose or spitting in her mouth. It's really fucking hot until it gets disgusting.
Until.
But I mean, up until that point, it's like a real domination thing. Yeah, it's like that.
Like that.
Go to funny adult humor, maybe.
I'm telling you, did you enter Brazilian fart porn?
Yeah.
Into Google?
That's a good one.
E-Rock is the worst.
E-Rock is terrible at this.
He makes your face.
I don't want to steal a dude's job, but let me tell you something.
Yeah, really.
The computer.
Yeah.
Gotta go over there and just punch him in the head.
How can you not find shit movies on the internet? You fucking...
What are you, a rookie?
Eric, you're terrible.
You religious?
Where you told me to go?
Is it really?
Did you enter... That's
about
fart
hell.
Brazil, but just enter into Google Brazilian fart porn.
Exactly.
Brazilian fart porn.
I don't know if
should put it in quotes. No.
I don't know if you spell Brazilian.
I'm sure he didn't.
But if it does, there you go. Click on it. Fart porn.
Fart porn.
What does it say?
Brazilian fart porn.
How about
Formy rigid? Why? What the?
Yeah, I've seen the fart porn. It's terrible.
Fartbrazil.com.
I should just bring in one of my fucking hard drives.
Here you go. Here it is. There it is. Look at her face as she inhales it. Can you get the sound?
Yep. Oh my God. Go back. Her hair moved. Go back, E-Rock, before I beat you.
Hair moved.
Her fucking hair, no, all the way back. Her hair blows, watch. Her hair blows like a breeze has hit it. It's fucking
Nice music.
And the music, like,
Wait, watch. Wait, no, not this one.
It's the second one.
Yeah. Here we go, watch. Her fucking hair blew like. Oh, it's so great.
Oh, that's so gross.
They're fake.
Well, then listen to those sound effects. It's just lay it on top to augment the experience, but I gotta believe that some of them are actually hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta believe it, man. Way like I gotta believe that Jesus existed. I gotta believe.
I've had a dumb fart in my face. It was kind of just disgusting. Good enough.
Yeah. Oh, she's pulling
these
away.
chicks, man, look,
that's
they
that's
like
right
it.
there.
At least they're.
Oh, she's
like
turning her head a little bit.
I think it's real. They just, like you said, lay over the fart sounds.
Yeah, because they don't need to fart, really. I mean, they really don't need to. The asshole puckers.
In order to fucking blow the hair back, one of them had to.
A fan got turned on. It's all fucking CGI.
No, don't ruin it, dude. You're like a kid on a playground that's just like Santa Claus don't exist. I want to believe in Brazilian fart
There's
porn.
enough real stuff on the net where you don't need to, and they never speak English because, like in most English, like Western civilizations, there was a great one in England. They shut down this chick, fucking Lucy, and this other woman, Lucy and Mac and something. It was two girls and a guy, and they shut them down in English. She was sexy. There's one video where this chick Lucy is sitting there with her legs up in the air, and she's just shitting onto the floor, and it's awful. But yet you're like, this is a sexy fucking woman. Are you
kidding?
No, she was sexy.
Even if they're really attractive, it never occurs to me as sexy. But I do find it just on a human level just interesting to watch a woman take a shit. Because I know, how often do you ever see that?
A lot online.
But in real life, it's like, even like if your old lady's comfortable enough to leave the door open, it's not like you've got a transparent bowl and you're watching as it comes out. You're hearing noises, but like seeing something come out of something else. It's like watching birth, kind of.
Yeah. All right. Why don't we take a break? Oh, we got to announce Miss Palatog after the break.
Oh, remember that?
Little cliffhanger from Friday. We got to get taken care of. Kevin Smith in studio. Letterman tomorrow night.
Letterman tomorrow night.
And do you want to sell this book or not? You're being.
I do, but I just hate. I don't like to come in and horse shit. But
that ain't
selling
boring.
book.
You're giving us great radio. You get a plug in.
My boring ass life. It's the uncomfortably candid diary of Kevin Smith, and it's a really thick. Like you didn't like just shitty phoned it in. This book is almost 500 pages, small font, no picture. It's just like a real. It's like a real read.
It looks like the Bible, kind of.
Yes.
The print is that small.
Although this is probably more historically accurate. Oh, his statement. The man. This is very good, though.
By the way, Ben from Jersey, just curious, what type of virus protection do you guys run?
Yeah, really. You're just loading up the computer with all kinds of good shit.
Where I'm just going to be like, well, I got a Mac, so they never get viruses.
Yeah.
And I'm going to believe that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true, but like I heard that once somewhere. I'm like, all right, I'm virus free.
The people that write viruses and put them up there
for the masses.
Yeah, they don't really. That might change over time, but. And I'm sure there's some Mac viruses out there, but they really don't get them.
It's like if you were going to bring down a coffee chain, would you go after the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf or Starbucks?
Exactly.
You go after Bucks.
Yeah.
It's Opie and Anthony. Just fart so we can start the bit. Oh, it stinks so bad.
What the fuck? Uh-oh. That's what I say to that. Oh, my God. But did they,
Oh, Jimmy!
Wait, before you go to that Mitch Beck bit.
Mark that one down, boys.
That sounded like an acid reflux burp. Oh, you want to play games?
Yeah, I'll play games. Points, Jimmy!
I play in the majors, you go play in the little cow league.
Oh!
Stay tuned for another edition of The Fart Game on the Opie and Anthony Show. I farted.
And we're back on XM Satellite Radio. So I was saying, the UN is in. The UN is in session for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks? How long do they do that thing?
What they're trying to do, they're meeting as a General Assembly so they can stamp out that Brazilian porn stuff.
The Brazilian
they're trying to
porn?
clean up the porn industry. This Pal Talk, I wouldn't get anything done, dude.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
Show the whole time where people are just standing there naked in front of a camera live and holding up notes and whatnot.
It's given us the opportunity to bring people into the show that you normally wouldn't because they live too far or do that. Like, we've had people do the nudity is like top. That's the best.
Phenomenal.
We've had people do things, though, that like if they would come into the studio to do them and we'd describe it, they could do it from home now. We could describe it. It's still radio. So.
Let me jump in here, though, because in Kevin's book, he describes being on our show, watching a couple have sex on Pal Talk.
Yeah.
It made his book.
Oh, really nice.
Yeah.
It did.
Oh, that's right. That was...
I wrote about it. Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
I've never
I wonder
seen
where they
anything like
went.
it.
You came in for a regular interview. Next thing you know, we sat around for 20 minutes watching a couple have sex.
It was almost like there was. I mean, thank God somebody had the presence of mind every once in a while to be like, "Those boobs are nice." Otherwise, it would have been dead air.
Yeah, just dead air.
A bunch of people staring.
Going down.
That's what happens.
But why?
You do kind of lose it.
And believe me, I'm not looking to give Torsten the mouth. But why do it? Exhibitionism? Just
yeah, a little of that.
Well, the couple we watched, they're swingers, and they're advertising.
Really?
Oh, that's
For
who that
what?
was.
Like
That's right.
They're advertising.
Are they trying to trap you guys in their?
No, there's other people with their cams all across America watching them as well. So, speaking of Pal Talk, we got to announce Miss Pal Talk.
Oh, we had Miss Pal Talk contest on Friday.
Girl up in the upper left-hand corner.
And man, let me tell you, they were doing whatever they could to try to win. Some of these girls. Oh, what was the one girl was
Deliver Us from Eva?
Yeah,
took a load on the chest.
She was giving a blowjob to her boyfriend or whoever she was with.
Kid brother.
Who that was kid brother, and took a load right on the chest. What a trooper!
Yeah.
Wait, what kind of load?
A load of jizz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just
all the shit talk.
Right there. Oh well, that would have. Well, now that would have clinched it.
Instant
right there.
winner.
Literally clinch.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, clinch.
Flight benefits. Her ass is fantastic.
Is that the girl in the upper left-hand corner?
Yeah. She's sitting there on her stomach, and you can see her little hiney in the background. Just lovely.
Why does she keep the underwear on, though? She's already
she's a
topless.
goose. She's a goose. She knows. You just want to nuzzle it. Make animal noises. I want to make duck noises into her asshole.
So who won Miss Pal Talk?
Well, third place was Baby Girl.
Third place.
Oh.
And what did she do to
Marissa?
earn the honor?
Huh?
What did she do to earn the honor?
She's on every day.
This looks hot.
And she flashes, and she's just hot.
Yeah.
That's
Right on.
pretty much where
Congratulations.
where that comes in.
Did they get a trophy or anything, or is just
$500, which let's be honest, was a bit of a cheap prize. Wasn't happy about the prize.
But it seems like most of these cats would do this stuff for free anyway. So
True. And they got bragging rights,
totally.
Wait,
amongst themselves.
Oh, does the money only go to the first place winner?
I think so. Yeah.
You know what they should do with that money is give it to the animal shelter lady.
Fuck her. Second place was Deliver Us from Eva.
And what'd she do? She was the load in the chest.
Well, she also took it up the ass. It looked like.
Eva, did you take it in the shitter?
Which
she
one's
can
Eva?
nod. She's in the bottom left.
No, she had sex on cam. She blew her. Was it her husband? Do we know?
I'm not sure who the guy was.
And
She's typing furiously.
And then she got. I'm trying to.
No, just the who? Who is it?
She just took it in the vagina, not the ass.
I'd like to make it clear.
Wait, E-Rock, say that again.
You can't hear, I can't hear.
How funny is that?
She said she just took it in the vagina, not the ass.
Well, that's too bad. The show is insane.
Who was the guy she was with?
Was it your husband? Is she married? Do we know?
She keeps holding up her hands like, I don't know.
She has no idea who he was.
Oh,
is he just a Randy? Is that it?
It's her husband.
Oh, it's her
It's her
husband.
husband, right on.
Okay.
Is he even a fan of the show?
Let's hope so. I hope he knows the camera was on.
Either that or she's...
Who came in first
amazing.
place?
Couldn't see anything, though. You can see it was his ass cheeks. It was a terrible blowjob.
Because you always
angle.
need a third in the room, dude.
First place?
You need somebody to operate the camera and the lights. That's simple.
First place, you mean to claim the title of Miss Pal Talk and claim the prize of $500, Opie?
Courtesy of Pal Talk?
Courtesy of Pal Talk.
Mm-hmm.
That would be...
Boy, is this exciting.
I have all kinds of sound effects, but no drum roll. It was indeed Flight Benefits.
Flight Benefits?
Yes, that's
Who's
her
that?
handle. Jamie.
On screen right now? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's top left.
That's
She
her?
wins.
That chick?
Very hot girl.
Did
She
she know
won.
she was going to win?
No.
Congratulations.
There she goes. Wow, look at her now. She rolls over a little.
You got a tan, Joe.
She looks good.
Gives a little rollover. There it is.
Is she crying?
There she is. Miss
What did she do
Palchuk.
to earn it? I'm sorry, I missed that part.
She was showing her tits.
Pretty much.
She was being pretty naked and
So,
putting whipped cream on
Liver
herself, I
from
think.
Eva actually had sex on camera. You gave it to the girl who didn't have sex
No,
on
you know what it
camera.
is?
Isn't that really
I
something?
think also, it's a cumulative thing. Like, because Liver for me was very good, but Baby Girl's also very good. And
Yeah.
Flight Benefits is on here every day, being hot, showing her tits. It's kind of like we gave her it's like Pacino. He got fucked for Godfather 2, so they had to give him the nod for Scent of a Woman. Well, that's pretty much what that was. I mean,
I would go with Jeremy Irons getting passed over for Dead Ringers and instead getting the Oscar for Reversal of Fortune.
Well, of course.
I wouldn't have done
That's
that one.
the Tony version of what you said. But you're right, absolutely.
Not that I'm not saying Deliver Us from Eva didn't deserve.
Right.
She was no Art Carney in Harry and Tonto.
Is Flight Benefits taking congratulatory calls now?
It looks that way. Yes, people are calling, congratulating her.
Remove those underpants, or is it just the underpants stay on?
I don't know if she shows the puss.
I'm trying to remember
It's an
if
odd line to
they
draw. Where
ever
you're just like, I'm okay.
No, she's had them off. I think when she's been asleep, and then you just see her ass. I think. I don't remember.
God, the internet is so good.
It really is.
It's really nothing.
I can't get work done. I'm trying to write something, and I can't get work done when I have an internet connection. You know what? I write a lot better on planes, or when I'm fucking in a place where I have no internet connection, or at the Comedy Cellar, like I'm doing a weekend there because I can't be looking at porn at the table, so I have to get some writing done.
Mm-hmm.
But it's amazing how hard it is to cope with being a fucking sex addict when you can just peek at anything you want to online, man. It's so hard. It's like being like an alcoholic and just having all you're doing is eating all day, and you have a button you can push, and then beer just pours out of it. Like, you know what I mean? You can have no beer in the house, push a button, and beer pours out of it. That's what the internet is like for sex addicts. It's fucking really tough, man.
But thank God.
You can't get anything done.
It's really, I would say it's better than the invention of the airplane, the automobile, life-saving medicines.
This was. It just cracks me up that it's supposed to be some kind of
video conferencing.
Yeah, like this in itself, just this program. The whole internet is supposed to be this exchange of ideas from schools and scientists and professors, and it just turns into LOL and things like that. And then this was supposed to be. It was presented as, look, we can conference. If we have a client in Japan, we can then video conference him. It's very easy, very cheap. We figured out a way with the bandwidth and everything. And it's like, yes, it's a great idea. Okay, we'll back this. And like that, naked people, jerking off, porno, fucking.
It makes absolute sense to me.
Of course it does.
I mean, think about the most basic form of communication before you put together language. Syntax, shit like that.
Yeah.
Was just, you know, that kind of thing. And also just like, without even grunting, I'm sure cavemen walked around just showing their dicks. Walking up to a girl,
You think cavemen got in trouble for using the wrong grunt?
Never, man. There was no such thing as the wrong grunt back then.
Yeah.
All right. Hey,
was the first wrong
big Star
grunt.
Wars fan, obviously.
I like Star Wars.
Did you know about the cigarette commercial that C-3PO and R2-D2 did?
It was a don't smoke commercial?
Yeah.
I remember this commercial.
You really do?
Totally. R2-D2 is
we thought we were
going
to.
Yeah, he was smoking a cigarette, which I just
chastises him.
Really couldn't grasp onto.
She's got a lightsaber. She's competing with this. She's like, you want to see Star Wars?
Oh, Kev, you're a newbie to our show, man.
She's done things with the lightsaber?
Oh, she does have a lightsaber. I apologize.
I'm not kidding, yeah.
Yeah, because she usually does the glow stick.
Yeah,
her whole bit is that she uses glow sticks.
Wow.
Uses it.
When she does have a lightsaber.
When they start leaning back in the chair, I'm like, hello.
She puts it in her vag. Just Jar Jar stinks.
She could probably put it in her vag in honor of Kevin Smith, I'm sure.
Would you, Eva?
I wouldn't dare ask. Get off that computer!
Some dude just walked by.
What the hell are you doing with the lightsaber?
right. Anyway, back to the commercial. So who's smoking?
R2D2 has a cigarette, and C-3PO chastises them for having a cigarette.
Well, why would you chastise him? Nothing's gonna.
He's a robot.
C-3PO is uptight.
Nothing will hurt him. And then he's got that little lame little thing that comes out to hold the cigarette.
That little baby arm.
I like how R2D2 is much better in what was supposed to have been the earlier days of R2D2. Like, he had trouble getting around in the first Star Wars, and then he was flying.
Yeah.
Had rocket packs.
When they did those prequels, boy, he can get around, man.
He did all kinds of shit, and then he's just a pile of crap. Yeah, he got older. Was that it?
He got older.
Because that's what happens.
Got a little rusty.
Well, they wiped their memories at the end of the third one.
Yeah.
When they're given to Captain Antilles, he's like, and by the way, wipe the droid's memories. So maybe he forgot how to fly.
He forgot he can fly.
Are the first three good? I've never seen the other three. I've seen the original three.
I thought they were watchable. You'll find a lot of people like, they're bullshit. He raped the franchise. But I think they're watchable. They're not as strong as, like, you know, the ones we grew up watching, but...
I don't like Lucas. I think he's very overrated. I think he did, like, 2 great films. Maybe a couple more.
He's literally only directed, up until the re-release, up until the new Star Wars trilogy, he'd only directed American Graffiti, Star Wars, THX 1138, and that was it, right?
Yeah.
He didn't direct Empire. He didn't direct Jedi.
Yeah, he just produced them, right?
Produced.
Yeah, so fuck
and
him.
wrote, or came up with the story.
Stupid
They
little
only wiped 3PO's memory, sir.
What?
They only wiped 3PO's memory, not R2's memory.
How do you know that?
Because they say wipe the protocol droid's memory.
Ew.
Really? Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Really?
I didn't know that they made the... No, I don't think they made... They distinguished between the two. I thought they said just wipe the droids.
Right now, vaginas all over the country.
Why would they let the little bald one...
I think they made the distinction. I'm pretty sure.
You got to appreciate that the show goes from shit videos to dudes.
Exactly.
To extreme geek talk.
Yeah. I really just...
I don't remember
how
that.
sheltered they are by almost getting into a fist fight over which droid got its mind wiped.
I thought both of them did, too.
No, we're not. We're not.
We're too tired.
We are. Fucking thank God. We were up all night.
All right, here's...
Gonna have to watch
Can we hear it, or will we have volume
here's
in the
the
room?
cigarette commercial. You got headphones?
I haven't seen it in a while. Oh, I got to listen to it here.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's one thing I don't like about radio. The headphones.
Yeah, the headphones suck.
Artu, put that down. Cigarettes are dangerous. Well, smoking isn't grown up. It's very foolish. Because it's a dirty habit. It does dreadful things to your lungs, and it's very bad for your heart. Well, I know I don't have one, but humans do, and I think we should set a good example. Well done, R2. Please, don't smoke.
See, the translation, they're supposed to have subtitles on this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what
Could you go back to the beginning for a second, because you missed a line here.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I remember the subtitles in the original.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
See, he chastises him. All right, no need to hear it.
Yeah, where's the sound?
What are you doing?
R2?
Forget it.
You shit all over his bit, man. He had a good bit going.
Yeah, had everything going. Timing's everything.
Jimmy was very confident about his bit.
And almost like sold us on it. Like, oh, really? Subtitles?
You could be the worst at a computer.
I don't know.
I want to shoot you.
What do you push the buttons with? Your
You know why?
fucking big
It's
toes
a
and your
PC
nose?
room, bitch.
Yeah,
If
it
these
is.
were Macs, this never would have happened.
Don't point at me. He needed the video.
I gotta agree with
I
you.
needed the video with the audio.
He's looking at me because I played the audio, but Jimmy had a bit that he needed to look at the video.
Let's pretend it didn't happen.
So if you're
and
playing the
here we
video,
go.
then you would have to sync up the audio along with it.
That's
fat
right.
boy.
Rock the bit again. Rock the bit again, Jim.
That's not going to work. But I was going to here's what the subtitles were had we had timing.
Yeah.
All right.
R2? Where are you? R2? R2? R2, you're on fire! R2-D2, you found a cigarette! Well,
See-
I don't think smoking is grown up at all.
And the subtitle is going to be, I'm a robot, you cunt. but and then I was going to continue improvising with the robot saying things, but it's just not.
but it just doesn't.
I'm glad I listened to it, though, because he says, R2-D2, you found a cigarette.
Found a cigarette.
He's not smoking it. He makes it very clear that the little droid has found a cigarette.
Speaking of droids, let's go to Coke Logic.
Grown up.
Coke Logic.
Hey, what's going on, boys? Hey, man,
buddy.
Kevin Smith there. Very,
How are you, sir?
Speak to you. I am awesome. I love
Nice
your
to be
movies.
spoken to. Thank you.
I have to go along with Big Kev here. It was only our 3PO that got wiped. That means R2.
Is that what he said? He said just wipe the protocols? I'm sorry, I haven't slept. The
that's
protocol
what-
droids?
Protocol droid. Yeah, that's why 3PO kind of freaks out and R2 lets out a little bleep to laugh at him, like, haha, asshole. But
Really, it wasn't more like a poo.
Yeah, that.
Because he's going to hang out with a dude who doesn't remember shit. Like, it'd be like, you came in one day and they wiped fucking his mind out. And you're like, hey, man, we got to do our bits. And you're like, what's a bit?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't even know why I'm here.
Why did I even come here?
For sure. I thought for sure you would have heard that on my show, Big Kev's Geek Stuff.
Oh, wow. I see. It's a plug. It's a plug. All right, I got you.
I didn't hear that.
By the way, we need more Big Kev interviews.
Yes.
Big Kev interviews. No disrespect, but they rule with their atrociousness. I can't get enough of his fucking interviews. They are the best. Hi, I'm Big Kev. And they're always it's like a 30-second thing.
My favorite Big Kev interview was with Samuel Jackson.
Oh,
can we get
God.
That one is.
Can we get that?
Please.
I lost knowledge about Samuel Jackson from that interview.
That's impossible.
I actually, knowledge of him went away. It was that insightful.
A lot of people asking if we saw the Star Wars Family Guy last night. I did not see it. I thought we talked about that already.
I didn't either. I
None of us saw
DVR'd
it.
everything and watched it.
Not seen it.
We DVR'd that one.
You know what was really
Watched
cute
it at
though
my
in Star
leisure.
Wars was the Ewoks. I thought that was. I'm like, you know what?
shut up.
George Lucas really is like. That's what I want to see. The Ewoks.
Ewoks
They
are
were kind of fuzzy and cute and stuff.
Indefensible, sir.
No, they were adorable. I'm like, that's what I want.
Shut up! You don't think that?
But I did. I thought it was the cutest.
You're doing the Jimmy. I like this, but I really don't because I like being the idiot in the room.
I thought that George Lucas. What a way to make the third film. The little Ewoks. That would.
Do you know what it was supposed to be? It was supposed to be a planet full of Wookiees.
Yeah.
And he chickened out at the last second. And he was just like, you know what? Probably be better to do a planet full of teddy bears.
Yeah.
Then years later, when he did Revenge of the Sith, the third one, they went to the planet full of Wookiees and they showed the Wookiees at war.
Well, also harder to sell Wookiee toys when you've already got a Wookiee toy. See, if you create a new toy, you can sell that. And that's why I detest
Sinister.
him.
Did everyone here grow up on the East Coast? You grew up on the East Coast?
Mm-hmm, sure.
Where?
Long Island.
Where'd you grow up?
Jersey.
Where? What part?
North Brunswick.
Right on. So, like by Rutgers?
About a mile from Cook College.
Wow. You?
Huntington, Long Island, yeah.
Do you guys remember the 4:30 movie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, go to
yeah.
YouTube, pull up, just enter in YouTube the 4:30 movie.
Oh, boy.
When was the last time you saw the opening credits
Oh, wow.
of the 4:30 movie?
That's a while ago.
I went surfing one day on the web, found it, and it fucking took me back, man.
Sometimes those things, you just hear like a sound or a commercial or one of those jingles and go, oh, man.
Oh, there was one.
I totally don't remember that.
Here it is.
Okay. Turn it up.
Remember that shit?
Oh, wow.
Right?
Look at that, yeah.
Suddenly you're like 7 years old again.
It's ape week.
And it's fucking ape week, man.
I always thought that man was a frog right there.
Yes.
With the big eyes, the fucking film. I thought he was a frog.
I thought he was too until I was on the set of my 6th movie and somebody pointed out that's a camera and a man operating it. I was like, you sure it's not a frog? It looks like a frog in the credits.
I like how they used to yell back then, too. On the 4:30 movie.
Yes.
And like when there was a variety show. Tonight starring.
Nature Goes Awry week where you had like Food of the Gods, Grizzly, fucking Empire of the Ants, shit like that.
Do you remember the $1 Million movie?
Yes.
Where they would play the, what the hell was that? Gone with the Wind?
Yes.
Theme, and they'd play and they'd show video of New York City, like Times Square at night, and a fountain with two people sitting on the fountain and lights beyond it, and that used to scare the shit out of me because I was so afraid of being lost there.
Right.
Like, it scared me to be alone there. What, is that it? I think so. Is it?
Get ready to piss your pants.
Yeah. See, this scared me.
I hated the $1 Million Movie. They ran it on WOR.
Yep. I would watch it. See, there's the guy by the fountain, and I was petrified that, oh my God, what would it be like if I was dropped there without my mommy and daddy?
What a fucking nerd.
I was so scared all the time.
Come by this fountain, I'll show you my dick.
Exactly. I was petrified. The $1 Million Movie.
That must be a new version of it, though, because I
I think it is.
Tickets booth
I don't
when
either.
I was a kid.
No.
Hey, what was wasn't there also one on Sunday? I used to watch Abbott and Costello, but I remember the Frog Cameraman. What was the Sunday?
It was the same intro, but it was called the Sunday Afternoon.
Oh, it was
movie.
the same one? Okay.
Let's go to Howie in New York City. Hoo-hoo. Howie, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Kev, were you scared of the Daleks? Remember the Doctor Who with Peter Cushing?
Of course, man.
Oh, my...
Exterminate. Exterminate.
Petrified.
That was another show that they ran on WOR
11
when I was a kid, Channel 9.
They're called 11 Alive?
And Creature Feature and Chiller Theater were other ones.
Do you remember the jingle for Channel 5? Before it was 5 is Fox now.
Yeah,
But before
Metro
it became
Media
Fox,
Television.
Your choice is 5. Do you remember that? I found that on YouTube, and I was like, oh, my God, that's fucked up. I must have heard that a zillion times growing up. Hadn't thought about that in 20 years.
Yeah.
And then I happened across it. I was like, that takes me right back.
Do you think YouTube's going to destroy the Museum of Film and Television?
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Why not? It's
Why
right
would you
there
go,
online.
Yeah, why would
man.
you go? Just about everything you would find there is online now.
I went to the Museum of Television. What was it called? Museum of Television Radio?
Oh, no, yeah.
They had a Bullwinkle retrospective. I was very into Bullwinkle, and this is like 1991. And I was coming up to the city to see it because they didn't have any videotapes out of Bullwinkle. And I was like, I'm going to go see it. And the whole Jay Ward retrospective. And I asked Muse to go with me, Jason Muse. I was like, why don't you come up with me? He's like, I will go because I want to score some weed. So I was going to watch Bullwinkle. He came to score weed, and we went our separate ways, and I watched cartoons, and he went off to do his thing. And then I said, meet me by Port Authority at like fucking 2 o'clock. We're going to take the bus back. I'm standing in front of Port Authority, and I look across the street, and I see Muse, and he has a plastic bag in his hand, and he's dealing with a black gentleman who's about 3 feet taller than him. Looks very, very tough. And all I can see in the distance is Muse holding out what looked like money, the dude quick snapping it out of his hand, and then grabbing his plastic bag that he had in his hand and pulling his arm back really far like he was going to hit Muse, and Muse did the cower thing. And then the guy shoved, this is all in like almost one fluid motion, a crumpled brown paper bag in his hand. Muse runs across the street and shit. And I was like, what the fuck was that? He's like, just get on the bus, get on the bus. And so I was like, what happened? He's like, I tried to buy some weed from that guy, and he was real mean, and he stole my Punisher shirt. Muse had bought a Punisher shirt, and the dude in the midst of the deal was like, what's in the bag? And he's like, a Punisher shirt. He's like, give me it. And he took it off him and shit.
But you let him keep the weed?
Well, he's a businessman. He opens the fucking bag. We're on the bus on our way to Jersey. Opens the bag, and it's got another bag in it. Opens that bag, and it's got a crumpled up Newport case, from a 20-pack cigarettes. Opens that up. There's a tissue in it. Opens the tissue up. There's a dirty tissue in it. No weed whatsoever.
See, he should have talked to that guy's manager. Because that guy should be fired. That's just bad salesmanship.
Look, I just wanted weed, and this dude totally mugged me for a Punisher t-shirt.
Let's go to Matt in Boston. Matt, what's up?
How you doing? Kevin, do you remember back on Channel 11, they had the video games on? They did the...
Yeah, Pix. TV Pix.
God.
Where the kids would get on, they'd be like, Pix.
They
played like a Space Invaders type of game. It was usually based on the Intellivision video game module.
And sometimes it was a do it basketball one.
Totally.
Do it Pix. They'd have to shoot.
And the smart kids, like with the space game, because there was a viewfinder, like a targeting thing in the middle, and ships would kind of periodically cross through it. And some kids would try to like target it from their TV, because essentially you'd say into your phone, Pix. Somebody on the other end of the line would have to hit the button. But the smart kids would just, like, as soon as they were like, okay, ready, go, they would just go Pix. So it was just on a rapid fire mode.
Just have to keep hitting the button. In God mode.
What totally
technology? They figured out
Pix.
God mode.
That was when they were PIX.
Yep. What is this? Let's say hi to Bill in Alabama. Bill.
Hello, Bill.
From shit videos to this. Look what we could do with this radio show. What's up, Bill?
Hey, how you doing? Love you. Love the show.
You know, a lot of these shows, you know, like $1 Million Movie and Creature Features, you know, we had that out in L.A. too. But I'm wondering, there's a little known show, I used to watch it in the middle of the night, called Fractured Flickers. And I'm wondering if...
Yeah, that was by Jay Ward.
Oh, yeah.
Jay Ward, the guy that did, I just mentioned him a second ago. The
What's
guy that did
Fractured
Rocky and
Flickers?
Bullwinkle. They would take old, go ahead, you tell him, sir. You called in.
Oh, no, you could do it a lot
Bill
better.
from Alabama. Go ahead. No, do it, sir. I've been talking too much. Let's hear from you, Bill in Alabama.
Well, it was the most hilarious thing I can remember from back then.
Well, that's not a
that they
description.
Well, the
Fuck
voices...
it. Go to YouTube. It's right there.
All right, yeah, just punch in Fractured Flickers.
You could see it. It's on YouTube.
I remember
There's
the
opening
theme
credits
song to
it.
the opening, yeah.
Stephen S. wants me to ask Kevin if he was an Uncle Floyd fan.
Yeah, of course. Uncle Floyd.
Uncle
I had a
Floyd?
Hugo puppet like he had at
I
the
don't
end of
know
the show.
I don't know
Hugo would
Uncle
do
Floyd.
the dance. He was on like
know Uncle Floyd?
Sure. Like what was it, VHF?
Don't know. I mean, I
Or
know who
UHF.
he is, but I mean,
But it was on VHF, right? That's like where you were off the main dial when there was only channels 2 through 13.
Yeah,
You say that to kids now, and kids are like, "What are you talking
Get
about?"
up, change the channel.
With a dial. And there's Uncle Floyd.
Then you went cable access at the end.
Yeah.
Everything is on YouTube, by the way.
Isn't it
Every
astounding?
single thing ever made is on YouTube.
If you enter my death on YouTube, you will be
Yeah,
able to
just
view
watch
your
it.
death from the future.
That's what it's going to be. Wow, that's gruesome.
That's pretty bad. My funeral, you get to see who shows up.
Yeah.
Who my wife fucks after I die, you get to see that.
It's just everything
YouTube
is on
amazing.
there, man.
find me the Gold Digger jeans commercial. I had such a crush on this blonde girl, and I've been dying to find her for years.
Wow. Well, look it up. See if it's there.
Gold Digger.
Let's
was an awful
let's go down
commercial.
memory lane.
She's dancing with
I'm
somebody.
sure you can find the Jordache has the fit that's right good commercial. The Jordache look.
But I used to pretend that I was her boyfriend.
Oh, you did?
The girl, I did. The girl in her jeans.
That's just called jerking off to the
No,
television.
I wouldn't jerk
Jimmy.
off, but I would like zone out and just like I would kind of like kneel by the bed and hold in my shits and fantasize that I was her boyfriend.
Oh, and then one time you weren't able to hold it in, right?
No.
What was the time you shit next to your bed?
What?
Was that you?
No.
Don't look at me like that couldn't possibly ever
I
happen.
shit down my pant
Jesus.
leg. When I was picking up my friend Bill D'Angelo, we were walking to school, and I fucking broke one off in my pants, and it rolled down my leg, and I kicked it out like a rocket. That's true. A little nugget, a fucking shameful nugget.
Let's.
And then some Brazilian broad picked it up in her mouth, rolled it around her tongue.
Hold on, I think
Like
Gold
some
Digger's
Hubba
one.
Bubba.
She made no money for it.
Tootsie Roll.
For a second there, I thought he put Gold Digger as two different words.
He did.
Don't humiliate me.
Let's go to Rob in Clifton as he searches for that for Jimmy. Rob, what's up?
Yeah, what up, boys? Do you remember when they did the Creature of the Black Lagoon in 3D on Channel 11?
Yes, I do remember that on Channel 11. Yes,
And then you'd have to run to the store and get your 3D glasses from
and
the
get your 3D glasses,
TV guide, I
and
think.
it didn't work. It
That didn't work, and you'd be pissed
just-
off.
totally, man. It was. They sold us a false bill of goods.
The only 3D movie I ever saw was Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. I think that's one of the only.
I saw Jaws 3D.
Oh,
Yeah, we all do.
There wasn't much going on in it.
No, that was pretty
Let's
bad.
say hi to John in Jersey. John, what's up? All right. And this guy says he was in the Gold Digger commercial. Footer.
Yo, what's up, guys? Hey, check it out. I don't know if it's the same one, Jimmy. I don't think they had too many, but it was the little blonde girl, and there was like a runway set up, and I was a little kid. I mean, it had to be in. I'm 33 now, so it had to be back in like '84 or something. And they had us all dressed up as like press guys, doing like little kids press guys with like suits and little hats and stuff. And there was like a runway set up. You don't remember that?
Was she dancing? No, there was one. I want to say she was dancing. It was like Gold Digger, and she was just like snap. I very vaguely remember.
They had us set up with cameras.
I want to say it was. Before.
No. You have
great?
all of the show. Dad, you talk.
Footer. Footer.
Yo.
Hey, Footer, how long have you been listening to our show?
Long time.
Footer. And today's the day you finally have something for the show. Like, holy shit, they're talking about Gold Digger. It's my
Gold Digger, that's my commercial.
Day. Finally, I've been
This is
waiting
why
years.
I was born.
I've been waiting years for this.
Exactly, bro. That's exactly what it was like. I'm sitting there doing some shit job, and I can't even hear the show. I have it on in my car. And I'm like, bang, this is my day. I'm on.
This is it. He's got knowledge on the Gold Digger commercial.
I don't remember. what it was. Do you know who? Yeah, Gold Digger Jeans. I didn't think it was 84 though. I thought the one I saw was a little bit before that because I was younger. I think maybe I was a little older.
Here's a commercial. Do you got anybody remember the commercial? I want to say it was perhaps sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints.
Latter-day Saints.
You have a grandfather in a boat with a grandson. And kid's name is Jimmy, I believe.
Prejudice.
Yes. Where he goes, Grandpa, what's prejudice? And he's like, well, prejudice is when, and the grandfather gives a rather eloquent description.
Well, the kid
of
said, grandfather said so-and-so, and the kid said, well, he's my Jewish friend.
Yeah, he goes, well, who's Billy? And he goes, well, Billy's my Jewish friend. And he goes, well, then you are prejudiced because you think of Billy as your Jewish friend and not just your friend. Creepy fucking commercial.
It would have been funny if the grandfather said something. It would have been funny if I could think. I'm just really tired.
It would have been really funny, but kind of sad, but funny again, if the grandfather was just like, nobody's around, look at my dick.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you get for consorting with a Jew. All right, salvage this one.
And there's two great instant feedbacks coming in. Dave B. from Philly. So if you weren't born before 1980, you should just turn off your radio at this point.
I guess we're alienating everybody.
And Eric from Virginia writes, this has turned into the Chris Farley bit. Remember that time when...
How come when I'm having a good time, everyone's like, come on.
I know.
Move on.
People have heard what we're talking about.
Well, we do have
We're all of a certain
we
age
do
in
have
this room.
the great Big Kev interview with Sam Jackson.
It's the great
Rocket.
You want to hear this?
This is when Snakes on a Plane was coming out.
Yes, listen to this unbelievable interview. It's 41 seconds.
Master of the minute or less interview. It's Big Kev. I'm here with Sam Jackson talking about snakes on a plane.
Okay.
Go ahead, sir.
What do you want me to say about it?
Tell me everything about it.
Geez, it's it's kind of what it sounds like. You know, it's a bunch of poisonous snakes on a plane full of passengers. Us trying to survive. The snakes kind of doing what snakes do, running around killing people. We got great snakes. We got great victims, and we got a really thrill ride for you if you come and see this thing.
Very good. That's Sam Jackson talking about snakes on a plane.
That's
dude.
the interview.
That's more what they call like a soundbite, I guess.
That is
That's what
him trying to sell that movie.
In fairness to Kevin, Sam Jackson sucked too. He was terrible in that. That's because
how can you tell he wasn't on long enough to form an opinion?
You got to figure by the time that was San Diego last year.
San Diego out on that
veranda. Patio thing. But also he's just like so fucking tired of talking about snakes on plane.
We'll do it.
No, all the people who were born after 1980 are going to turn off the radio.
Yeah,
he got it.
Oh, you got it right here?
You rock rules.
All right, let's,
what a Google master.
This is the commercial Kevin Smith was talking about.
Yesterday, Jimmy said I was prejudiced.
Do you know what prejudice is?
No.
Well, prejudice is when you react to someone because of their religion or their color.
But I don't do that.
Who is Jimmy?
Jimmy's one of my Jewish friends.
Then you are prejudiced because you think of Jimmy as your Jewish friend and not your friend.
And I think
what's really strange about it is, and I remember it too from when it used to air, they're in two close-ups for a while, and then like for the last 5 seconds of the spot, they cut out to this horrendous, like, racking wide shot with the most important part of the message, where he's just like, because you think of Jimmy, and you're like, what happened?
Well,
why are we pulling out?
I think I know why. It's because, A, they have the two worst voices in commercial history, and the grandfather looks like Jack Lemmon, and he has this the worst hat.
He's wearing, like, Jughead's crown.
Yeah, what is that? Yeah, let's see that last shot. That's
got,
hysterical.
Like, fucking plants on it. He has a hat with plants on it, and the fucking kid's a no-talent little fucking molestable cunt.
Yeah, look at that. Then they're 10 miles away.
Isn't that shot
in a
insane?
swamp.
It's just like...
The scenery's not even worth looking at.
And the director's like, all right, pull back now. Pull back, way back.
It's like that scene in Scarface where they pull back from him on the balcony. And you're like 80 miles away from him.
Let's go to Steve in New York. Steve.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey. Yeah, I wanted to tell you that AMC, every single Friday night, is running at 2 a.m., all the cheesy films of the 1950s. Like yesterday, it was Plan 9 from Outer Space. This Friday coming up is Spider People. So you can imagine all the cheesy special effects that are coming up. It's going to be hysterical.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know you, Fritz.
Yeah.
So say something. Fuck yourself.
All right, we got.
Jimmy's my
He didn't take that well.
Let's go to cigars and scotch. What's up, bro?
That's funny.
Guys, do you remember the old Emmanuel Lewis PSAs with the really bad cartoon drawings?
I was wrestling
Yes.
with my uncle behind the couch, and it changed. It felt icky.
To say no and
It
go and
changed.
tell someone you trust.
I do remember the say no and go and tell someone you trust. I don't remember the icky part.
Well,
though.
It's worse. You do.
Never seemed icky.
Well, it leads to this. Why not?
Oh, look at you.
What's this now?
I'm directing, Kevin. I'm
Tidbit.
directing.
You are, man.
Pooh Corner about not okay touching.
The house on Pooh Corner?
Wait, you know this? The PSA is about...
Well, I know the house on Pooh Corner, but they did a PSA about not good touching.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I hate to mention it, Pooh. I really do. But I think we should tell our friends that danger doesn't always come from strangers. It can be from someone you know.
Oh, Piglet, you're right. People you see every day might want to touch you. And sometimes that's dangerous.
Winnie the Pooh shouldn't be saying these things.
No.
Well, there are certain private places on your body that nobody is supposed to touch except you. Your bathing suit covers your private parts. Sometimes your parents might touch them if they're dressing you or bathing you, or the doctor has to touch them when he's examining you. That's okay touching.
But is there touching that's not okay, Pooh?
Oh, yes.
Fucking A, there is.
If your teacher pulls your bathing suit aside and puts a fist in, that would be on the no-no list. Stupid.
It'd just be so much more believable if Pooh was like, who was it? Was it fucking Al? I knew it. Al's a fucking pederast. Is that it right there?
Yes, look at that. That's the worst Pooh
That's
ever.
a cheesy Pooh.
That's the Pooh you're afraid to get touched by.
no kidding.
Yeah.
It's a guy who has a Pooh suit just to molest kids in it.
But look at it, like they're delivering an important message, but they're wearing these creepy costumes. There's no facial expressions whatsoever. You
No.
hear fucking Piglet being scared, but he still looks happy.
He's smiling.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, Pooh, is there such a thing as wrong touching? And he's like, I don't know, you seem delighted by the concept.
Tell me more, Pooh.
Okay, Pooh.
Oh, yes, Piglet. And that's the kind of touching that gives you a funny feeling inside. It feels wrong because other people shouldn't touch your...
Or does it feel good and you're
Yeah,
confused?
funny feeling could be
That
a
funny
feeling.
feeling is it feels good, but you're a little confused
And the
by it.
first time I jerked off,
Right.
that was a pretty funny feeling.
Right.
It started a career that spanned decades.
Could you imagine that this is how you fucking find out that you've been molested because Winnie the Pooh told you?
Yeah.
Because your parents didn't have the good sense to be like, look, if anybody touches your fucking no-no, tell me.
Tell me, and I'm
You
gonna
have to
kill
be
them.
watching the house on Pooh Corner, and Pooh's just
wait a
like,
minute.
if they touch your cock, it's wrong.
Jeez, that's what happened with the neighbor, and now
God, Winnie the Pooh. is
How do I
fucking
get in touch
breaking
with Pooh and tell him? Like, what the fuck? You're supposed to tell you.
Does anyone have the number for the house on Pooh Corner?
That creepy Piglet should be blowing somebody at the end of The Shining.
Great party.
In a fucking massive snap zoom. They both look up.
Yeah, they both look up.
How great is that to get blown by someone in a piggy outfit? Not only is it another man, but he's got on a piggy outfit.
Oh,
for
were
the
they
party.
dirty? That party was dirty.
Here we go.
Because other people shouldn't touch your private parts.
But Pooh, what do I do if somebody tries to touch me that way?
Now, here's the important part. If anybody tries to touch you anywhere in a not okay way, a way that feels wrong, tell them no.
No matter who they are, Pooh?
Absolutely, Piglet. It's not always a stranger, even if it's somebody you know or somebody you've seen at home, at school,
This is
or in your
confusing.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
You
Who
have
can
to
touch
say
me?
This
no.
is the kind of advice that gets you on the back of a fucking milk carton. Because if fucking Uncle Bob tries to touch you wrong and you say no, Uncle Bob doesn't want to be found out.
Right.
Uncle Bob will probably put you in a shallow grave. And Pooh put you there with his bad advice. Basically, you're just supposed to quietly suffer through it, deal with it in therapy for years after that, but make sure you tell your parents Uncle Bob won't come over anymore.
This is an endless PSA too. It's
awful. Hey, we haven't even gotten to the song or the tricks that bad people use to get you not to tell.
Oh, nice.
Get to the tricks. Man.
Yeah.
Get to the
Well, we
tricks.
got to hear the song though a little bit.
If someone gets too near to your private parts, say no loud and clear. That's being smart.
Yes.
And they're showing depictions of it.
Yeah.
Could you show me how?
Here's how. Say no. Stop that. It's not okay with me. No, don't do that. I have the right to see. My body is my very own. That's how it's got to be. I've learned to think it's time to say it's not okay with me. No. It's really not okay. No, don't do that. Take your hands away. I know I'm not at all to blame. I've done nothing bad. And now I'm going right away to tell my mom and dad.
Oh my God, yeah, I'm going right away to tell my mom and dad. So you go, not so quick, kid.
Yeah, really.
I think I could do it. I'd say no. Stop that. That is what I say. No, don't do that. It's really not okay. I know I'm not at all to blame. I've done bad, and now I'm going right away to tell my mom and dad.
That is how those little kids wind up getting killed.
Just snap their neck right there.
Because
That's
they're like,
it.
I can't have you telling anybody.
Like I'm telling, because every one of those guys are like,
who should be delivering is like, just fucking play along, and then when you get a chance, then run away.
and run away, and then
Grab
and then,
a heavy object, hit him in the balls.
Or even if it was a no, Pooh should say like, say no, but then say, I'll keep it under my hat.
Yeah.
The secret is all ours. It's okay.
Well, tricks that bad people use to get you not to tell.
While you're here, why don't you tell us about tricks?
Glad you asked, Pooh.
I turn them
Now
all the
this
time, Pooh. Because I was touched when I was a child.
Glad you asked, Pooh. Now this time, I'm talking about tricks that bad people use to get you not to tell when they do something wrong to you, like touching you in a not okay way. But no matter what kind of trick someone tries with you, remember, always tell your parents or someone you trust when someone tries to touch your private parts. And keep telling till someone helps you. Now, what would you do if someone says he'll hurt you if you tell?
Oh.
All right, here we go.
Trick. I'd still tell my mom and dad.
It's a trick.
Good.
Okay,
And if
I don't
someone
agree with
says
that at
they'd
all.
hurt
That isn't a trick. If they say, look, I'm going to hurt you, then you got to, like, start using your wits.
The trick would be if they brought you back from the dead after they killed you.
That's a
Because
trick.
that's what happens. They're not like, I'm going to threaten them with fucking...
Yeah, yeah. Because there are people that are pedophiles that wouldn't even speak badly to kids. Like they actually are in love with them and think everything's fine and dandy. If you're one of those guys that are going to say, look, I'll kill you or your parents or whatever if you don't do this, you're dealing with somebody that's probably going to break your little neck. And you're going to be in a little shallow grave.
Even if you do it, he's going to kill you. It's a very bizarre thing.
Yeah, thanks.
But I mean,
Jimmy really brings up.
You got to
good
act like
point.
you're not going to tell. I mean, this
Yeah.
is fucking asshole advice. Tell them, do what you will. I'll still testify. That's not the smartest thing to tell a child. Stupid.
Tell them you're going to ruin their life and livelihood and marriage.
The song they should be singing instead is just like, don't leave the house. Never leave your house. It's terrible outside. Don't ever go outside. Such a horrible fucking world, man.
It certainly is.
Really, there's very little good in it.
Well, Jordan from Pittsburgh.
Evil.
Great advice coming from a motherfucking bear that doesn't even wear pants.
That's good. I'm stealing that joke.
I have no private part.
Good. And if someone says they'd hurt your parents if you told?
I wouldn't believe them. I'd tell.
What if someone says they'll see and hear everything you say and do?
It's just a trick. I wouldn't believe them. I'd still tell anyway.
Right. And if somebody says your parents will never love you again if they find out?
That's true.
No, it's just a trick. I'd still tell my parents.
Right again.
Oh, that's dark.
Boy, you kids know how to help yourselves. Because those threats bad people make are not true. They're just tricks to get you not to tell.
But they're not.
Always tell if someone does something you think is wrong, even if they say it's a secret. Keep telling and telling.
Yeah.
Someone will believe you.
You tell
It's
them,
not
little
your
John
fault.
Benet. Just tell.
Just say,
Yeah.
What if
Mom,
it is your dad or something? You're supposed to
that
just run in the
person
room and
touched
run
me,
back in.
and it felt
Guess what you
wrong.
just tried to do to me?
Pooh doesn't cover that.
No.
Pooh, what happened to your private parts? Someone stole them. Stole my manhood.
I got them
I hang
caught.
out with a pig and a rabbit and an owl because of it.
They had honey on them, and the bees stung it off. It was eaten by a bear because there was honey on it. He ripped my cock and balls off. Now I'm a faggoty eunuch bear who cock blocks everyone else. Eat my ass, piglet. Play that song. Play the horn.
Help me if you can. I've got to get back to the house.
It's like Kenny Loggins, really?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised, there's so much to be done. Count all the bees in the hive. Chase all the clouds from the skies.
Yeah.
Back
Groovy.
to the days of Christopher Robin and Pooh.
Ugh. Someday your privates will look like Kenny Loggins' beard.
What I think is really nice is we started the XM show talking about Pooh, and now we're finishing up talking about even more Pooh.
Good point. Jeremy in Pennsylvania, what's up?
Mess.
I love this fucking show. Kevin, you are a god. We go from the world is a wonderful place. The internet is better than modern medicine, too. It's a horrible place. Stay indoors. Never go out.
Yes, I agree, sir. Basically everything you need, you can get indoors, man.
Yeah.
You want to experience life, do it through the internet, through YouTube, the magic of YouTube.
Yep.
All right. I guess that's about it.
Yes, Pooh. Pooh says it's time to go now. Where's Tigger? Oh, getting it up the ass.
But there's a little more to that clip.
Telling and telling. Someone will believe you. It's not your fault. Tell. Just say, Mom, Dad, that person touched me and it felt wrong.
Don't be such a rat fuck, Piglet. Snitches get stitches. It'll be a long time before you meet anyone who can take your entire dingle into their mouth. Enjoy it while you can. Don't be such a little fruit.
Oh, goddamn. Fucking Jimmy.
Oh, that's funny.
Let's go to Joe. Joe, what's up?
There's another PSA that He-Man and She-Ra do from like the early '80s, where they actually tell you that if you get touched, to tell a priest or a rabbi or one of your clergy. It's
Great.
Oh, really?
Good idea, that is.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's real fun, man.
Well, that sounds like a shame, child. Come over here.
I'm out. See you guys later.
It's even more.
Do the priest as Pooh.
Come here, child.
No, that's the Irish priest. Do the priest as Pooh.
Yes, come here, little child. Sit on my knee and I'll tell you about Jesus and his little loincloth.
Your Pooh voices were priceless. You took Pooh, you made him into a British fruit.
Yeah.
Christ died for what I'm about to do to you.
Let's go to Bruce in Mississippi. Bruce, what's up?
Yeah, today on the Opie and Anthony show, I learned that Steve ate Winnie the Pooh's cock and balls.
Poor Steve. Is that the, did you find it? Yeah. Fucking YouTube, man.
Is this it, really? Yeah. All right, let's take a listen.
What's this?
She-Man.
She-Man. She-Man and She-Man.
He-Man.
That's another video
that
Jimmy watched
right.
earlier. She-Man.
Shira and I want to talk to you about something that's very personal. Your body.
Remember, it's your body and no one should touch you in a way that you feel is wrong.
I'll get anybody who tries it.
It's not that easy, Orko. It's hard for a young person to admit that he or she has been touched in a bad way.
If you've been touched that way, don't be ashamed.
Why is he pointing at me accusingly?
I know. Hands on
If
his-
you've been touched that way,
It's your
own
fault.
balls.
Damn it.
It means you're dirty.
You little cock tease.
Keep it to yourself or the Lord won't forgive you. Superheroes never get touched.
With his Dutch boy hairdo.
Oh, he's just great.
Oh, the animation was so bad during that
So
period.
weak,
They would
man.
just have like one fucking plate and then the mouth moved.
Took forever to fucking draw this shit up.
Oh,
Here, get
no
the rest
fluid
of it on.
motion.
If you've been touched that way, don't be ashamed. Tell someone you trust, like your parents, your doctor, your teacher, or counselor, or your minister or rabbi.
All
Right,
right.
Orko? Right on!
Tell everybody.
I know.
Fucking
it's
put a
like,
sign
it's not
out front.
bad enough that you're looking at two impossibly beautiful people giving you advice like this, and then they bring the weird phantom ghost fuck that thing in to back him up, where they're like, "Right, Orko?" He's like, "Yeah, I don't even exist." And at the moment where he's just like, if anyone tries that with you, I'll get them.
Yeah.
And you're a kid, and you're like, Orko's got my back.
It's like, yeah, okay.
And then
this
when
is
Uncle
good.
Tommy has your fucking balls in his mouth, where's Orko?
Orko,
please save me.
Orko doesn't
He
have
ain't
to worry
showing
about.
up.
Orko doesn't have to worry about penetration. Though.
No, he's two
Orko has no
dimensional.
lower torso.
Right.
Exactly. No wonder Orko doesn't care. He fucking shits into a bag. Fucking.
If someone tries to touch your bag, run.
Well, that's
We fucked up
that's
line
good
of the
public
day. 'cause
service.
There's some late entries now. Kevin
public
Smith's going to be on
service
Letterman
announcements.
tomorrow night. And pick up the book, please. My Boring Ass Life: The Uncomfortably Candid Diary of Kevin Smith.
very good.
That's me. Hey, can I give a shout out to the Smodcast?
Yes, absolutely.
Podcast, me and Scott Mosier, and it's called
Yep.
Smodcast, and you can find it at iTunes or QuickStopEntertainment.com. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, funny shit, man.
And
really
Kevin's
good.
going to do a little show on our channel in the very near
totally.
future, hopefully.
Yeah,
We're going to work out those
Pick that
details.
up.
Be the same thing, man.
Or you could just give us some old podcasts and we'll broadcast them.
Dope.
I'm serious.
I would like
Get a
to.
few that you're really, really proud of, and we'll throw them up on the
I
channel.
got 30. Love them all. They're
Yeah.
genius. They're fun, though. They're fun.
I'm not even kidding. We'll throw a few of those up on the channel too. Why not?
Totally. I'm into it. Thanks for having me on.
Just don't ask for money from us.
Yeah, that'll
Well,
never happen.
from the company.
That's what I mean.
I still think one of the fucking darkest, most sinister, funny things I've heard, maybe in the last 5 years, was Pooh going like, was the line where you fucking capped it, where you go with,
Yeah, what the hell?
with the parents.
Oh, yeah, you are wrong. Yeah, it was your fault. Oh, your parents won't love you anymore.
Yeah, he goes to the stranger, says like,
If you think your parents aren't going to love you anymore,
because that's true.
it's true. It's true.
Oh,
They'll hate you.
dark.
Line of
Your
the.
father will hug you, but the eye contact will never be the same.
Our last Smodcast was all about Harry Potter.
It was.
Yeah, that's
Only
pretty cool.
think of things you could have done to get away but didn't. It's always going to be in the back of their heads. And the slutty clothes you went out in.
For the rest of your life, you'll be his son who was fucked without a struggle.
Oh my god!
What's even fucking funnier though is every time Jimmy does his poo, he moves like C-3PO. His arms.
His arms are moving like 3PO.
I know.
Over here! Over here!
Fucked without a struggle.
That is not even close to being correct.
So horrible.
It is, why do we laugh at horrific shit like
I'm
that?
telling you, the stiff arm sells it. That fucking killed me.
I love it.
Oh boy.
Line of the day.
All right, here we go. Line of the day brought to you by
Line of the day.
BowDogFantasy.net, offering you all the tools you need to win this season in fantasy football. Trash talk with confidence and take home the glory. BowDogFantasy.net. Here's a runner-up line of the day. All right.
What a fucking nerd.
I was so scared all the time.
Come by this fountain, I'll show you my dick.
There you go. Kevin Smith with a runner-up line of the day. Danny's
that's what I was
something
scared
out.
of.
What do you got?
It makes sense to close with this today. We never played it.
Oh.
We never play this?
Not the heavy metal version.
Okay. Here's another runner-up line of the day.
Someday your privates will look like Kenny Loggins' beard. Never enough occasions to fit Kenny Loggins' beard in.
It was always just so unkempt, stupid looking.
Toughen up.
But it was an awesome delivery of beard. He turned it into a 2-syllable word.
It should be noted, Redding writes, Jimmy just had line of the day, but
There's been a lot of them.
The voting,
That's a good one.
The voting booth has closed.
I know, it's like Cuckoo's Nest. Just, what are you going to pull that henhouse shit now? Mr. McMurphy, the vote was 10-8. God, she was. I love the guy who's dancing in Cuckoo's Nest. You want to watch the ball game? And the old man just dances. He's fucking helpless.
Coke Logic, I love you. Stop. Thinks I don't like him anymore. Here's your line of the day.
Here comes line of the day, line of the day.
Tell. Just say, Mom, Dad, that person touched me and it felt wrong.
Don't be such a rat fuck.
Ush. Ush. It is. Wow, rat fuck.
Penis is what boys have down in front. Penis is the word, though it seems blunt. All boys have a penis, so no matter what you've heard, remember that penis is the proper word. Vulva is what girls have down below.
Even though most people call it vagina, and some children call it Virginia.
Vulva, when she's naked it will show. All girls have a vulva, so no matter what you've heard, remember that vulva is the proper word. Both boys and girls have breasts. Each person recognizes they're found upon our chests and go to different sizes. Our anus is a useful thing indeed. The anus gives relief in time of need. We all have an anus, so no matter what you've heard, remember that anus is the proper word. So don't be appalled, cause that's what they're called, and each of them's the proper word for private part.
Relief, discomfort.
That was from one of the most awful shows ever. It was like an hour-long special starring the Fonz. And the Fonz was telling you how not to be touched.
YouTube,
Oh, it's just great. Hey, he's working on his bike. Hey, don't let anyone touch your pecker. What the fuck is the Fonz talking about? All he's talking about is fucking the twins up in his room and...
My favorite part of that song, though, is when he goes, your anus, it gives relief in times of need, but he's not mentioning that it's to the older gentleman that fucking gets a hold of you.
All right, let's thank Kevin Smith.
Thank you.
David,
Yes,
great
of
energy
course.
today.
The guy's
that was fun.
up all night, and he comes in for the whole show.
Yeah,
Trooper.
in case anyone's out there going like, oh, it's so horrible they laughs at those child abuse jokes. I haven't slept in over 24 hours.
Of course.
If I had a good 8 hours sleep, I would have been like chastising.
You'd be yelling at us. We understand
Nothing
that.
funny about child abuse except fucking fucked without a struggle. That was so fucking dark.
It's so dark. It's just funny at that point. All right, and we're going to get a podcast on the channel soon from Mr. Smith. And
Right
he's going to do a live show for the channel as well.
Yay.
Big Kev, you got something?
Yeah, just check out my show, Big Kev's Geek Stuff, at BigKevsGeekStuff.com. And we're coming back to XM also on October the 13th.
Nice. There you go. Anybody else?
No, just I would say I have a couple of little local gigs I'm doing in October, but I'm going to have them on my website. I'm doing like 150 seaters and less to work on new material because the special comes out October 13th. But Kevin's book, My Boring Ass Life, is the uncomfortable.
Down the stairs, I can't walk right. Just something that
It might have explained why Cindy didn't come back for one of those reunion shows. Remember they had to replace her?
Oh, yeah.